Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to playoffs. Welcome to the final series to qualify for Arizona. Finals weekend, next weekend. Only one of these two teams is going to make it. Let's get it today. Come on. If you can't tell, I'm riding a little bit high for obvious reasons. But I hope you're all ready. This Korean boot camp? Yeah, I mean, TL is going to pay for them to go for a boot camp anyway. Sure, it saves them money, but like, probably same for FlyQuest, I'd imagine. Okay, that's wrapped up. Turn the sound on here.
No, you'll love this because it's bot lane, and you love FlyQuest bot lane. And I also love
no, it is. It absolutely is. I'm not saying it's not worth it, but like finals is way more important than the boot camp, in my opinion.
I like that.
Like ridiculously more important by a scale that is unfathomable or too dreamt of. So,
by the way, for those that don't know,
I am expecting this to be a bloodbath. I'm expecting this to get messy because I'm expecting nerves to very much play a part in this series. And when you bring nerves into the equation, it is very difficult to figure out how, like, who's going to get them by how much. But I'm predicting 5 games today. Genuinely what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're going the full distance.
Both Cozy Campfire with healing and warm hugs with the shield both have ways to proc Lucian passive really early. So we're going to be looking at first of all, Rahel and Huhi are going to play super aggressively to try to get brush control. They're going to be skirmishing around vision a lot here. And I mean,
for Griffin's sake, I hope he doesn't get clapped. I hope he gives us an entertaining series.
Really are able to respond to that. This is kind of a little bit of a mistake on Rahel and Huhi's part for kind of fighting so aggressively over this, because as soon as Masu sees a window to go in, he actually burns Rahel's barrier, which only empowers Masu and Cryogen to actually chase him out of lane really early on.
Drop this down a little bit.
Kind of an awful back here. And that gives complete control.
There we go. All right, now we're set up. We're good to go.
This was another little play from them that I really
look, I'm optimistic. I know a lot of people are really high on FlyQuest, but I just don't see their bot lane having a series like they did against Sentinels. And we can get leads against some of their lanes. So, my person to watch, separate from obviously the bot lane, making sure it doesn't go too heavily one side or the other, is mid lane. I need Quid to show up. If Quid doesn't show up, Quad's playing well this season. And it will not be good if Quid is not on form.
I just want people to see how difficult it is for Rahel to.
So I need the two of them to show up, and honestly, if he does, it could be a 3-0. Could genuinely be a 3-0 in a quick day. If he doesn't, it's going to be 3-2 and just madness across the board. FlyQuest should not be disrespected, should not be counted out. They're obviously disrespected. They're going to be the favorites coming into this. But I still feel good about us. I still feel good. I'm not all that nervous about today for whatever reason. Maybe I should be. Maybe time will tell. But for now, I don't. Chuck this up.
Oh, yes, of course. This is very simple to follow. 12 to 7. 12 to 7.
Ninja, what's up, brother?
I mean, they've been smurfing in lane. I love how aggressive they've been.
How you feeling right now about the NBA Finals, brother?
Of FlyQuest as a team is that they're willing to hand check you. They're willing to get really.
I'm sure you must be loving life.
So much credit for last week, but Cryogen I think is also having a really good rookie year.
Yes.
I think had some of the other supports not been playing so well this split, he could have been in All-Pro conversation as well. And I really like this quote. He was talking about his upbringing in comparison to.
Hey, you're on stream. What's up?
Similar, how they have the
No,
same
I was just
GM,
wondering how you
Andy
were on
Barton
swimsuits
was
because
there
they have a
with both
couple
teams.
here that are like
And
short like
he
you
made
like
that
them.
jump from tier 3
okay.
to tier 1, just like
Yeah,
Giddy.
I was wondering
And
how you were.
he's
Like, do you
deserving
want
of a lot of
anymore, or do you
credit
need
for
any
being
more
able
now?
to actually
Depends on what they look like.
on this level so quickly.
Here's one.
Because so much of the discussion coming into this
Sorry, I
year
look
was,
like crap
oh
right now,
god,
it's
this
not
is going to be
You're
a
fine.
huge downgrade from Boost.
Well, I do like
How are
that.
they going to look as a 2v2?
Yeah,
Because
those
Mox and
look how
Boost
short they
work
are.
so well together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've actually been
They're large.
great.
Do you
I'm
think
not
it's
saying
okay?
that,
But look,
Cryogen is
they like green,
perfect,
but
but
they have
like
this
they
little
are
gold
one of the
design
best
on it.
2v2 lanes in the league.
I mean, you can get them if they're too big, then you return them.
Crediting
I don't
taking
think they're
the
gonna be too
chance,
big.
taking a chance on a
They're
player
large,
that you
isn't
have
that what
in
you-
your gut.
Typically
because they're
medium
playing
for
well in
shorts
Super
because
League.
my waist is a little bit smaller. Yeah.
You know, performs poorly,
I
then of
think
course
these are gonna fit you fine.
Then go ahead. Like I mean, it depends on the brand. So
completely
go ahead.
flourishing. And the
They're
community honestly has really gathered
beach
around.
No, I'm saying like the brand can change the sizing. I don't know.
Work out in this
okay.
way.
Well, they're nice. Yeah, I think they're gonna look good.
On
And
the
then
other side, though,
there's
because we talked
these.
about, okay, how do fly
Although
play,
those look a
right?
little bit
They're
bigger.
super aggressive.
Yeah,
th-
those look
advantages
way
and
bigger.
leads they accrue.
And then
This
hold on a
is
sec, there was
something
another-
that I always find super
Hold on,
interesting
let me know if
whenever
you see anything
someone's
you
like,
like on
I
it.
want to play like an LPL
Some of
team.
these are shorter,
A,
some
because
of
I
them
think
are long.
LPL
Hold
teams
on.
play very differently from each other.
Yeah.
But overall,
That's
this is a
your
quote from
one I
Jose
was
where he
looking
basically
at.
said, I think
There was
LPL is playing the
oh,
correct game. We're
these
trying
aren't
to
that bad.
do
These are
the
kinda-
same and pressure the enemies. And I
I thought I
do
saw-
feel like
oh,
so
this
much
is
of
kind of
League of
weird
Legends
print,
now,
but they're
especially now
short.
that we are
Yeah, that's
we're-
not bad.
we're maybe going to become a little
But
bit
kinda-
more
I don't
unlocked
really like
from
them as
lanes
hero,
as
and I don't
we've
think
seen
you will,
recently,
but-
but
Then no.
laning is still
What about
just
these?
so
I know
important.
those are
And
long.
here are some
I do gotta go. I'm on stream.
Are really
I love you, bye.
interesting
I love you
to
too, bye.
compare, because if you're asking me who plays more like a general LPL team in terms
All right.
of really capitalizing on those quick.
Sorry, Emily was
windows
out shopping.
and
Did I see LEC at all?
like playing
I was
games
filming
with
some
the
stuff
product,
throughout the
I
day,
would
and I
actually
tuned
say
into
that
bits and
team
pieces of the
watch.
series. And I thought, oh, you know, once I got done filming, I'll be able to catch a little bit as I'm heading back home. And then the series was over already, and I was like, what the f okay. Sure.
I was interpreting what Jose said as meaning.
1000%. I think a lot of the times when Team Liquid have like really large earlier advantages, that's when you want to kind of like ramp up the pressure a little bit more in baiting for fights or pulling Baron or something in which that you're pushing the enemy team to walk towards you.
Can't even do that on clothes shopping. You'll find out whenever you get a partner that wants to see you wants to see you dressed in particular ways.
That's what they're aiming for.
What's up, Arif?
It feels like that hasn't happened a lot. But like at any week, it could just flip like a switch, and you just need one opponent to do it. The last time we had an upper bracket 2024 like playoffs game with Team Liquid and FlyQuest, it was the bloodiest one. So like, hey, it could happen. It could happen. But here are the
We
predictions that we
should
have for today.
return to blood. So all 3 twos. I'm the only TL person, so I'll just say really quick that.
Okay, well,
I
these
think
friendlies are
the
turning out pretty damn
TL
good, I
shows
will
and
say,
so
for
on stage, I do think their macro is better, and I think their map plays.
for the U.S. Damn, that looks fun. Tune into that's the first time this year. Excited to watch today. Hey, Tanner. Welcome back. Not a Knicks fan, but I'm happy for them. Wait, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. Okay, Emily's the only one with faith in TL. Raz, I better not see you flip-flop after game 1.
Classic ballet matchup, Jan versus Masu, that it does go the distance.
Fantasy 7.
I'm just gonna throw out what I wish, and I'm gonna hope that we get it. Let's start the game
Fantasy
and see
7.
how it
Bro,
goes.
the city's going to be nuts on Monday. But look, I'm just warning you all. There's a world where this series is a 3-0. On TL side. It's not going to be a 3-0 on FlyQuest side. That's not happening. Literally 0 chance. If FlyQuest wins this, it's either going the distance or it's going, like, if it's going to go FlyQuest favor, I think it's going to have to be 3-2 or 3-1. I don't see a world where it's a 3-0 and it's FlyQuest favored. But for TL, I weirdly enough don't see them winning a decisive like 3-1 series.
Arena. We got an elimination series today as we've reached our last lap on the road to Arizona. It's time to meet our teams. Up first, an org of perseverance personified, a team of perpetual expectations and a roster yet to prove themselves. Please welcome Team Liquid.
There we go, boys.
And their opponents today, the underdogs of the LCS.
Come on,
the
let's
Young
go.
North America. Give it up for FlyQuest.
Boo. Yes, I boo people. Deal with it. Hey, yo. Those Pride jerseys are kind of cool. Hold up. Go back. I like the rainbow stripe.
And it is a hype one. FlyQuest, the youngest team in all of Tier 1 play in League of Legends this year, right now, versus Team Liquid with expectations to the moon, basically.
Yeah, I'd say FlyQuest ahead of schedule, and Team Liquid is right now behind schedule.
Yeah.
So
they're in the red zone.
That adds pressure
trailing
to both of them. I mean, I listened to your interview with Griffin before the series, and as energetic as he was, that's almost the least energetic I've seen him in a pre-series interview. So I feel like both these
Judging
teams,
by the Griffin scale.
Yeah, the Griffin scale. So it's still a lot of energy, but that's low for Griffin.
Griffin one's like most pros 5, to be fair.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that just means that I wonder what FlyQuest or Team Liquid is going to show up today, because we
Drove
know
40
that
hours
gameplay
and what?
FlyQuest is
Jesus,
when the
brother.
pressure's lower, but now they're just doing these walkouts for the first time. It's different than just
You
setting up
drove
the
from
computer.
New
There's
York
already
to
different
LA?
Yep, we got the big stage.
I hope you
here,
were
we got the
moving.
Crowd, the audience here, and the pressure is on. Every time you talk to anyone from TL2, you know, it's there are a lot of expectations around international performances, and you have to get to those international performances is the first step of those. So if they were to exit here, it would be another exit in fourth place.
Bro, that stripe is incredible on the jersey. That's a great touch.
So, FlyQuest looking to upside. There you go.
Yeah, get that around.
Quick
And maybe
around.
a
There you
jungle.
go.
Okay, now never mind. You can flip it back upside down. I don't want to see that one anymore. But to your point, Jeff, FlyQuest, they're basically
Hi,
ahead of
Spooks.
schedule right now, because what we expected for
Spawn
this
looking
by
jacked as always.
By summer split, they'll be really fighting for that finals weekend, maybe pushing for an international spot, but already
The suit
they're
is
already kinda
clean.
hitting their stride. They're improving as a
On
team.
thing
They
card,
got a
we'll
lot
give
of
him
people
credit.
excited
Words
about this young
do.
roster.
And that's the thing too. I asked Griffin about that as well, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, at the beginning of the year, they didn't have the high expectations, but as they have seen success,
The old bait and switch, flip it around.
as they have seen success, your own expectations, like, you can't help but they rise after you start to win." So he said they would not be satisfied with only fourth place if they got eliminated here. They do really want to make it to Arizona. So let's get into the draft, because it's incredibly important with these two teams.
It really is, and we see Team Liquid has decided first pick, so FlyQuest is going to be on the blue side, and Team Liquid has been pretty outspoken about being
All right,
a
here we go.
fairly straightforward
Varus ban.
drafting team.
Orin ban.
They just want to make sure that they don't lose draft badly, and then they're expecting kind of
Rumble,
skills
Karma,
of
and
their
Bessa
players
from
to
our
win
side.
lane and
Fine.
go back to victor, whereas
Morgan's
I'd say
a decent
FlyQuest
Rumble
has
player,
been
but I
much
get we
more
don't.
creative, specifically
Fine, whatever.
with Griffin's
No
champions.
Karma
They're trying
Ezreal,
to
which
find
is
the right
good.
angles
And
for
Bessa,
early unlocking
nothing.
with things like Volibear jungle.
Good day
Lately
before
it's
stress
been
gets in.
Shen
Oh,
and
it's.
Assassin.
I was
And
stressed
that's
yesterday
still
with
on
the
the
Knicks,
table here. I
so
mean, that was something I was talking with members in the crowd. They're like, we can't give him.
we ain't gonna ban Gnosis yet. Hey, let's go
They're
Knicks!
gonna win.
Hold
Let's
up.
go Knicks.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not a
Hell
blue
yeah,
side
come
slam
on.
first pick.
Let's
kind of
go
thing.
Knicks.
Kind of build around it, see a good angle, and so usually I would think some focus on bot lane priority here, because with Seraphine,
Hell yeah.
Karma being banned,
Come on.
and Varus being
Oh, we
banned,
got
this
Orianna?
Lucian
Okay,
Helio,
Orianna Cassio trade.
is
Fine.
very,
I'm fine
very,
with that.
powerful, and has been a
They went with
priority
the
for FlyQuest
Nocturne.
bottom lane
Okay.
previously, but we got to insta couple lock-ins here.
We absolutely do. So Orianna had been banned for most of the LCS spring, but with the rise of Cassiopeia and Quad liking the lane matchup as well as the champion, they're willing to give Orianna to match it with the Cassio. And then Griffin will be doing
Need
this.
a ball
This is kind of
delivery
inspired
system.
Special. Anytime you give over Orianna, lock in the Nocturne right away to try and punish it on side lanes in the game.
Yeah, anything to punish low mobility champions here. Try and dive on the Orianna. And the thing is, when you say Quad likes the champion, Quad really likes this
It's
champion.
his champion.
Yeah, the definitely signature champ for him. Of course, they previously did get it for him as well, and Darkwing's actually handled it quite nicely, but still very dangerous. Yannick or JJ, though, maintain every single time, still feel like they are the best Xayah Rakan in the league, and it is a very, defensive bottom lane there with the extra ability to jump in the air if Nocturne tries to go for you. So
All right.
Yeah.
Xayah Rakan. Rakan's a good ball delivery system. Love that.
Target.
kind of immediately
Jace poke into the Nocturne.
Quick Jace lock in for Gakos
Not
as
fun,
well.
but fine.
It's his second most played champion behind Cassante so far in the spring, so should be.
All right, hopefully it's the last fucking phone call I need to take while we're doing this. Turns out I never canceled my caster curse subscription for my college casting days. Crazy.
So the Jace is usually paired with something
Renekton?
like,
I mean, Renekton wouldn't be bad here, in all honesty, but
now already seeing the Xayah and Rakan and having to play into that might dissuade them a little.
Also, Xayah into Nocturne, very, very good. Love it.
FlyQuest also banding away some of the annoying answers into the J, so Yorick taken off the table. Morgan also looks very solid on the carry so far, so trying to put him onto something not able to counter that matchup.
Yeah, Jace, take away a couple of the angry matchups that
You
are
go
gonna be a
open?
little bit,
I don't
tough
let
to
it.
deal with. Let's see here though, because TO, I mean, they're just building a very standard.
I don't know if I like
5-on-5
Nico
team
with,
fight here, very safe.
well, I guess they could do Nico
Probably gonna have to
Ezreal.
put Morgan
Yeah,
on something weak side. There's already
they
some
could.
The Yorick, the Ornn band away. Malphite exists,
Are we gonna ban the
but is
Nico?
a little tricky into Cassio. It would be good into the other two champions. I think
like
Gragas
it's
could
just-
also work well. if he
Scion,
wants to just
Scion is
neutralize.
still available too. I feel like
Scion's huge. Scion's the
Scion
one.
into Jace is the classic.
Yeah. Tank
Nico
matchup
Ezreal is like the
work
only
for Team
bot
Liquid
lane
in
that I can think
competition,
of
but
that
also
like
they have
really.
Jungler out
Oh,
here
interesting.
still, and typically, once
Thank
they can carry that Orianna ball, I'm thinking J4.
Yeah, they're just gonna give him
maybe
Nico
some
Ezreal,
Zeros, but
and that's
that
gonna
means
be the
they
bot
don't
lane.
have that with a potential Ashe
I would
in the
assume.
future. So let's see what Team Liquid would go. It's FlyQuest pick next, though.
I mean, they did do the Nefiri with the Orianna.
Ooh,
they do
true.
like that combo.
What do
but
you call
already,
that combination?
You also already have the
The Shikari.
Shikari.
Yeah.
But they already have Rakan, and Rakan is such a great delivery for the Orianna ball. So they don't necessarily need that
Yep.
still.
Yep.
Cryogen
There it
with
is.
The Nico
And then Moss is gonna go
again.
Ezreal.
He was.
So, what do we
pivotal.
go?
In some of these comps where they only basically.
What are
had
we
him to be,
going
like,
in
main
jungle?
CC,
That's the big
main
question.
setup, he really did perform well.
He was surprised
and
with some of his
I don't
own
know if we
engagements.
want to
Yeah.
use this
he
in Zhao
definitely
yet,
served that role. So
but
this is
J4,
for
yep,
FlyQuest is a
that
very
was
standard
mentioned
comp
in
for
chat.
them. It's
That's
not,
fair,
like,
we
standard
got
for a
it.
lot of
Now, what do you
teams
want
to run
top
this
side? I
style,
mean,
but,
Renekton
this
honestly is really good
definitely
here in my
something that
opinion.
They have run before.
And they're doubling down. That's the second
Sion's not bad as well.
So you're right that they did have the Rakan,
And
they
show
wanted
the
more,
Ezreal.
and they
All right,
also
let me
locked
get
in
the
Sion,
predictions
so
up.
Pretty basic drafting at the tail end for Team Liquid.
That's about a stock standard of a team comp
Yep.
you can get if you're
There we
Team
go.
Liquid.
All right,
Tank top,
prediction
Orianna
is
mid lane,
up in
Zyra
Twitch
Khan
chat. You
fits
got
in
2
pretty much
minutes.
any
Poll
medicine
is
for the
going
champions
live
of the
over on
Go to
YouTube.
really any year in league history, and you can find a similar composition to what Team Liquid have right now. FlyQuest yet to lock in an AD carry for Masu, and it will be Ezreal. So opening up Cryogen to get out of lane a little bit more, and
All right.
some range for Masu to play with.
We know what both these comps want to do.
Okay, so currently Team
FlyQuest
Liquid with
wants
a
to
pretty
find
solid
a
front-to-back,
find somebody to
very
dive on.
classic style of
Realistically,
League
the
of Legends. What do
Orianna,
we feel about FlyQuest's answers
since
in
Xayah
game?
has
Do
her
you feel like
ult,
they have
or
the
at least
tools
like bait out the ult.
to crack
I mean,
this type of comp?
They're a little bit low on frontline, but I
And they
definitely
have a
feel like
lot
they're
of good
trying to
counter
play
engage
side
for our
lanes, and then
dive.
they're just confident in
Cassiopeia,
Masu and Quad's ability
the
to carry team
miasma or
fights.
whatever it
In
is on the
game
ground,
one
stop
of
it.
their series
Nico
last
Roots.
week, Masu
Jace
also played the
knockback.
Ezreal, a bit of a slow start,
Nocturne
but once
can
he hit,
turn off the
3 or
lights
4
as
items,
well.
Really started taking over that game.
But I can hear in the back of my head somewhere,
But
some Twitch chat.
we have the
Flowers
ability to
probably
find some really
screaming
good
that there's
picks
not enough
if they're not all
engagement
together.
FlyQuest right now. They don't have a lot of ways to get in and start the fight other than Cryogen on Nico.
I mean, you have Nocturne plus Nico, right? This is a
Solid
classic
first draft
combo.
from both
You
sides,
turn
to
off
be
the
honest.
lights
It's
and you
just a
make
matter of
Nico's job a
who
lot
wins it
easier.
out.
So while that is the main thing, and we talked about them being able to rely on Cryogen in that role before,
Pump damage here?
having that
Absolutely.
Nocturne ultimate
Cassiopeia,
really
though, as
does
the game
make it a
goes on,
lot
can
easier to pull off
absolutely
this.
shred
Plays
through
multiple angles,
Sion, so that is your
FlyQuest,
angle.
They super like this style of comp where they have lots of damage. They can poke ahead of time and then pull the trigger with the Nocturne and Nico ultis.
The thing I will say, if FlyQuest gets prio on objectives and we're fighting into a Nocturne, it's going to be a problem. Into a Nocturne with the poke that they have, going to be an issue. We need to get ahead early.
It's the young guns versus the old faithful. FlyQuest versus Team
We need to be
Liquid.
trying to
Riot
force them to
Games
fight into
Arena.
us.
Make some noise. We're getting into game 1.
All right, here we go.
Real quick word on where Jose is going to be starting his jungle. The Jarvan is definitely the one that tries to disrupt the early
issues
game
for
rather
live
than
content.
Nocturne.
How do you
who
feel
love
about
to
fly
full clear,
content?
so
Feel like they're-
Griffin making it in to get that.
They've
early
released some
lead.
fun
Very
shorts, but
small
they're
victory.
dropping the ball on YouTube content.
All right. expecting both of them, to path down towards bottom.
But every
side.
org, I think,
Doctor
barring
starting
C9,
with
is dropping the ball on
Wolves to
YouTube
get the quick
content
respawn
in
on
terms of what I
Wolves
would
to do
expect.
clear towards bottom side. This, by the way, is Raz's match of the week.
C9's the only one with the
Raz-
output that
Raz
matches
basically
what I
gets second
personally
choice.
hold the
Emily
standard.
always gets first choice for what is Emily's match of the week. And since we only have 2 matches,
There's only one other choice.
That doesn't mean Raz,
like-
you're trying to take his credibility of his match of the week away?
It's like saying on my
Raz's
left
match of the
hand.
week.
he made a good choice.
He could have picked the same match. He's just choosing not to.
Okay. I was gonna say it's like saying my left hand is my second favorite hand. You know, it's like you only get 2 options. It's not like it's gonna.
So we're going to be tracking which
Alright.
G is the bigger G in these games. As you
they're
can
both
see,
tiny right now.
both of them are
Right
fairly
over there.
small at the
Those are
moment.
right over
Little
here.
lowercase
But
G's.
every time either Griffin or Gatkos gets a kill, we'll post a new picture,
They'll
but bigger.
grow. They're just,
Oh,
yes,
man.
Thank you for the visual
Bro, I got something stuck in
demonstration.
my throat.
Yeah, again, tiny right now.
yeah, ground 0 for G's.
Kobe, it's
Oh,
They're
what
just
a double
normal-sized
root.
Gs, okay, guys?
Okay.
Like, that's a totally normal sized G.
Smallest
did seem
I've
like-
seen this year.
Griffin was confident that he was not going to give up the chain, though, because you also gave him the chain in the
Yeah.
pregame interview. So we'll see if he's able to back that up. His bot lane priorities there for Masu and Cryogen. They were getting some trades onto Yan and Core and currently shoving that wave in.
Yeah, exactly. And again, that's kind of the crux to a lot of these FlyQuest, comps and styles. They like to keep pushing all lanes, get Griffin a lot of room to work with for jungle. And then a lot of the times, too, when you're in that position, your job is to mark enemy jungle and track them to make sure this Jarvan can't get an impactful gank since all of your lanes are trying to play aggressively and trying to push.
Bro, there's
And
legitimately,
then if you can keep up that
there's
pressure
legitimately
and
something
avoid
stuck in the back of
the
my throat
early
right now.
opening, then you get
And
a
I don't know
lot
what
of
it is.
potential for the mid game.
Pretty nice.
Like, it has
stuff,
just
though,
happened
with
in the last
pushing
20
lanes. And
seconds, which
Quad
is
with
crazy.
the Deathfire touch Cassiopeia. What I've seen this matchup, like Cassio does actually win the early lane into the Orianna. It's just the Orianna often scales better with combos and team
Christ.
fights, which could be with the Rakan.
No,
In terms of
Ninja.
the early laning phase,
Please don't.
Expect FlyQuest to continue to keep the pressure on.
But good for you, man.
Yeah, I think Gecko should be just fine right here. Does take a tough trade at the very end. Misses that shock blast, so might have to back off because Jose
Is this what you do in
the
your spare
area.
time when you're not
Yeah,
going
and you know
to
by process of elimination.
to,
we got,
fucking
FlyQuest
Mets games?
Got bottom side Scuttle Crab, so they're
or
calling
yelling
it,
at C9 games?
The Jarvan here up to the top side, and there's Vision both side, the Tri-Brush as well as the lane.
Alright,
here
CS
by
check.
mid lane, so
And more of that solo.
Oh my God,
1v1
Quad's getting
advantage going to Quad
poked
in
out.
the early game here, heavily chunking
Or Quid's
out
getting
Quid,
poked down by
just backed
Quad.
and TP'd into lane.
Big
And
advantage
now
in the
to
bot lane so
And we
far
talked
for
about
Masu and
experience of
Cryogen.
these
The Ezreal
teams as well.
Nico
In
is
terms of playoff
doing a very
games,
good job.
Team Liquid Alienware has a lot of playoff games between their entire team. Even the
How
experienced
about the Knicks?
members
Tell me
of
about it, Soundwave.
FlyQuest with Quad and Masu, still not as many games as the other two. So
I got to
very
shout out
impressive
Core
stuff.
JJ also. 206 playoff games. That's not just pro games, of course. He's been playing for a while. That is longer than most players' pro careers, I would
Okay.
have to guess. Let's get our stats guy on that one. Hey, Leo, check us live. I love doing this. Put him on the spot live. What's the average number of games a pro plays?
yeah, I mean, Score JJ started his career so long ago, and Griffin walked over a ward here into this position.
Also not level 6,
mid
so
lane's
low
even.
chance that he actually finds anything, but Quid is
Gakkos
still
is
hanging around.
naturally
Jose's
going
here
to
as
get
well.
ahead.
Flash from Quad with the miasma. They're trying to send it on
Okay,
to Quid. Now they
wait a
turn it
minute.
back around. Quad with no summoner spells. Ghosts away.
That's fine.
And will actually get out to safety. Okay,
Yep.
precarious position for both mid laners, but nobody goes down.
Interesting.
Yeah, nice counter there by
Push the
Jose,
wave in.
getting both the Flash and the Ghost out of Quad, but not able to
Morgan
secure
getting the
kill.
better
timing
Gakkos
needs to
out
be
of that trade.
perfect
Fine.
in order to defend that gank and try and get it. But
Bot side's a bit
overall,
of
I
a
think
problem, though.
Not much done other than summer spells.
Also, I heard from production, average pro career length is 110
Down
games. So
11
Quid's almost
CS
double that
already
for just
bot
playoff
side.
games alone.
Yeah, I mean, Core's also in top 10 in terms of longest careers in all esports history.
No.
Hey.
Also, what is the average?
MDMK,
number
that's
of-
awesome.
What is the average number of world?
We love to see
wins?
Grandma getting
Because
hyped.
He's well above the average
Less
of
than
those
one.
with even just one.
0.0001.
Yeah, boy, yeah, it's
Yeah.
got to be minuscule right there. I'm not going to put Leo on that one. I feel like that one's too much.
All right.
Masu
Now he's
Crowd-
going to take that as a challenge.
True.
Nice.
Yes.
On it.
That's how you actually get him to do stuff when you don't.
Tragic
think
that
you
Yon
should.
got
You
rooted
can.
there. Yon doesn't
Bet
get
you won't.
rooted. Maybe that's a
All
kill.
right, still
You're
pile
like,
for the bot
it's
side.
too tough for Leo. He's not going to go find this.
I bet you he can't give me $10 right now. There's no way. He'd never do it. All right, Masu and Cryogen backing off of this bot wave currently.
Fine.
As Yan and Core JJ will catch that. Still about a 2-wave lead for Masu and Cryogen overall. So Despite them losing some of their health bar in those trades there, it's looking fantastic for them in the 2v2.
Yeah,
So,
level
okay,
6
so the
grab
biggest
that
lead is
Griffin
just
gonna
bot
have
lane for
to
now.
give away to Jose Diodo.
Top side's
right
around
there.
even.
No flash or ghost on his Casio. And if Jarvan gets level 6, that would basically be instant death. So Jose now gets to play with that little bit of extra pressure.
And no flashes on the mid laner, so immediately when I see a
Nice.
level 6
And got a plate.
J4 and a Cassiopeia
awesome.
with no flash, no ghost,
We
I
love
start
that.
thinking that that could be a play. Jose's currently going back to clear some of the camps, though, as the wave was shoved
By the
in
way,
from
final
Quid, so
prediction
maybe not
over on
doing
the
it yet,
YouTube
but now
stream,
Quid
it is
hits level 6,
65%
so they would
favored
have the combo.
towards
Quad has to be
FlyQuest.
very careful.
Over on
Okay,
over
now
on
finally Masu's
Twitch,
gonna go
it
for
was
his recall here,
75%
so
FlyQuest
Gonna
favored.
be
Very
secure
heavily
priority
FlyQuest favored
for
in
Team
terms of the
Liquid,
gambling.
and they can just get Jose, you know, pathing on back down towards the dragon here, get a nice setup for themselves. They've got their level 6, and they've got the control ward in the brush
Alright,
that leads
who's
over
gonna make
to
a
the
move for
dragon
Dragon
already.
first? Jose Diodo's top
this little
side.
ward down here is
So is
nice,
Griffin. They are
and
both on
getting
the same
early
side of the
setup
map.
for you know, the first big objective fight can oftentimes mean a huge difference, especially since
Big
both
wave
mid
for
laners,
Quid there.
even though they don't have flashes, they do have their
for mid.
ultis.
Watch for mid. There we go. Flash plus the ultimate on the quad.
Oh
Petrifying
my
into
God.
another 2. And that's a paranoia.
Griffin's probably gonna get the kill.
First
Yeah.
blood to Jose,
Wow.
but answered one
Good
for
ult
one
from Quad.
as FlyQuest get there.
Listen, that's
for
actually
one
something
trade.
that FlyQuest
Both
is
the
gonna
kills
take.
go on
They
the
have no
junglers.
summoner spells
Yeah.
on their mid laner, but the mid laner that Griffin wants to gank is the flashless Orianna.
Yeah.
So the fact that they get that in a 2v3 is going to give them tempo, because now Crouch and Masu get full control over the spot wave as Core spent that entire time mid.
First
Masu.
blood gold will be nice for Jose.
My
but still
God.
fantastic.
My God,
Ooh,
dude.
Nice chunks there to Jan, who's been on the receiving end of a few of those so far
Alright.
in this laning phase. Another wave will come in. Dragon not started by either team yet, but all about getting these plates in the bot side.
And Masu,
Nice.
Masu has
Good
just
farming.
been an absolute demon recently.
My
for
God,
FlyQuest.
dude.
He's landing everything.
He's hitting
onto
all
Jan.
of these.
So much extra damage onto Jan, and you kind of mentioned, but the time Core JJ spent away in mid lane allowed him to also push up and get the priority there. And now they're paying the price for it.
True Shot Barrage stops the back. Core and Jose are here. Jan's going to stick around.
Okay.
But they're burning so much time from Jose right now. I mean, Griffin has no ultimate, so anytime the Nocturne doesn't have ultimate and you can get eyes on Jarvan is just great for them.
Ugh,
and it's
this
not
is
like
not
they were
good
punished
so
for
far,
getting
but it's
that
fine.
deep vision. As an
Yeah.
example of Masu last week, I mean, he was
Ezreal
he
Nico
was
has
an
been strong all year.
insane performance, 26 kills, 2 assists.
Nothing too new there.
In that week. We're going to see this play one more time, Kobe.
Yeah, so they're setting up here at Core JJ and Jose looking to punish the Cassiopeia, but Quad, watch his nice Cassio ult as
Yeah,
he
just
gets
great
Shockwave.
Cassio ult.
He gets his Cassio ult off on both of them, and this allows the counter kill. This sets up the counter kill to get that 1-for-1 that you're talking about. Then
I can trade.
Yeah, you need to trade.
Nice. No flash, that's really good.
Yeah, Jay put in the
All right, play successful as we see Spawn
Don't like to
giving
see
the...
that.
yeah, because he invested his jungler's flash to go for that play
Nice.
as well as the ultimate trades.
Jose's currently on the grub here.
What
Kraken
a-
blocking it and just auto steals one.
Wait, it was sitting so low for so long.
That's
Smite
just
greed.
disrespectful here. Jose still has a smite available, but now has multiple people in there. The Miasma trying to lock him down. Pop Blossom
They got
as
all
well.
three.
That will just mean 2 grubs over to FlyQuest.
Oh, wait, no, never mind.
Curious.
Never mind. Never. Oh, thank God.
2 grubs for
Never mind, I
FlyQuest. A
missed
little bit
all.
of smite greed at
Oh.
the start from Jose, but he still secures the one. I think FlyQuest is going to be relatively happy about that, even though they did burn.
Bro, that
on
one
the
health tick
ultimate.
is actually tragic. Like, what?
Honestly, let's see about the re-clears here, because both their clears are going to head towards bottom again too, though, and we've had the swap.
I'm trying to
so
think what a good
Jackos,
sponsor would be for
lane
coaches camp.
adjustments here.
Because you're 100%
Had
right.
swapped down to
There's
the bottom
a
side, now it's
there's
gonna
an
use the
ad potential
teleport
for that.
as they swap back. So it's swap for grubs, then
I don't
swap
know, the
back with
Oakley Vision or
teleport.
some
But
shit.
TP advantage now for the Scion
Yeah.
with the Drake being up. So I imagine Team Liquid has that in their sights as their next play. Plus, they have bot prio already happening here for the Xayah. Seems like they have the map in an okay spot,
Alright,
but I mean,
bot
FlyQuest
lane CS is
maximizing
evening
their
out
gold
again,
right now.
thank
They're up
God.
about 700 as well as the small grub lead.
And Griffin's also down here, has the paranoia. They won't have the Pop Blossom from Cryogen if a fight happens around the Dragon, but they still have some other big ultimates available.
Yeah, no pop
Nice.
blossom is really
Free first
painful.
dragon.
We'll see. Mid
There we go.
priority's getting gained right now by Quad.
Would be
Is
a
it
hands
free?
check, 'cause it
Masu's
would be
walking up.
45.
Masu's
Oh my,
just gonna
okay.
It's not
face check.
free.
Griffin pops the paranoia, just walks up and smite, steals it! Back-to-back objectives getting taken by FlyQuest. Flash over the wall from Griffin. Gets out of there.
Okay, that's not a kill, but that is a big G play.
That's a big G play.
That is big G energy right there. He goes in and just yoinks the dragon,
Oh,
turns out the
what?
lights, and steals it in the night.
I mean, TP disadvantage. They get the TP when
What?
they Nocturne ult because Team Liquid thinks the team fight is coming.
And he lived.
But he just smites it and walks away. Where's the counter engage? From
That's
the
what I'm
rest of Team
saying.
Liquid
No,
because of
we
the
didn't want to
Nocturne
go on
ultimate?
him.
JJ isn't confident to just fly in with no vision over here.
And we
But
just
it's a
let him leave.
temporary 5v4. He goes
My
in a little bit late.
God.
Griffin just flashes away.
Yeah,
We
good
just
spell
fucking
shield
let him
there,
leave.
as
That's
well.
I can also
crazy.
look to flip it. I'm gonna look to flip. Can we look to burst?
Oh, TP down,
He
TP down.
TP. Got it,
Okay,
got it.
run.
Run.
No, everyone,
Okay,
everyone.
run. I rooted them. Can
Oh,
you get out?
nice.
Yeah,
Well
I'm chilling.
Okay, nice.
Cryogen, though,
love
kind of saved that with the
call.
root.
Burst
But
it. We saw, Nico, we saw Ezreal both throw abilities at the dragon, burst it down to set up Griffin for that smite steal.
That is actually crazy heist right there. Gets out, uses
All
the
right,
ult and
look,
the flash,
hey,
but definitely well
if
worth
there's
it for
one
them
thing that
because
I've learned
Dragons
from
for
watching the
this
Knicks,
game,
sometimes
are something
things
that
don't go
TL
your way
want to
early.
use to try and draw
That's
you
fine.
into their, like, standard team
As
fight.
long as you
But
bring it
FlyQuest,
together
now
in
that
the
they've
end,
got
that's all
the
that
first
matters.
one, they have so much luxury in the mid
You
game.
could be
They
down a
don't
lot
have to
going into the
bend
third,
to
and as
TL's
long as you
will
make the
and
comeback,
play to
it's
their
fine.
game plan now. They can really, play the side lane, spread their map, use their Nocturne
We're
ultimate, try and
chilling.
pick people
I'm
off
not
and
worried yet.
Let this the
Not
high
at all.
damage carries really get to work.
Yeah, got to track the plates as well because they've just been pressuring these side lanes. 2 plates left on that bot lane turret. 3
First big
plates
team
left
fight's gonna
on
be
that
really
top lane
important for
turret.
us.
If FlyQuest is able to break these turrets first, that's when they'll really get that gold injection for the future Dragon fights.
And already 1,500 gold.
Serpent's
ahead
Fang first
currently,
build
plus
for,
the objectives. I mean,
first
even just
item for
that auto on the
Gakkos.
grubs gave them
Interesting.
grub advantage. Not all 3, but it's still something to track there. So FlyQuest, great start early as Core JJ is in Cryogen's jungle. We'll spot him. Actually, no, that's Cryogen on the Nico, not the Nocturne. Confused myself there for a
lot of
second.
Nocturnes on the mini map right now.
Yep,
classic Nico caster
Okay.
counter.
And they did actually catch him here, so Core JJ is able to at least land the
Nah,
knockup.
didn't need
Cryogen just
anything.
sidesteps
It's fine.
and walks away.
I actually do like this from Gakkos, going for the Serpent's Fang first because he's playing into Sion who has the big shield of his own.
Ooh,
but
true.
then also Orianna.
Good job
as
on Yawn
well
on getting
as a
back into
recon
this
for,
game in terms of the
for
CS. I
later
mean, he was
on,
down
and
a
it's
lot, but
it's
now
a-
he's
a
right
good
back in the
lethality
swing of
item
things.
in its own right too. So
Yeah, let's track it. Currently 0
We'll
shielding
see.
reduced.
Flag and drag onto Masu. Cataclysm as well. Flashes the shockwave.
Okay, that's fine.
Masu, nice. To
2
get out of
ults
there.
are absolutely
good
worth
on
it for
usage, though,
Ezreal
to-
Flash
to
Barrier.
trade those ults
100%.
for the,
We take that.
flash.
Yeah, 2 minutes on Drake. I think it was a good look by Team Liquid, but also just a good reaction from Masu. He had so many moments last week where he would escape with like 100 health in his deathless game 2 and 3. So he's really been trusting his hands lately.
And also a reminder for everybody, you can see it on your screen right now. Come watch the winner of this series at the Spring Finals at ASU's Mullet
All right,
Arena
come on.
from June 13th to 14th. The winner of this will
Drag
be
is up in a minute
at the Mullet
50.
Arena this coming weekend here. You take
Morgan
down,
is
scan
even
on
in
the
CS
screen.
with
Yeah, come
Gakkos,
say hi.
which is a massive win.
And they have a lot of deep vision in the red quadrant of their jungle right now set up. TL have super deep vision to see these FlyQuest bot side plays. And since that's where the Cassiopeia is at
Mid
the moment,
lane, 11
does
CS
make me
up.
think maybe they
Fine.
try and pull something off.
It's a lot of words.
Coming
Wow.
through here, so yeah, Quad does have his double movement summoner spells available, so can still rely on those. But TL, they're coming with a little bit of pressure.
Do they need that many wards? Like, it's not like they can TP a cannon in behind or something. What are they going to do? TP a Sion and have him ult through the walls to try and get a
Hey,
flank?
thank you, man.
There's no spellbook on the Recon.
They're going to
Cool.
have Core
Yeah,
and
some things
Jose
just
in
ain't
mid
meant to be.
together.
But that's
the
okay.
jungle support synergy here.
We like having
Can
rivals.
they make a pick?
Currently fishing for Griffin, dropping
Oh, winter
more
bird.
wards down. So just keeping the
Hey, it's a
vision up
dry
this
heat
timer
in
makes a little more
Arizona,
sense.
okay?
The ward
Relax.
tempo for Core JJ
It's
currently
hot.
set
It
up
ain't that
50
hot.
seconds before the Dragon. Spotting out if FlyQuest will walk up to contest. And then we'll see potentially the little dance back from FlyQuest trying to clear some of those out. But they don't have nearly as many deep wards. There's one flanking ward, but I mean, who would realistically be TP flanking? Jace is not the strongest one at that.
I think it's just
Oh, no.
the info and the setup and the entry. Don't
We're fine.
necessarily need
We're fine.
teleport flank to pull it off. But even sometimes you get an open area has no TL vision. That's all Cryogene needs. Now you gotta stay in the goal.
There we go. We're caught back up to
I
live.
think that might be part of also why they have so many
Alright,
downs.
FlyQuest already has inside track to this, but Jose Dioto's in the middle of it. These are some of the angles that we've seen Jose Dioto get pinched and trapped, so I just don't want to see him get caught there. Good job from Yawn, getting some damage out. Oh, that's a great combo. Great combo. Griffin can't do shit. Bye-bye, you're done.
But that's going to be a dead jungler for FlyQuest. Team Liquid smash FlyQuest in the river.
That is an insane.
Core set that up. That was so nice. Core just stood up the bowling pins. Scion run straight into him. That was clean.
Big Scion with a shield. Oh my goodness. Core JJ and Quinn.
Good job, Core.
That is big.
What a wombo.
Good shit.
Right on top of Gakkos.
And we get Dragon for that.
Griffin was still trying to pull the trigger for the fight afterwards. This is absolutely a delivery of a couple
Jose
of kills.
Dioto does a
Griffin's
good
little
job
bit low,
of
but
staying
right as
in
the
there,
TP comes
but
in,
not.
Let's just look at this combo one more time. Who gets the first engage? It's Core
Core.
JJ,
Yep.
charms him up
Bam.
into the
Bam.
Scion
Bam.
delivery system.
Yep.
The drive wave.
They never got to move. I mean, you have
One shot.
to
There
combine
we
all
go.
three of
Come
them
on.
for that one, because Core JJ.
As I told you, game one.
To get
Hey,
in there for
game
the
one's
double
our
knockup.
comfort zone right
he's
here.
The pivotal one. Everybody else's job was pretty easy after that.
Just follow up.
Yeah, I give the credit to the first domino.
Anybody want to tell me what dragon's on the map?
Slaughter. There we go. Shock.
Place your guesses.
No,
What
not
dragon
right.
is on the
I'm
map
not
before they show it?
But
But
Team
either way,
Liquid,
it
they
looked
Anywhere
are
else.
not
It looked
terrible
cool,
at them.
yes.
They're very good at them. And so with
I didn't
that
see any-
single move, they take
there hex
back the
gates? No,
gold
there's no
lead
hex
here
gates.
away from FlyQuest. And
Are
if
the plants?
you're
The
giving
plants
a bunch
aren't
of money
bu- oh,
over to
Infernal.
a
Okay, it's
super
Infernal.
standard
Never
like 5-on-5 team fight team, it definitely becomes super easy to execute your game plan from then on out. They can get these objectives really early, and they can just try and do front-to-back team fighting. It becomes really difficult then for FlyQuest to do anything.
That was weird.
about this
Something's
Zaya
messed up with
especially.
the
And
overlay.
also
You got
it was Core JJ that set it up that time.
you got whatever
Earlier,
logo
the
that
drag, we
is,
saw
and
him
then
hesitate
that
a little bit
is,
to go
I
in
think,
on the
the cloud
Griffin
thing.
there, and then that Smite Steal came through. This time, Core's the one that found the play to set that up.
And also, I'd say the tempo of this game, even though Griffin
his
pulled
tempo
off that nice Drake steal at the start of the
absolutely
game,
favors us.
is more favor to Team Liquid. Like
Yeah.
when FlyQuest has been making this,
They've got a
late
Scion,
run,
and they are
it's been
not
hyping
keeping.
everybody
They are
up.
not picking up the
It's
tempo of
because
this
they've
game.
been making their
That
own
bot lane
plays,
lead that they
they
had
play so
early on
fast,
is not
they play
leading
so
to much
loose,
at
but they
all.
haven't really been taking risks in this game. Maybe now that they've had the Rift Herald fight go awry, they might look for a dive here.
Shockwave early onto the wave, and now Paranoia from Griffin. They're going to go for the dive.
Oh.
Pop will land onto
Didn't
one.
get all that
Benchline
much.
Gates follow up, but there's just
Quad
not
can't
enough
even kill
damage,
him.
And the turret's doing a lot. Quid's still
boy.
running away, trying to escape.
Alright,
Flash
Quid's
from
dead.
Gakkos, and we had a shot there
But
to
are we
Griffin
able to
as
close
Team Liquid have
anything
two
else on
members
this?
under
No, we
the
just let
bottom
him dive that
turret.
far.
Core and Jose trying
Well, I
to
guess
get out of
Sion's
there.
not
Jan
here,
trying to get
so.
into the fight as the
Oh.
backup lands. Cataclysm re-engage from
There we go, Jose.
Sion's there for the damage. Team
And
Liquid
Core's
get
out.
Core out of there,
Wow.
And they'll answer a kill.
Oh
Well
my
done.
goodness! Yeah, Core lives at the end
Well
of the whole
done.
time. Scion is also still pushing on top side, so
That's
they
great.
will,
Scion just gets solos
probably
time top
answer
side.
The tower that was
Trading
taken
1 for
to
1 in a 4v5, I'm
FlyQuest,
fine with
though.
that.
They chopped
Shit.
down the lead for now.
Yeah, I like the overall play by FlyQuest, but then it's just about execution. Quid gets most of the wave, now the entire wave, which makes the turret immediately turn when FlyQuest goes
Good
in.
flash
They
from
split focus a
Quid
little bit. They
to
clearly
be
do
right
want
outside
to
of that
kill
Nico.
Quid, but Cassio
Back
gets
alive.
stuck on the turret.
Jan has to
Not
use the
get
ultimate.
caught.
Quid gonna keep, or Quad rather, gonna keep going forward as Core JJ is trying to keep his AD carry alive. Masu. that
Jan, we were a
sidestep
little bit
Mystic
too
shot
far
could
ahead
have
there.
been the kill, but Jan gets out.
Little bit
Another
too
part
far.
why people love watching FlyQuest play League of Legends. They're so aggressive, and they're going to keep making these plays to fight their way back into it.
Oh my god.
Still has flash,
No, the
by the
wolf-
way. Still has flash. Doesn't need it.
No,
Doesn't need it. There's not a
I
Oh,
thought the Wolves were gonna
my
go through
God.
right there. Yeah.
I saw him hesitate at the Wolves, too. It's like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
These Wolves are coming out. They're going to get
That
a
was
crit on me or
way
something.
too close for comfort.
Okay, so after the last play, I like this vision toggle here from the
Okay.
observers. Still showing how TL are diligently keeping up
Minute
their
50
deep
until
vision through
Dragon.
this red quadrant of the jungle because they want to keep setting
Quick
up for
check.
dragon fights. They want to keep
The
trying
lead
to
that Jose
draw
Dioto had
into,
shrunk a little bit
this
because
river corridor.
Griffin
Here we
was
go.
able to kill.
Another
No flash.
Paranoia. No flash available on Quid, but
Yawn doing a
not
good job of
enough
pumping out
follow-up
damage
from
to even
FlyQuest.
this out.
Gakkos was just a little too far away to land the empowered shock blast.
Fine.
Yeah, Masu landed a good amount of follow-up damage, but without the extra shock blast damage, they're not going to push for anything further, and that is.
I mean,
gonna be
Nocturnal will be
Nocturne
back up,
Ultimate
so I don't blame
down.
them at all
And
for
Jan
trying to
just
go for
playing with
that
a ton
and
of
try and
confidence right
bait
there.
out
2 items already completed.
literally
on Zaya.
anything. There's flash
threat
still
of
up on
Xayah
Xayah,
killing
but no
both of them
flash
when
on
they continue to
Orianna.
chase onto Quid's Orianna, I think is what ultimately saved his life.
That's what he saved the flash for, you know? He can walk up.
Now, though, with no flash for the Orianna in side waves, you have to get a little bit more, you know, careful with your movements here. And that's why you see the rest of the team, TL right now, pushing in to shadow.
I have 52 seconds until Dragon. Get your vision set up.
Everybody kind of hover around behind him.
And
they
then
also
decide on
know
the play that we
Captain
want. Do we
Ultimate
want to
is down
push
from the
lane
mid
and then
lane
rotate
play,
it
so they have a
down, or
little
do we just
time to
want to...
work with.
Love that play from Team Liquid.
Oh my
Man,
God,
there's
Jan.
another
But
heavy
Masu
chunk
stepped
from
up.
Masu onto Jan. Now,
Oh, there.
Lazan will
See,
get
there's
the
his flash.
out.
Good play.
Pretty long range flash
Really
over the
good
wall
play.
there. Nice for Masu to land that one. As True Shot Barrage will not land this time.
These engages from Team
Jan
Liquid
still has
with
ult up.
OJJ
He's fine.
and Morgan coming from different angles.
He
Getting
should be able
themselves
to
some
heal up at
important
least a
summoner
little bit of
spells,
mid.
but as
2
of
items on
yet,
him.
Not going to
My
break
God,
anything
yeah.
for this Dragon. 20 seconds ahead of time on the setup.
You can
That's
see
fine.
Masu just trying to play so close to the edge as well, knowing the team is a little bit
FlyQuest
behind,
does-
trying
oh,
to
we're all
get
back and we're just
control
giving
of
it
that
up. Okay.
mid-wave. It's the
That's fine.
FlyQuest mid
Doesn't
turret
matter.
that's sitting on that one plate. So mid priority, very important before this Drake spawns. He did get the mid prio by burning his flash.
Yeah, they're going to be able to burn this because TL have everybody topside too. So
As long as he doesn't die, that's a
FlyQuest's
worthwhile
objective
play for
acquired
Masu.
for them at the moment. And Jose and Quid just going to recall from the top side for TL. Try and keep things stable.
Good news for FlyQuest though, because Dragon Soul, if it's
Infernal Soul really
things
helps
like
them out with
Ezreal,
Sion,
things
I
like
will
Jace,
say.
Man, that's a lot of poke damage then when you approach that late game. So this is turning into one of those kind of win condition Dragon Souls based on the composition that they have.
Okay, so still looking at Quid's cooldown on his flash.
Can we get
at the
that mid
moment,
tower?
too.
It's like 1
Because
health.
Nocturne Ultimate is back and available, and everybody basically has their 2 item power
we just
spikes
walk up
coming
and
in
auto
at
it?
the moment. So have to be fairly careful, and that's why Quid is just grouped up with the team again. Don't want to expose yourself as being a really easy target to go for. I have to say, Masu has done a lot of work just with some poke damage here on the Ezreal.
Oh, no flash on him. Had to burn the Nocturne ult to keep him alive.
But
But Jose Diodo goes in. Oh, that's a big Nico pop-up. But it doesn't get any kills yet. Now it gets kills.
Will go
Fuck.
down, but bought crucial space for FlyQuest, who keep walking forward. Nice ultimate comes
Okay.
in from Morgan to buy some defensive
Jose
space.
Diodo
but
gets a little
still
bit back.
loses the
Hold up.
carries.
Wait.
Jose and Morgan, the only one still alive. Masu and
Oh my God, he gets him. He gets him.
Bomb! Double kill to Jose. Team
Bang, good
Liquid
trade
into
back.
play.
It's an absolute bloodbath there as the
Oh,
turret
this series
goes
is
down.
going
It
to
looked like
5.
the Jarvan
Dear
Orianna
God.
combo didn't quite land, but then FlyQuest just goes all out to try and finish the
All right,
fights.
Morgan,
It's
you're having a
Morgan
game
Sion
right now.
who
Love
really
it.
clutched it in the end.
Yeah, you can see what happens when you try and just all flash past the front line of TL. Because FlyQuest are like, all right, we got to kill all these carries. We're going to ignore the tanks in the front line here.
Yep.
And so they all like go past Morgan. Look at this crouch and engage.
With the
My
Gakko
God.
Shock Blast in the back, but then they don't get the clean one-shot. A few things that I want to point out is Quad chasing through to finish Yawn actually gets the tick damage, even though the Scion there CC locks Quad and then manages to also get the connect onto Masu before Jose flash EQs.
Yeah, you can only ignore the Scion for so long.
That's got to be terrifying when you feel like you're
My
winning the team
God.
fight. Then you take inventory. You're like, okay, so we got the carry, we got the mid laner. Oh, that's a full health
Rhodes,
Sion
I don't
that's
actually
in
mind
the
that play
middle
from
of our
Jan.
entire
I think it's
team.
on everybody else to know that
Ooh.
Nico's going to
Yeah,
like
they're
dive
feeling
into the
pressure.
back
That was a good
line.
flash from Gakko, so he's able to flash away.
Like if they're
from
pressing
that
up, like if
shockwave,
we just dodge that Nico
over
ult,
to
we're
the rest
fine.
of the
But that
squad
Nico
and
ult changed
get
the
them
entire tide of the
fairly
fight.
low. FlyQuest, so really on the edge of a knife there, quite close.
I don't mind
to,
picking up the tempo
getting
on that,
enough
to be
in it.
honest.
But
At all.
TL, really nice, clap back from Jose and Morgan, and Jose is the one that's getting paid off of it.
All right, come on.
Even though the sign is looking menacing in there, Jose is really the key factor, and if you can get to a Guardian Angel early in pro play, it is insane for your objective.
Once again,
control.
big
So
lead in jungle.
Jungler's getting a lot of early money. It's actually quite good, and Jose is getting very close to that Guardian Angel. Will be one of the first people to get a 3-item power spike.
The stats are really backing up that first team All-Pro jungle position for Jose right now. 5-0-3.
Quid having a
1,500
meh game
gold
so
lead
far,
for the jungler
but
as
some
the
of those
mid
ults have
comes
been.
in
Oh
right
my
now.
God! Look.
Masu's able to get away,
I
but
will
now
shut my
Jose
mouth.
flies into the backline, does not have that GA yet, and almost goes down, but now the re-engage.
I will
Quick
shut
hits
my
from
mouth.
Core JJ. Quid
Dear
gets
God,
the kill.
Quid.
Gakko's in trouble. Double to Quid, and
Dang.
Team Liquid pull off the invade.
Maybe I should say that
was
more
actually
often.
so
Maybe I should be like,
impressive
maybe he's
because
not
they
having
did
the
that
best game.
within the
That works.
Nocturne ultimate. So that's full trust right there. Like Jose saying, I'm going shockwave me, because I don't think Quid can even see where he's pressing his R, but they get the combo. He escapes with the sliver of health, and they might have just blown the game right back open if they
There
could
we
get
go.
this Baron as well.
Good communication means a Baron start for Team Liquid. It's going to be 3-player contest here. If FlyQuest think they can do it, no paranoia available. The True Shot Barrage will get chunked down, but
now
Quid's
it's a
still pretty
question
much
of
full
can
health.
we get out?
Quad's going to have to be the hero here. Has a Petrifying Gaze, full health Cassiopeia, but
walking
the
forward.
Baron is secured.
It's fine.
Team Liquid get the objective, and we'll get out.
We're probably going to give up mid tower
Watch
for
this
that, but
one
that's
more
fine.
time. So during
That's work.
the darkness from Griffin, Shockwave just
My
hits,
God.
and Jose jumps in afterwards. So it is Quid who, he gets the first strike bonus, Kobe. He's the one.
Yeah, he's the first domino.
The first domino.
That sets it all up there. Nice little flash here at the end, too, to avoid the death. And TL, their comp, again, is so tanky,
Clean.
so, standard front to back lineup, especially if you start out with a great shockwave like that. Now they feel really
And we get
in
dragon.
command. With
Nice.
Baron buff to be able to siege afterwards, they can easily go get their second dragon. And then
Should be
push
pushing
on
bot
turret
side.
money, but
We're giving up top
they
side.
played a spread again, and
Yeah.
they're like, fine, you're going to have that dragon setup, but Yakos is going to get at least some money in the turret on top side.
FlyQuest might
That's
be trying
fine
to
so long
not
as we
rush
send one
here
top and then
with
send the
Baron
other
buff
4
being
to
in
either
the
mid lane or
pocket
bot
of
lane.
Team Liquid,
And make
and
sure that
Drake
we're
coming
following
soon
up
since
this
Team
dragon
Liquid's
take
not
with
close to
additional
soul
gold.
whatsoever. They might just, they're
Because
all
right now
resetting,
we're,
probably
again,
giving
at a
it straight
negative
over
gold
for Team
power
Liquid.
play.
On the topic of Quid, though,
But
I
we
mean,
do have
last
a lot of
week,
gold
he
left
actually
on the
had an
map, so we
insane
should be fine.
performance. This is KDA throughout the series, 21-0
Deathless.
and 13. On pros afterwards, he was also talking about how he was the one
There we
that
go,
was
plus 600
trying
again.
to basically carry the team. We're going to win by me, rather than saying, oh, Jose's having an MVP split. He's looking great.
Paranoia
Okay.
bot lane, right now,
Griffin's
play
not
happening.
stopping.
Griffin, why are
jumps
you?
in,
Okay,
immediately
hey, we'll
chunks
take it.
down, and
Oh,
that's
that's a.
another
Wait a
flash
minute, that's a
bomb.
big.
Cryogen, the damage is there to follow up. Jan's out of there. Griffin is the
think we
answer.
might still be able
and
to
they're
win this,
losing
though.
multiple. FlyQuest are down 2. That's a killing spree for
Yeah,
Quid. Gecko's caught
okay.
at the tail end. Team Liquid answer the play, and we'll trade up. 3
Griffin,
for
that's
1.
not the guy to go
Team
on.
Liquid extinguishing the flame of FlyQuest right there. FlyQuest, it looks real flashy, and it is really flashy in big bursts. Cryogen gets a good engage, and they delete
Why
Yon,
would you
but
nocturnal
then all
onto the
other threats
Zaya?
on TL
Like the
here,
one champion that's
are
able
so
to
big
get out of
as
that,
well
like
they're
free
gonna
of
be able to
charge.
push him out after the initial play.
I just got to say, Morgan Sion and Jose's Jarvan are just absolute units. So, like, yes, they get the
Great
combo,
follow-up by
they
Cryogen.
kill the AD
Cryogen's
carry,
having a
but
hell of a
let's
game.
not forget about
They
this
forgot.
absolute beast of a man in the middle of the fight with unending despair, never even getting his shield broken by the time the fight is decided. FlyQuest is trying to run past Morgan, but it's just not working.
Crazy.
Yeah, man, the fear chain into Nico combo, and Yon basically doesn't get to press any buttons or play.
It's great. They get
It's
the one
great,
kill.
but that's all they have after that. And then TL are able to win the long fight
Yeah,
here.
Gakko's
And the
getting
Guardian Angel
beat
is
down
done.
in the
Jose's
series
also
so
level
far.
16,
Well, this game.
ticking over now too, so he's same level as his mid laner. He's definitely making it look good here. Quid also getting some extra money is really nice for
Baron
them.
power play ended up
The
only being
shockwaves
1.7k
definitely
gold
have
ahead.
been nice here.
Nothing
So
too
TL,
much, but
their
it did
game
net
plan
us
now
another
for
dragon,
ending
which
it
is good.
out, just continue to stack these dragons.
So I'd say that's a
and
win. We got
their
4
range
minutes until
isn't
anything
super
happens, but
long.
we are
You know
far
they
enough
are
ahead in the lead that we
outranged
should be
by FlyQuest,
playing
so
with
it feels like
aggression.
they're sieging a little slower. So that's why I expect them to focus a lot on keeping deep vision so they can see, FlyQuest plays, and then stacking the objectives and pretty much trying to take towers after they get kills.
GA
But
on
right
the
now,
Nocturne.
They're rocking a lot of gold leads across every member. Nobody on FlyQuest is ahead of their lane opponent on Team Liquid.
Item-wise, I'm assuming with
See the
core
total
going
gold.
Oblivion
Rather
Orb.
rich
There.
Yep,
jungler.
straight up LDR for
13,000
Yon.
gold to
Fine.
Griffin's 11,000 gold. You can just see a bit of a difference right there. That's GA completed though.
Bit of a
Currently
diffy
for
in the
Griffin.
jiffy.
Can they
Helps a bit.
dive? Can they just dive with Morgan? Because
They
Morgan
definitely
doesn't
could, by
really
the way.
take a lot of damage. So I guess, yeah, they threaten to dive, and you're like, okay, we'll back off.
Masu's not enough to stop that one. Morgan rocking the
Level
007
16
scoreline
or
right
18
now.
Morgan now.
Mission dive the back line here.
Come
or
on.
rather just let them walk past onto my back line, I suppose. That's been the name of the game. Can't forget about Morgan. Can't forget about this Scion. Team Liquid going to go for a reset here. 3 minutes till the next
Jose
dragon.
kills this.
Minute
Oh,
45 until
6-7.
that
God damn it.
Baron. So they got time to look at their next approach. And again, like, Jose Deoto has been the benefactor of a lot of the kills. He's now 2,000 ahead of Griffin, has the Guardian Angel, so like their next team fight, he can just do the play where he throws himself in.
Yeah. Also 100% kill participation for Jose.
Ooh.
I mean, he's having a pretty good game here in game 1 with elimination on the line.
Where are those inspired snub arguers, you know? When Jose puts on performances like this, you got to give him credit. And he's been doing this a lot of the splits so
minute
far.
until Baron's up.
Head of Team Liquid. Poetic, he's playing.
Push top side, get that tier 2.
The top half of the Rift, though, as that Baron's now up in a minute's time. So Team Liquid are taking away some camps, getting their vision down early.
Yeah, meanwhile, FlyQuest are like, okay, yeah, you are really strong grouped up, so we're still going to try and split
That
push.
roll now just tickles.
You know, we'll still keep Gakkos out there, try and get some money, because we know we cannot fight you outside of our inhibitor
Free
towers
tower.
with the extra.
Now we're giving up top side, or bot side tier 2.
A lot
so
more hopeful to get one of those miracle
FlyQuest doing a really good job of making sure their tempo stays up around the map.
Back on the rest of the map, and Gakkos can indeed do that. So at the very
Keeps
least,
it even.
they're able to keep a little bit of parity there while the rest of the team defends.
Yeah, you can see.
We're not going to go for Baron
supports
until
building a couple
something
of the
else
recently buffed
opens
items,
up.
Knight's Vow and Locket, both in the inventory of Core JJ, as well as the Mandate in the inventory of Cryogen. But that makes it a little bit harder to one-shot someone like Quid, because you're thinking, like, how does FlyQuest win? You either get on the Xayah, well, Xayah can ultimate. Quid technically doesn't have a stopwatch or a Zhonya's, but there is the Locket from Core, as well as any additional shielding they throw
Person you
onto
need to
them,
watch in this
so
fight.
it makes it a little bit harder.
Again,
Plus a rocket build.
Cryogen and his ults have been clutch so far.
It's not going to be easy to
Griffin, I'm expecting to have much better target selection. There is no Zhonya's on Orianna. I think Orianna's the one that they're going to try and go on.
Slightly, but again,
if they go on Yawn, it's just on Yawn to make sure he's pressing R at the right time.
This should be the plan for TL. You go to the objectives, you drop FlyQuest to you, and then you're able to counter-engage here with Morgan being so tanky and Jose having GA.
Sending the Nico clone in.
Fine. Oh my god. Yep. Bye-bye. Ezreal's dead.
Onto Masu, the carry's down
You're dead.
before the fight even begins. Double kill.
Go straight to Baron. Grab the dragon.
Getting 2.
And then end the game.
My player of the game is going to Core JJ. I think he's won a lot of these critical team fights.
Turns out Core JJ's Rakan is still pretty good. Who would have guessed?
Man. I like the first domino. Core JJ's had some big engages. I know Jose has the god stat line.
Yeah.
And he has been good.
You're saying he's just throwing a flag down and saying, like, I did it, I helped.
No,
like,
I didn't say that, but, you know, it is easy to get assists with flags.
Jat's a classic, you know, just look at the stats, you know.
100% KP?
Yeah, true.
I'm with you, Kobe.
I like big all-star plays. The one that was really cool was the one early in the game.
He was trying to play aggressively a little bit, but was too far up.
By the Rift Trail, that was a great.
His team wasn't able to collapse.
Obviously, Jose's also had some really good moments, and as we say, now that he has Guardian Angel, it's well, Griffin has actually matched it now. So he can revive, but he'll probably just die again.
He hasn't matched the 4th item, which Jose has an entire item on him with the Spirit Visage.
That's unlucky your opponent can still keep buying items also. Yeah.
Jose's definitely going to win the chat vote. He always does. If it ends up being a tie.
True.
But
got a lot of fans
making
out
the case
there.
for Core JJ. Let's see how this one ends.
Team Liquid got the 3rd dragon, and now they're going to push in.
You already got Zion pushing bot, so you can go down the bot inhibitor next.
Forward. FlyQuest are going to try and mount a defense under the Nexus turret. You have to imagine as Masu jumps away from Jose. The
phase shift down for Ezreal.
Go down. Shockwave has been used by Quid as Gakko's continuing the split push top side. Morgan missing that ultimate, but Jan goes forward. Jan
Cryogen whiffs.
Jan has
but
to
Jan's
pop
dead.
his ultimate, and he's still going to go down. Shut down to Griffin. As dying to the turret was unwise from Team Liquid. Morgan's about to go
just
down.
TP'd into his death.
Finally, as the shutdown kill goes to Masu.
Well, no TP's left because Gakko's TP down, but there's a wave top already, and FlyQuest win that. Once the shockwave is down, continuing the engage is kind of the perfect storm to be able to win something
the turret.
back.
FlyQuest,
what
they
happened?
Put pressure on TL by keeping Gakko split pushing, and so TL were like, we have to tower dive. This guy is split pushing us. That's when you can create chaotic moments and open up, you know, miracle comeback.
I need to replay that ASAP.
Then, you know, Jan
ASAP. I need to know what happened.
Masu's able to shift away from Jan and allow Cryogen to get the engage onto Jan. Like this.
Jan's ultimate is either coming back really fast.
Signed to life.
It's a 3,000 gold swing because of the bounties given away in that
or
fight.
it was down whenever Nocturne went in to spawn him.
But
let's find out.
Jan
Jan all still up.
Tries to be the first domino. I mean, but the
shift.
Shockwave doesn't connect. Good shift by
Yep.
Masu right here. Shockwave
Fine.
down.
What happened to
Gakko
Yon
doesn't
here?
stop split pushing, so Morgan decides to go in. But then Masu escapes with the sliver, and watch the re-engage onto Yon.
Oh,
where they
Yon did get
enough
caught
CC so that
in
they
the
can connect
cryogen
tether
knockup.
before one shot. And then Quad gets
Oh.
the stun on to Quid on the bottom as well.
Now,
So, do you blame Quid for
Oh,
the
that's
timing
why.
on his shockwave? Or where's you
See?
placing the blame on that? Is that
You can't get caught in that first one
Can't
because
blame
Nocturne's
Jose.
going to
I
be...
mean, he's my guy this game.
The
If
second
we're-
you
if we're
use
playing
that
the
ult,
blame game,
you
I'm saying
are
I think
free
Jan lost
target
the
for
script as,
Nocturne.
stand behind the front line. He walked a little too far forward there, getting hit by
Can't
the
get
Bob
caught
Blossom.
by
So
that
Team
pop,
Liquid
that
struggling
knockup
to
from
close
Nico.
out the game, still with the lead, and there's nothing for FlyQuest to get after the fact. No Dragon, no Baron. Team Liquid are right back to control right now as they keep pushing these waves in.
And I would say this could be the last stand for FlyQuest, or it's where the game turns around. They have a lot of gold in pocket
Right.
from that
Still
last
fine.
fight.
Still
There's
3K
nothing
gold
wrong with
ahead.
their Fight lines
Still
square,
able
though.
to close this down if we want.
Shockwave not used there by Quid. He's just threatening it
Two
onto
lanes
Griffin.
in.
And if Team
Now
Liquid
rotate
just pull
this
off
up
their
top.
engage, still heavy
Or
favored to
use these
end it
two
right
to
here,
siege
right now,
on
which
the
now they go in
ult.
onto Quad.
Okay.
This hasn't been used yet. Now the Shockwave's there. Damage
my
on
God.
Quad, but he still lives through
Oh,
it.
God.
And another pop blossom from Cryogen. FlyQuest almost turned it around. Almost finding a miracle.
Thank God Morgan
but
is
they
still
get
fed.
their carries out of their Team
not
Liquid.
done.
Not
I mean,
fed enough.
Masu does take down Morgan. The front line has
Fuck me.
fallen, but
You're
Team
kidding.
Liquid get a carry out of there. Again, botching the end, though.
That's crazy. The number of times FlyQuest nearly lost the game there into now having a chance at a comeback. Just look at how long Quad lasts, because he is flashless, Zonya's-less, so you think you can get him, but
the miasma
there to
just
delay
zones
the
everybody.
ability for Team Liquid
Dear
to fly
God.
through.
Yeah, and then they go for the counter dive here. FlyQuest, again, Cryogen can follow up with the big Nico ultimate on the Nocturne ultimate, and Griffin uses his GA quite well.
Bro,
he barely
Quad with his miasma
barely
is
able to
fucking
walk
crazy.
that one out, and he survives. So
Who would have guessed that the
They
Casio
defend.
one trick is really
they make
good
it a
at
1-for-1 in the
Casio?
end.
What a giga banger. This
First
is
death
awesome.
of the game for Morgan. There's a Void Staff now on Quad. There's an LDR now onto Masu's Ezreal, who's really beginning to
All right,
hurt.
come on.
With 9,000 damage in that last fight, but Soul up in 40 seconds, and the inhibitor's still
Okay.
down for FlyQuest.
Big
And
fight for
taking
us.
this space is still exceptionally difficult.
TP's
Griffin
up
could
on
find a
both
miracle
Morgan
play here,
and
though.
Quid.
He's
If
able to get
FlyQuest
into that
overcommits
pit,
this, we
smite
could
it
just
away.
TP in and
We
end
saw
the
him do it
game.
once earlier, but getting the whole team there is going to be a little harder because of
Can stall
how
him
hard
out.
it is to push past
Don't
these
have to
waves.
50-50
And Morgan
this.
has the
You
teleport,
have waves
so
pushing
Team Liquid
with
can have him
TPs up.
control the side wave,
Morgan
teleport
being
in
top side
if
is
FlyQuest step
not
up,
great, but-
which I'm thinking FlyQuest are going to step up here because Infernal Soul is a very big reward. So they're just going to teleport Morgan really early.
Yeah.
Have the Scion here ahead of time to get the engage.
All right, Morgan
There's
is
super minion
beefy.
wave
He
pushing
does
through
not
mid
die.
lane, so
It is
FlyQuest
just
a bit of a
on
timer, but they
Yawn
can at least approach from the side. They got to go now.
FlyQuest got
And
they got
Quid
Masu
to
just
make
got chunked by the Orianna there. Paranoia has been used. Two-shot
Oh, it's
barrage
still
will land.
3,000.
We see
It's
that
not
the
good. They're in.
Dragons
They're
with
in. They're in. They're in.
smiting range,
Never mind.
but
We got
there
it.
it's secure.
Thank God.
Team Liquid get
All right.
the Dragon Soul, and FlyQuest do not find an avenue in.
Huge for,
Nicely done.
huge for TL.
And we can go straight to Baron. They have the back.
So
They have to take care of
should be
those
able to
waves.
get
So we get Baron
too
for
and end
free.
the game with the Baron buff.
Nice.
I feel like that was the moment for FlyQuest to full send again, but
They just didn't have the positioning there. I mean, the Dragon was already so
All right,
low
third
by
Baron
the time
with
the
Soul.
Nocturne ult went off. They didn't have
This should be
flash
it.
on the Nico to try a hard engage. So
Top lane is
it's,
pushed because Sion was
two
already
bad
there
options
earlier
right there.
before
Either
TPing.
send it and lose
We
or
don't even
give
have
up
to
the
back.
Soul Baron and
Just
likely
keep
lose.
going.
TL had really good setup because 2 lanes of super minions kind of give you that pseudo vision down those lanes, and
Yeah.
then wards
Bot
on
side's
all
about to be
sides,
pushed
so
on its own.
nicely, set up there. They made sure to cover so they don't
It's the
get
first
any
Baron, no, it's the
surprise
third Baron
Nico
of the game,
ultimates.
actually.
And Cryogen doesn't have flashback yet.
Can they do it this time? Is
Quad
I mean,
is
he's got
chunking
the
out
skills to
Morgan.
realize,
Killer.
like, he will solo kill Morgan eventually. Morgan
That's
has
not
to
good,
use
and now they have an angle.
unstoppable
Quad's going
offside
in. They have an
flank
angle on
from
this
Quad
fight.
coming in.
Everybody
Morgan's
be
gonna have to
careful.
rejoin with the rest of the team. Quad sees core, and we'll back
Okay.
off. Team
Oof.
Liquid look to be able to get away.
Delays about a minute of that Baron buff. Still going to be the Infernal
Yeah.
Soul. On display right there, Infernal Soul doesn't make you tankier. So Quad's still able to do damage to the opponent.
Catching these waves now. Gakko's getting big gold injection. They're just farming up these waves. But the gold lead has not really improved for Team Liquid after that Dragon, after that Baron. Still only a 2.8k lead, and the Baron buff itself has only mounted to a 400 advantage for them. That's the problem with the supers, is that you're just giving so much CS to the opponent. If you can't close out the game, you're kind of giving them gold.
Yeah, don't tell
Losing a bunch
he's
of team
gonna be
fights
so
in the enemy
freaking
base.
excited about it.
You know what? Now that I think about it, that might be the more impactful one of the two.
All right, retake
Thanks
mid.
for a reminder. Team Liquid
Retake
gonna
bot
look to
here in half
take
a
fight
second.
again here, or at least start the siege onto the inhibitor. Not actually taking it down right now. They're going to let this top wave crash in as well. They still have the Baron buff, so Quid will empower that entire wave. Cannons coming in mid-wave.
Yep.
Infernal
We're
Soldier is
chilling.
so powerful. Looking at Yon as well, full items in his
Nice.
inventory. Just that one control ward, waiting for his essentially 7th.
I'm just
Plus the
watching.
Infernal.
I'm watching for Quid at all times. That ball could be the start of everything here. It's a
Dang,
huge
look at that
chunk
chunk.
out of the right there. Now
Oh,
flashing in for JJ.
great
Out of the box
engage.
again.
It's done.
Jose goes
It's done.
godlike.
Crouching
As
dead.
Team Liquid dive
Yep,
the turret,
Jose's
and this
dead. There we
time
go. Thank
around,
God.
it pays
Okay.
off. Griffin's gonna fall to Jan on a killing spree. Gakkos under the turret. Team Liquid with a game
there we go.
one victory. Only Quad alive.
There we go.
He'll try and get this way, but Team Liquid with all members standing strong. GG.
Don't
First
chase
lap
Quad.
on the road to Arizona, completed by
that's
Team
fine.
Liquid as they'll go
Jesus.
up 1-0 in the series.
Just an awesome game one that we get here. 31 kills in 41 minutes, a little bit slower pace than a normal FlyQuest game, but poor JJ.
I will say,
the clock right
again,
there with some big engages. That's really close.
we always win game one.
100% kill participation from the
We
Jarvan.
quite literally
Or
always
first
win game
domino
one.
that is core JJ. Last
So
20
don't be
minutes.
fooled. This is
We had a
probably the
really,
least
really fun game with a ton
least
of crazy
least
fights.
clean
So,
game one
we're
we've
gonna
had
start just by going
so
through a
far,
couple of
which
these
makes me
fights here.
nervous.
And we're gonna highlight it with our Samsung Rift Vision
Normally these game ones we close out very quick.
This attempted engage onto Masu gets turned around pretty nicely by Cryogen. This is back at 22 minutes.
Also, really quick, just going through the
Really well
notifications.
handled.
Hang on, let me
Honestly,
just
on
do this
both
real
sides,
quick.
some big plays did happen.
Paranoid Mute, thank you for the follow. Zach is here, thank you for the follow. And Newfek, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you, thank you.
Cryogen is over here on the side, and both top laners
Look,
you can see out in the side
we
lane,
know
so
this
they
series
are
is going to
gonna
get
be
sloppy. We know
around
it's going to
and
get messy.
available once this
Like,
does
that is a
really kick off.
guarantee,
So,
without a
Masu
doubt.
shift back.
So,
Immediately we see the paranoia pop here,
just
and Jose is
buckle
on
up.
the side, so Jose is
That's
still
game one.
thinking he's going to look for a fight. You can see the tower
I'm
HP
expecting
is
FlyQuest to
basically
punch back
zero
pretty
there,
strong.
So TL are pretty unperturbed by
But I
this.
think you
They've
need
already
Masu
been
on
back to
something
the
other
side.
than the
Masu
Ezreal.
with
Like,
the
the
damage.
Nocturne
Jose goes
comms,
into
for
tower
whatever
defense,
reason,
gets
we
off,
have a
gets
good
a
understanding of how to play
knock up
against
there.
them. This next game, I
This
think, is going
where
to be
the
more
turnaround
standard.
comes in. Cryogen is going to get cataclysmed in, but as he gets cataclysmed in, he's already channeling the Pop Blossom. And look at all the TL members coming in. Look at Gakkos, who's already arrived on the flank. And he is going to be able to find a really nice flash on this Pop Blossom, get in on top of all of the TL members here, finds a sick Pop Blossom, and you start to think that this could go very heavily FlyQuest's way. You know, Gakkos is arriving from the back, lands that Shock Blast, but the amount of pressure they're able to put in here, Core turns, gets a good knock up onto Gakkos, and then Gakkos is forced to flash
Emily
the
signed into my
Shockwave,
Instagram, or
flashes
like signed in on
away
her
from that
Instagram
Shockwave
on my
right there,
phone
but now
for
he's
whatever
kinda in the
reason.
middle of the team
And it's
battle,
so annoying because
doing
I'm
a lot
getting
of
all
spell
her
stuff. So
notifications.
Gakkos does end up
And it's
going
like,
down
girl, I
pretty
do not
quickly
want
here,
your
even
account
though
on
Core
my
is low.
freaking phone.
Quad is able to flash
So
forward,
how about we
finish
log
off
out of this
Jan.
shit?
But then this is really well played by Morgan, who is critical for them throughout the game, as well as Jose. You know, Quad gets finished off under the tower here with that knock-up, and then even though it was, you know, briefly a 2v4 for TL, they're able to, you know, buy a lot of time here. Griffin takes a tower shot. Morgan is basically invincible, and then just flashes forward, is able to get the knock-up. Great follow-up from Jose with the EQ flash to be able to get another kill, push back TL,
there we
and
go.
keep
Log out.
this game
Thank you.
very, very even. Just such an exciting game, fight after fight after fight, and Raz
There
is
we
going to
go.
walk us through another cool fight. because
Now
this
we're
game was
Gucci.
full of them.
All right, let's tweet about this game.
Quite a few, and it's funny because this one happened literally just 2 minutes immediately afterwards, as an invade does end up happening in the red side jungle here. And Team Liquid, I think they naturally feel a lot of confidence just because, as you can see, you see a flash down from Quad.
Can you not tailor
Can be set
notifications? You
towards
can, but I
Masu
just
as
don't want her
well, like
account on my
and
phone in
Cryogen.
general.
So
I just
there's
don't
a lot
care.
of targets that you can go towards if
Okay,
you
we
are
need the That's One
coming
gif.
at it from this angle. So like as we then continue
That's
to see the
one.
fight going further, it's gonna see here. Wonderful shockwave
Slap
coming through
bet.
from Quid as the ultimate from Griffin ends up being pulled up. I mean, even though you can see the buffer from Ezreal being used so he can separate a little bit of distance, it's just
Let's
at this
go
point
Liquid.
really difficult for them to continue on with
Hashtag
this fight. So, like,
LCS.
I'm gonna play it forward. We're gonna just see like
classic
how this fight
game
ends up
1
continuing. Actually,
win. Although
kind of messing with it. There we
Curry.
go. But I wanted to just like play out the rest of this fight because I think it was really cool to see the double man knock up
A
from
close
Jose Dioto to
team.
to get both of them and to get out, make it difficult for them to be able to follow up and get any kind of
The
response
end.
kill. Also, the orb being
To
used
me,
on
that
Corey
this
J. Dale, the
series
follow-throughs on the
will
charm. And so
be
even though
going the
ulti from Cryogen gets
distance
triggered,
unless
he dies
we
before
can
it even gets used, just because a W from the Orianna from Quid does make it so it's easy to play through. So we can just see the rest
Unless
of the
we
fight.
can
I mean, it was just nice to be able to see Team Liquid on the same page. So that was for me
Cryo
the fight that I wanted to talk about.
Gen
I think that pretty much
engages
covers
more.
the good moments that were coming through from FlyQuest. Yes, there were like the base defense that FlyQuest had
Expecting
overall, but I think it was pretty much didn't really matter.
Masu to be
I was getting a little worried because Jace was threatening topside turret, and I was like, wait a minute, if one more of these fights happen, they can just like go with the wave
keep
topside and end the game.
Gakkos.
But no, there was quite a lot to cover from this game, and it gave me a lot of hope that we have a pretty long series.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, I actually really loved those base defenses.
Yeah.
I thought, in particular, the second one where they kind
Gakkos.
of all tried to jump on quad, I thought he handled that really well. I thought he handled pressure overall pretty well in this game. Player of the game did come down to Jose and Core, with I think Core edging out in the fan vote as well, which I feel like is a first, because usually Jose has it all covered. They worked super well together. In game
There we
one,
go.
I'm hoping for a 5-game series, though.
Hold up.
And as we head to break,
For whatever reason,
let's take a
TikTok
look
is
at our
saying
comms replay connected by
wasn't live. Okay,
voted
I
on
need
by
to check
viewers.
the
Look at that.
tryst, or not check the tryst. Check the snacks. I was reading chat.
What is empty? I'm checking. I can TP to the
Wait, how about TP? Yeah, TP, TP.
By the way,
Okay,
the
okay.
Tristana from yesterday didn't get banned. That's crazy.
I'm just going to go to the. I still
That's
go.
crazy. Wait, wasn't I the Tristana?
Jace, careful.
Oh, popping mid. Okay. Okay. If it's 5-game series, would you want a back and forth, close out strong, with game 4 and 5 wins? I mean, I'd rather a 3-0. I don't give a fuck. Like, when it's my team, I don't care about a good fucking entertaining series or anything else. I just want to win.
Are you guys serious? We're about to get into game.
Emily, let us enjoy it.
You guys need to lock in.
But if we were to go to 5, I'd rather lose game 4 and bounce back for game 5 than go down 2-1 and have to build up the momentum. Personally, I'd rather like have a chance to like swing and hit it out of the park on game 4 than have to swing to continue to, you know, keep it alive. All right, we'll be doing a snack check after the ads run through here. Also, Twitch chat just went into an ad break, so perfect.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Rich in the ground before Dub can even get there. In time to try to knock out. As Impact gets bursted.
Colors being the scenes. Agreed.
Get fed.
Agreed.
QR code for deals only on Uber Eats.
Hello? Whoa. Mama,
I'd be remiss, by the way, while we're running ads everywhere.
that's my mom.
If you're watching on Twitch and you're coming back from this, or you're over on YouTube, be sure to consider subbing to the channel. If you got a Prime sub, you could use that over on
Hey guys.
over on Twitch. If you're over on YouTube, we do have memberships, which give you early access to videos.
Hey, text me if you need anything.
Monday's video will not have early access. And then I got to do a Q&A here soon for all the members over on YouTube. Hey, rum in a bottle. Thank you for the 5 community gifted. Let's do everybody's favorite part. Snack check. Let's go back and see. Like, Core JJ's eating something. Paper in the back. Don't see exactly what that is. Nothing? We're not showing the snacks at all? Alright, well, can't really review the snacks whenever we're not showing any of them. So, unfortunately, that kind of is what it is.
Look, no flash, no Zaya, no flash.
Ori's dead. Zaya's dead.
Monday's going to be fun.
TP bot.
I think I actually, if I'm not mistaken, I just got...
Hiding. Nico no flash. Cover me.
Yeah, so for context, I went out and filmed all throughout the city. Just let me make sure this is not full screen and blocking anything just here. Monday's video, I'll give you the hint, is going to be like a full walkthrough of my professional career here in New York. And bro, I had a lot of film that's getting posted right now. Uploaded. Home. Yeah, look at all. This is all video from today. Let's see which one this one was. Which one was this? That was... Oh, that was a walk and talk. That wasn't one of the official ones. Any B-roll? Yeah, this is B-roll from Washington Square Park. That's gonna serve as like a transition between each year. I'm gonna have V-roll footage. Which one was this? West Side Highway. Alright, I'll work on all these later. What was this? Oh, that exceeded the video length. Oh, those are all the bigger files. Okay. Do I actually start the new job on Monday too? Yeah, I do. So when the video releases, I'll literally be in the middle of training. So, well, like orientation stuff. So yeah, you'll all be watching while I'm working at the new job. Should be fun. Storage zones. I know. That's 20 gigs. I think it was that 20 gig? Whenever I started uploading, it was yeah, I had 75 gigs available on my Google Drive. There's 90, or sorry, I had 75 gigs used. There's 95 now. So that's 25 gigabytes of footage that I need to edit all down for a video, which is going to be after. So my plan is after this series, I'll get the highlights up, and then immediately after the highlights, I have to edit that entire video and get it done. What's new job? Can't say until Monday. Can't say until Monday.
It took 3 attempts to close out the game, but they got it on the 3rd, and that's what matters.
Yeah. Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm.
Also, a little bit of counter engage into the hard engage of FlyQuest right there. But you got to give credit to Team Liquid in that game, right? Because a lot of the hype before the series was on the side of FlyQuest after their
yeah, I think you got your question answered pretty quick there, Loki.
TL also had a smashing 3-0 last week against Shopify, and they're trying to carry that momentum through here.
It is funny how after their 3-0, though, it felt like there was less confidence in Team Liquid.
Okay, interesting. FlyQuest banning.
So I'm happy to see
Jose Dioto's Lee Sin is going to be perma-banned in the series.
Momentum coming in, even though
not even if it's still with the same company. It is not within the same company. I announced that on Friday. It's a new company.
To hold that momentum and make a good statement game in Game 1.
Okay, so let's get deeper into Fearless here.
Hey, Alex, oh yeah, thank you for the follow.
Against Team Liquid, against Quid, definitely one of the specialty champions.
I'm excited. Yep, I'll be able to talk more about it on Monday. I just can't, I kind of have to cut the conversations a little short now just because I don't want to get into too much detail on anything. But Monday, I promise we'll talk more.
As long as you keep him a little bit uncomfortable, then they have been able to find success. But pretty good Orianna game in the previous one, playing to the rest of the squad. And let's see as we whittle it down. Also, the Best is a very good value ban versus FlyQuest.
Yeah.
Orin ban, they think we're going scaling. Okay.
Whichever Big G does get it.
What are they going to go first? Are they going to prioritize bot lane, as seemingly everybody has? Caitlyn's still up.
This game, it ended up being relatively standard what they pulled.
Bard Caitlyn up.
Made it close with fights down the stretch, but I want to see him cook a little bit.
And you can't really
First thing that comes to mind.
early Ashe Seraphine anymore because like the Caitlyn Bard is still up, but also FlyQuest love the Lucian Melio, and so there's so many things. Even though TL usually really have high priority on that, definitely can't do it really early on in the series in Fearless until you know, like Bard and the Lucian have been taken out. So
can't lock in an early solo lane.
Rise,
this is
also
nice,
fine.
Because this is
Prio pick,
best
fine.
picks. So it's a little 2-for-1 takeaway.
If Core's feeling the Bard, by the way, Bard Caitlyn up right now.
Technically flexible too, or is it just mid?
To lock in your Prio bot
It's
side.
definitely flexible, especially on FlyQuest. I feel like Gakkos definitely would be one to play a Rise top if they wanted. So I still like the Anivia as well as a possible answer into it, because then you're also answering Flex, and you're like, well, I've got a
Ari. Are we doing via Ari?
Mid, or we could move it around. But Quid wants to go for some kill pressure. This makes me think that they will do some sort of ganking jungler. You need, you know, like Pantheon is available.
Pantheon's up, Vi's up.
Available, and you can
Pantheon would be pretty good. Jose really does enjoy Pantheon, so.
True.
And he gets to play Finn. But
Yeah, true.
I reacted to this because on pros I asked
No!
what's your favorite thing in solo queue, and immediately he said, I'm having a lot of fun with Lichbane first Ari. I'm just not sure if I can play it on stage yet. Because he says like with
Need a little
Lichbane,
more time to
he
cook.
just dashes in with RW autos and he's getting like 70% of their health.
The Lichbane buffs were actually really nice.
Yeah.
And the move speed is super underappreciated too. So nice. I like the adaptation.
Also, if you're going to be in the sideline taking turrets a little bit faster, I can see it. I can see it coming together here. It's going to be paired with the Jhin. As I didn't hear any groans from the audience this time, but I feel like Jhin has not been super hot on a lot of people's opinion meters.
Ben had that like what 13 kill Jhin game versus
Okay,
FlyQuest?
that bring it back then.
So
that brought the whole back.
maybe they're looking to repeat that. And again, it's
Son
long
of
range to
Nautilus,
follow
at
up
least
from
they
R's
went
diving
low
in
damage
for,
with us, so it's like
aggressive
one of the
plays.
few
So,
times that I don't.
you know, maybe it will play out.
I
It
don't
does
mind
make you
it
think,
as
though, Genghis,
much.
if they're showing Ari and Jhin, would you not love to just slam a tank?
Right?
A good, like a super
I mean,
beefy
Ornn's
tank?
gone, Sign was gone for the previous game, but I was still thinking maybe even
Give
like
me the Leona
Galio, but I
bot
guess you're
side.
probably sending the
Fuck
Rise
it.
in there. What do you think,
But
Jad?
remember, Gakkos has not performed that well on tanks, so you're getting tankiness
But
in
Griffin,
with your
you
engagement.
get it with Griffin
Yep, there's the
though.
Vi.
Well, this is, but look, they're Vi on 3, and then they're going to immediately ban the Shen.
Yeah.
So they really wanted the Vi, but they just had to wait until the end.
Patience. Patience is rewarded here for Team Liquid, as it's Senna plus Nautilus locked in for the bot lane of FlyQuest. Monster's played a lot of different champions so far this year, and Senna's one of the ones that
Alright.
not going to expect a lot early game from it, but definitely
This is
scaling
not a
into
Gnosis
the
angle for
Yeah.
FlyQuest, by the
And
way.
that's the thing
They have
with
losing
FlyQuest, like,
lanes
as you're saying,
in
Gakkos
quite a
does play
few
lot of
areas
tanks,
so
but
far.
Griffin
This is not a
does,
good
so he
Gnosis
can fill
angle.
the role for
So.
the team. Even if you throw bans at him, his champ pool goes really, really deep because you're banning a lot of specialty champions. So still could play the Skarner as a tank or you know, Nasus or something like that as well. Problem is, Ari's pretty hard to track down and stuff. We'll see what angle they decide to go with.
Quick shout out, Think Card, Coach Furia last year. They just qualified
Bard
for
ban.
MSI as the #1 team
Okay.
in CBLOL, playing Nasus jungle in the last game of their series.
Makes sense.
So what I'm hearing is FlyQuest will win once ThinkCard moves to another team.
No, it's once they play Nasus,
The
but it's
baby
being
ban.
banned.
Bro,
The
why are we
double
hiding?
Griffin 4-5 ban to try and shut down his counter picks to Vi.
Karma's still up.
The anti-fun
Yeah, not
bans
wrong.
from Spawn right now.
These
Jhin-
are the two
oh, you're right.
classics
Jhin
that
Karma
Griffin
is
has kind
actually
of made
crazy.
a name for himself on so far this year, this split. And now, what are the other tanky options at this point?
So I
here?
mentioned the Skarner before, and then you can
Okay.
also do a
I'd
set one if
imagine
you
it's
wanna
going to
do
be a
top
Renekton
lane carry
on our
champion.
side.
So
I find it
if
hard
you
to
did a
believe
top
that
lane
it wouldn't
champion that
be.
you want to carry with that would synergize with Sejuani,
If we're
you
go-
could do
oh, we
that.
banned the Gnosis,
Skarner
really?
is fine. Even
I don't even think
though
it's a
it
good
doesn't get
angle
played
for
right
it.
now, Maokai actually is in a pretty decent
Whatever.
state.
Fine.
I don't think it's
Okay.
going to happen because they already have
Respect.
Rise, so probably not going to happen this time around. But
It's got to be
it can
Renekton.
an
It's got to be
option
his
later
Renekton
on.
that will allow them to go in, and Renekton can
Okay, so
dash
they
in on
ban
top
out
of
the
whoever Vi wants to go in.
Vayne top as
Ooh.
well. Oh, I was just talking
Nice.
about the Rel previously,
I
'cause
do
she
like
got
the
rushed
Rel,
right
though.
before Enchanters took over, so we never got to see her.
I do
become
like the
prevalent,
Rel.
But Core loves Rel. He is so good at Rel.
And look at what Team Liquid has done.
I
in
wish
the
we had
first two
any
games
other
here in the
ADC
series
with it.
Khan and Rel. Getting
Kaisa
him
would
back
go
on
so
engaged
hard
to
here
try and bring direction
in this
to
comp.
the Team Liquid team who hasn't been on the same page in team fights. I do believe the Vayne ban was to set up a Gnar blind pick. I wouldn't be shocked though if Morgan just matches it with Renekton because he's comfortable enough in that
Yeah, this is
matchup,
the most
but we'll have to see
telegraphed
what they go on for
fifth
five.
pick
I love
Renekton
the
I've
new
ever seen
direction
in my
for Team
life.
Liquid though, picking Core JJ, the engaged champions, because I always feel like that's when Team Liquid is at their best.
Skarner,
They have
Sedge.
so
I think
many ways
Sejuani
to
makes
engage,
more
so many
sense.
ways to
Skarner, I
start
feel
a
like
fight.
gets
Core
run
can be that
over.
first domino to fall as we're talking, but
Least
Jose
early,
can as
but
well,
they can
even
scale
Quid
Shyvana.
on the
Oh, that's a
Ahri,
big pick.
and then
Yeah,
Jhin
I
following
like
up
that.
With all that rain. So Shyvana's
Yeah.
going to come in here for Griffin.
And you have the prerequisites.
You
for
need
Shyvana.
a
can't
you
do
need an
Shyvana
early game
either.
top
You
top
need to
side
have
as
a,
well.
you know, set up from either your support or your top laner. Nautilus is perfect for Shyvana. Nautilus roaming around with Shyvana can definitely set
You
her
need
up
somebody that
well.
can win this
And
lane.
They
You
have
get
the setup
counter pick.
for the extra healing and shielding to keep the Shyvana in there
Okay.
on the front lines.
Okay.
But when you see
Okay. Yes.
when you see a Shyvana, stealing Shyvana ultimate turns Silas Giga.
Sean
they did
called
nerf
it
a
in
little bit,
Twitch
but
chat,
it's
by the
still
way.
super,
I just
super
want this
good.
to be very
And
clear.
He can steal away
Let me-
Nautilus ults and have
Show you
lots
right
of
here.
engage
He
options.
literally
It's
said,
actually a really good Silas
where
angle,
is it?
good
He said,
matchup,
"Go
good
Silas
ultimate to
top,
steal."
please,"
And
before
this
it was
is- we're gonna
locked
see the
in.
Silas into
I just
Gnar
want to make
again.
sure he gets
But
that
you can
credit
see
there.
the smirks
Because
from
holy
Spook
shit.
Morgan from Spawn when they saw the angle for this pick. So
Oh
the early lane
my
isn't
God.
amazing, but look at what he gets in this game.
Well, you guys said, hey, TL's lacking damage. This is a good draft now.
On this top lane, Silas, if he's able to get a
Given that
couple
you have an
kills this game,
R,
he can
okay.
take over.
And again,
I
it
hate
is all
Jhin,
about trying
to be
attack
very
the bot when he's in
clear,
mini Gnar form.
but
We saw it
this is a
previously, it didn't have as
really
much
good
success
Jhin
as,
angle.
you
A
usually see
really
from
good
it.
one,
But if you
purely
have a Vi
because,
jungle and
oh
an
yeah, let me
Ahri
put it
mid
the poll.
lane,
Let me put it
that
the poll. Hold
combo
up.
either like
Start
gets the
prediction.
kill mid and then the Ahri can roam to you, or the Vi
Alright,
can also
prediction
set
is up.
and go to
Poll
the
is going
side
live
of
in
the team.
YouTube chat right
Lots of
now.
Possible kill pressure for these solo lanes. I do expect these lanes to be volatile,
Game
and I expect the
2,
junglers
TLAW.
to get involved. At least
Fly.
the Vi too. Shyvana should be power farming.
I'm just so excited for these two team compositions to match up in this game. Because
Okay,
of the
the
amount
thing I
of
will say,
gauge
and the reason
and
why
how
Jin's
aggressive
actually not
FlyQuest
god
likes to
awful is
play
because
and push
when
the
you
base.
have
On top of
champions
how
like
aggressive
Silas,
can play their
like
early games,
Ahri,
I'm
like
hoping for
Vi,
some
all
early
these guys are
fights.
going to go in.
Morgan
You have
given the
one of
keys
two
to the
options that
kingdom
you can do.
here in
You can either
game
pick a
number
champion
2
that's going to
on
stay
the
safe and play
Silas
back,
FlyQuest.
or you're going to play a
Down
champion like
one
Kaisa
game,
that's
but
going to
not
go
out
in.
yet. Game 2
And I
looking like
genuinely think
FlyQuest
Jhin being able to
underway.
stay off the map
Backus
and
is
let
going,
all of
with
them
the
just
Doran's
dance
help
around
there,
is
too,
actually
for,
not bad here.
Nice value for scaling it later on. We'll see if Morgan is
I think
able
it's
to
actually
punish
good.
him at all early. Expect both junglers to
Now, had they gone somebody that doesn't have damage topside, yeah, I 100% would have agreed Jhin would be a problem. But because there's so much damage around the map, I think the Jhin pick is perfectly fine.
That's not a small G. That's a normal size G.
completely
It
normal
looks
size G,
much
bro.
smaller now that
Yeah.
Griffin has gotten the capital G.
Yeah, Griffin is a medium G at
That's
the
a
moment.
normal size G.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, I guess that's your opinion, man. But it does mean that Griffin gets to keep the chain,
Okay.
the big gold,
He does.
the
Yeah.
gold G as well. So
And look, Kobe, your opinion on G is completely fine. You know, I
thank
respect
you.
it. I
Yeah,
respect it.
totally normal.
Yeah.
Getting overpicked.
Meanwhile, mid
Yeah,
lane,
they're,
I do
they're
expect
overdoing
to
it
be
just a
spicy.
little. Like, that's the thing is, like, you
unfortunately,
can't
both our junglers are,
overforce
like,
these,
farming junglers,
and I
but,
feel like it's going to
hoping we
get
do get to see Quick
a
go the
little
first way they
overforced
talked
real
about, Jack.
quick.
Yeah, and also another item to call out is the Doran's helm on the early Senna. A lot of Doran's bow I've seen, but I'm a big fan of a little bit of extra durability on the Senna.
Dredge line lands right there, and Core JJ is able to get out. Just some trading happening. Don't expect a kill. And we actually do have Emily standing by with ThinkCard for an interview.
You game from that? Yep.
Thank you so much, Kangas. ThinkCard,
I wanna
as
see
we
what this
kind of
interview
look
is
at this early 2v2,
Oh.
see how
okay.
it goes for you. I'll pause for a second. What did you tell the guys? Because I actually really loved like a lot of your base defenses, and it seemed like you're really, really into it until some of those later fights.
Yeah, honestly, we played pretty well until that that Herald sequence. But even after the Herald sequence, the game should be a little bit hard when they're playing Zyra, Khan, Ori with like full control of the map and first setup. Like obviously Ezreal, Nico wants to poke and all that stuff. So
Good old
you know,
yeah,
we're playing
Silas
pretty
was
well.
last pick.
Just make sure that we do the extra step and talk about what engaged tools the enemy team has for team fights and skirmishes and where like those engaged tools can be.
And speaking of engaged tools, I think like just take me through kind of your composition and how you feel like it matches up to TL's. Did you expect that kind of Silas to top swap?
I think the Ahri was not that good of a pick. We were pretty happy when they locked in Ahri. Honestly, I was feeling really, really good about this draft until they locked in Silas, because Silas with Shyvana R is actually, in my opinion, the best R in the game. So we'll see how that pans out. That being said, I am very, very happy with everything else about this draft. So let's see if the Silas actually gets some Shyvana.
Oh, Core.
All right, we'll see if that happens. Thank you so much for
So
taking
he
the
did
time
not
to join
see
me,
the
and
Silas
back to you
top
guys
pick
at the
coming.
cast.
Interesting.
Happy to see that. I love getting coach responses to the
Interesting.
draft specifically, because he even highlighted that Silas. Yeah, everything else we feel good about, but that was the wild card that Team Liquid threw in. And now bot side, another little skirmish here.
Core's
Dredge line
dead.
back onto Core JJ. Has to crash
no, he's
down
not. He
away
lived
from
somehow.
the fight as Jan gets a fourth shot onto Cryogen. We've
He
seen
burned
a
his
lot of
heel
scrapping
earlier in
down
a
here in
trade,
the
so he
2v2.
didn't have it for that
We
one.
really have, and if FlyQuest can get control early, that's going to be huge for the Shyvana to farm up.
I mean, this is just more fun, in my opinion, to watch. I love watching when we have melee supports back in the you know meta, and we get to see a lot of the heavy all-ins. And let's take a look at the results that we have previously had, because TL versus FlyQuest has been a hype matchup and a bit of a rivalry over the last few years.
It really was.
Hope you would have
2024 was
happy
all
dreams.
about TL
I love
versus
to hear that.
FlyQuest. 2025, TL really fell back in Split 2 and Split 3.
Yeah.
And then with the offseason acquisitions from Team Liquid and the exodus from FlyQuest, we thought it would snap back, but it hasn't necessarily been the case here with the loser getting eliminated today. We'll have to see.
But the rivalry between these two orgs, well documented over the last couple of years.
Obviously, the most famous is the Minions ending
Yep.
finals, and that one,
crazy.
of course, in the favor
Okay,
of FlyQuest.
fight
but
over
as you
chickens.
said, you know, their roster really changed since then, and
Okay.
Raptor fight.
Yeah, Kobe,
here.
I'm going to have to cut you off here. Griffin loves those Raptors.
Oh,
as
what an
engage
angle.
Comes in from Core JJ, rooting
But
the quad charm
Cryogyn
onto
blocks the
Cryogyn.
charm.
Should be able to walk away from this one, has the flash available. Just uses the
Don't
E to get
overchase.
some slow, and
Yep,
will flash
fine.
eventually. FlyQuest and Griffin
Okay,
contesting
flash
Raptors.
wise, Nautilus
That's pretty much a
flash
classic
down.
at this point.
I'd say the hit
Rel
rate on
flash
his
down.
Raptor invades is like 30%. They
Oh,
didn't even
no,
have
yawn.
seven
Jan,
Oh,
yeah,
yawn.
Good hit rate as a dredge line onto the AD carry, plus the root follow-up. Jan goes down. First blood to Masu.
Okay, sometimes the
Does that count?
sometimes the benefits of a jungler invade for Raptors are on the return.
Ah,
of everybody
brother, you
going
can't
back
throw
to
out that
lane
W.
after the Raptors.
Well, it's fascinating
Genius.
because Masu wasn't even there for the fight. Jan was, and then a little bit of a lazy return to the lane. He would have lost several minions if he takes the long route around, but taking the short route right
Finally,
there.
Coco's gone. I can
On top
actually,
of that, he takes the
like,
short route
lean
and then
back in
deadly
my chair.
flourishes to
Hallelujah.
try and get a minion. So he's kind of
Also, my
locked
back
into
a lot.
place. Really rough timing there from Jan. It means that now first blood gold to Masu. The Senna already getting fed early
Jose
on here,
Dioto
and we'll
pushing
just
up.
continue to scale as Jose is on the bottom side.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Core had to recall after that the skirmish. That
Oh.
was so low. Now he
Hold
got
up.
locked up.
Crash down lands
Hold
here
up.
onto Masu. He was trying to get the minion wave and farm up as much as he could, and he trades his health bar.
Here we
for
go.
it.
While that happened, though, Griffin had to pull off the Drake as Jose took control of the river. Both junglers actually still level 5 right now, and because of Masu getting pushed back, Jose is going to get the level 6 crab, and likely the Drake afterwards if he wants it as the Vi.
Yeah, Silas up there trying to do some work as well, get priority, and then move on down through the river. They've got their ward
All right.
set up, though, so
1,000 gold
Jose
lead
did
purely
get
off the
crab.
back
He's
of
got
bot
the level
lane.
6
Senna being
availability
that
with
far ahead is a little
Vi,
bit
and
terrifying,
now,
but
especially the solo lanes have to watch out.
I am surprised that they didn't at least look at the dragon, because taking early dragons from a Shyvana feel really good, preventing her from getting her scale mill passive stronger. But also, you know, happy to just go back and keep farming up in the jungle here. Cryogyn interrupting Core JJ right there.
Yeah, I think something
Yawn,
Jose's really
I
cognizant
can't
of,
tell which
especially
build
against
he's going
Griffin, though,
at.
is leaving his own camps up for too long to get
I don't think it's
because
Heads Optic,
that's kind of how
which
Griffin's gotten his
unfortunately
advantages
sucks.
in previous Shyvana games, is finding
But it
windows
could
to
be
get a bit of a
Stormraze.
farm advantage and then cycling.
No,
So
he doesn't get the
totally
cannon.
Fine with Jose
No,
having level 6 and
Yawn.
then using it to just go and get
Yon's not having a good game. It's not on him to carry this. We
See
need
his bot
either
lane.
Morgan or
Actually,
Quinn to step
so
up.
Masu's ahead about a wave. And also now Dredgeline comes in from Cryogyn, going for another engage. FlyQuest have been opting for these little skirmishes. Typically when I think of Nautilus into Rel, I think of Rel as more of a counter. Your Shattering Strike can break the Nautilus shield, and that's where a lot of the tankiness comes in. But so far, it feels like FlyQuest have been getting the better of the 2v2.
I don't think it's
throughout
Hex,
the
is it?
lane, and now of course Masu with even more CS advantage, plus that first kill means that it's only going to be bigger for FlyQuest bot lane.
Yeah, the kill onto Masu trying to return from the Raptor fight really hurt out there. Not able to CS, and they like desync their
Quiz
recalls
got
there
a
with
plate.
him and Core
Nice.
JJ too, so definitely big benefit. As far as the matchup,
But 1,000
gotta
gold
get good
lead
timings
purely
on
on
your
the
hooks
bot
for
side.
sure. If you are Cryogyn, if you are Nautilus, and he
Shyvana
has
6.
done exactly that. So now it's his time to try and get the early vision, and they've secured
Could be Collector.
the
I don't mind
whole
Collector.
river of vision for FlyQuest here.
But at the same
really,
time,
really nice setup.
I don't know. They
Of
got
course, you'll
Gnar,
sneak the one more in the
Shyvana,
back of Dragon Pit so they
Nautilus.
can see if
Feels like one of those where
Griffin
Hex
does
Optic is just
start
like
to
the
try
better
and, initiate that
start.
one.
Yeah, and I like the
I don't
callback to
mind
Think Card's
Collector
interview saying he
purely
was feeling
because it's
really
not
good about the
Yoma's.
draft until the Silas, which kind of means he thinks that just the bottom quadrant of the map should be going in their favor unless the Silas is able to enter the game and disrupt it in a big way. And that's kind of true so far with what the bot and mid lane have been able to do.
Checks notes.
I still feel
checks
like
out.
it's,
Team Liquid have been struggling specifically with Jan on
I
that
still
path,
feel like it's
and then
Yoma's,
also
personally.
mid lane now. Quad's got about a wave advantage here. As another dredge line goes forward, Core JJ is just able to get out of there. We saw
Nice.
that the Grubs were started up here by Jose on the top half of the map. Meanwhile, Dragon started up by Griffin. So we're just trading neutral objectives on both sides.
And really good here
Okay.
for Griffin. Keep your farm up on Shyvana.
That's fine.
Dragon stacking for TL. Play off their bottom side. I mean, also, Masu is stacking
Is
souls
Senna going to
nicely.
be way stronger than Jin?
Speaking of stacking, when you have your melee supports constantly fighting
Undoubtedly,
like this,
yes.
he's getting a lot of souls. Obviously, he also got the kill, so that's kind of speeds up your static shiv
what's he at right
completion,
now?
which is going to be really nice for Senna. So a lot of snowballing off of Masu Senna here could become problematic later. Because you are going to get high range, but of course TL have so much.
I mean, FlyQuest wants it to be that way.
If they are able
if
to
TL
get
let
that engagement,
FlyQuest
they can
just
kinda
slow
put a
this game
quick
down,
stop to
we're
that.
going to be in
I mean, Yon's
big,
really far
big
behind,
trouble.
actually. At 75, maybe he's going to be at about 80 CS by 10 minutes. Way below where he'd want to be.
Because
as
they
the carry. Also,
scale.
static
Rise
shifting
plus
completed
Senna
now from Austin
with
means that
Shyvana
means
there.
they
Oh
continue
god, dude,
to
it's
have an
problems.
advantage.
Jose
It's
also
so
was right there with the
it's
ball breaker, but I
problematic.
think he was spotted the last second by that minion. So we'll just go away.
We
and there's
need
your
some sort of
MasterCard
moment
power
here in
spike
the
you were
next
just talking
4
about,
minutes
Jet.
to try and
Static
blow
shift
this
means that
open a
Masu
little bit.
not only is
Because
already
as of
ahead
right
in
now, we're
lane, but
just
will
letting
continue
them
to
free farm.
Put pressure on this lane. You can shove waves so much faster with this item. Plus, just having that first spike means that when it comes time to fight, you actually can.
Yeah. I mean, again, back to the Raptor fight because like
oh my god.
Deadly flourish. Current call opened up on a quad. He's ghosting away. Cryogen's going to try and body block some of these shots here and does so successfully. So Team Liquid commit some ultimates.
Good engage from
Not
Quid.
gonna find a kill.
Yeah,
Might be able to
but
get
no
some plates
flash.
mid
Yon
lane.
also leaving his lane a little bit. Again, trying to get Quid
Can we get
off to the
plates?
races a bit. No Lichbane Ahri, unfortunately. Lost Chapter is his first item, so a conventional Ahri build. Can still build a Lichbane later if he wants.
I think it is
like
collector,
Keep-
by the way.
Keep our options open here. But man, Masu down
okay.
here is having such a good time. Again, the kind of the ramifications of some of the early plays can mean so much for your lane because the wave was pushing away from Yon also at the time of his death from the roam back, and so Masu greatly benefited. And again, when you start snowballing the center early, keep it going. Griffin's here too, and so is Jose. Could be a party.
Dragon's Ascend available.
He
if they
does
want to
not
go for the
have
dive, but
full
Yon
item.
gets the back off complete.
I mean, Grant Senna's item is
Definitely core
cheaper,
there
but
right
still.
now, I imagine Griffin will. Oh no, he canceled the back. Jose still channeling right now, and looks like FlyQuest back off.
Yeah, Masu just getting a little bit more plate gold. Yon not greeting. I think it would have been a real risky wave to stay on. Just decided to base and forego the
Got
few
boots.
minions.
I mean, I don't mind the
So he
boots
was
buy.
as
If you
much.
can't finish item, that's fine.
More damage
Buy your
on the
boots.
core.
At least
He's
gives
already
you movement
1v2ing.
speed.
All right, it's kind of just disgusting already. I mean, we're only 11 minutes in. This champ will infinitely scale, so...
1,000 gold lead for Masu, individually over
Wait for the
Yon.
Silas.
Bro, Masu is
Wait,
getting the better of
Silas
Yon
save
in lane
us.
so far in the
Team
series.
Liquid.
Yeah, it's been really
Heavily.
slow on the top half of the map.
With
It's
a
dead
Senna,
even
too.
in CS. Haven't even looked up there once
Now,
yet
he
for
has
the
not done the
observer
best
feed,
job
so
of
I
closing
imagine
it
there's
out.
not a lot happening up there.
But
It's been about the 2v2 bot side and
still a
ThinkCard's
scary
confidence
note.
in the rest of the map.
And one of the biggest benefits and when you can win bottom side like that is if you've got melee supports, they get roam timers for free. Great. Masu can 1v2 on bottom side, and that opens up Cryogen to have some roam timers that could change around mid lane too, and he's going to go right back there.
And a reminder here again, winner goes to Arizona. You can still get your tickets to the Arizona Finals at the Mullet Arena at ASU.
Silas
Check out
is
the
ahead.
QR code on your screen right now to lock those in.
So they're doing the swap now. They're going to bring the Senna towards mid lane, and it's on the cannon wave. So
there we go.
He shouldn't miss anything here. Masu gets there, gets the wave. They've got the Rise already split pushing on bottom side. So the game plan for FlyQuest is already in effect with their new lane assignments. Have both split pushers in a really good
Dragon's
spot.
up in a
and
minute.
Senna is so accelerated.
1.6k gold advantage onto Masu. However, we got a Hex Optic build from Yon.
For Griffin as well. More expensive item
There we
right
go.
there, being able to get
Quid
to that
getting chunked
moment.
out, but I think he has TP to be able to
Just
get in.
That was
that one, he just bodied him so hard. What? That was... He literally took
was
0
easy.
damage and
He just emoted on him. You know?
He's got the upgraded boots and a bunch of mana. Why wouldn't he be able to
I
do
mean,
that?
Quid just got hit by everything. Hit
Come on,
nothing,
Jack.
and-
Where's your whimsy? Where's your sense of joy? That was cool.
That's fine.
My goodness, look at Quad go.
Dragon up in
I mean,
34.
Quid
Yeah,
and Core
TP.
JJ
It's
said
fine.
Quad was like an
But
8
they
out
might
of
kill
10
him
on
beforehand.
everything
Oh,
last week on
nope, it
Pros.
missed.
Okay.
Nice.
He let the,
Well,
Looking pretty effective so far.
Yep. Hey, he did the cool thing earlier.
his range, though,
Yeah.
was average.
Silas is already level 11,
That's a
so
medium
level
G
2
right
ult
there.
could
Medium G
absolutely take over this next fight.
Okay, well, so far FlyQuest
And they've already rotated him down
2,500
for
gold
it.
lead across the board. 10
I can see a world where
seconds
FlyQuest just
through
gives
this
this
next
up.
dragon, as we already see them walk up to set up their vision.
And they tried to pull off the swap here, so Silas down to bot
Your
side.
job
Cats
for TL is to
part
scale.
of that wave, but a lot still died into the
on.
tower, and Some died on the top side of the tower too. I mean, he has 2 quick
Second
charges.
smite coming up,
Second
yep.
smite is going to come back up very quickly here.
Simple game for FlyQuest. They want to play around every
jump
Drake.
in.
They're starting
But
it
I think
early.
it's too
right?
quick. The
Giovanna
smite's
knows he
not
has no
gonna be
smite.
up.
He's got to go.
Dragon's Ascent is available. It looks like it's going to come down to a 50-50. Who's able to get it?
Oh
It's
my God, he got
Griffin! FlyQuest with the objective secure. Curtain call might turn the play, though, as FlyQuest just lost their jungler and have not gotten a kill yet. Crowd
Quid?
flashing over the wall.
Quid, a little
Quad
too far,
rooted up,
brother.
Taken down. Actually, Quad going forward there. It was Quid that went down. Double kill goes in there.
This
to
is not
the
good.
Shyvana. Team
This is
Liquid.
not good, but we
Re-engaging
corralled him.
back in, but
Can we
Gakos
kill him?
with the Gnar ultimate into
Good
the
flash.
wall.
Fuck.
Big carry onto Morgan right there.
Fuck.
Core JJ's going to fall as well. Gakos with a double
All right, that's
kill. And FlyQuest top laner shows up huge in the team fight for the triple.
All right, who's
That's
the
game.
bigger G now? Because Griffin died instantly and Gakos goes insane.
Look at this. Griffin used his smite early, so Team Liquid says he doesn't have for 15 seconds. Let's burst it down really fast. The smite comes up. The moment it's in smite range, Griffin is able to get the steal. After that, though, he gets one shot as it's that giant Shyvana Silas that flies in. But this fight, Kobe, ended up being insane. Senna arrives late, and Masu gets the free hit, and Gakos
Quid,
starts
nah,
with
Quid.
no rage right there and ends up carrying the
Quid,
fight.
you fucked that
honestly,
fight.
with Morgan
Brother.
chasing the Nautilus flashing over the wall after that kill, the Silas with Shyvana didn't get a lot done after the beginning of it, and Masu's able to snare him up there and finish him off, so Gakos kind of ran free.
And then the Rise ult at the very end. Behind. I
come
mean,
on.
that looked like a Team
Quid,
Liquid
you can't
won
be doing
fight
that, brother.
Until it wasn't, right? It's just this. I think your point of Morgan chasing over the wall was just the wrong decision. It spread the damage too much and allowed Quad to kind of free hit from the middle of everyone in Team Liquid.
And now the 1,000 gold lead Senna is 2,000 gold lead Senna.
Yep.
Bro, that's
And he's level
crazy.
11 now as well. The extra levels advantage too, very meaningful. Like, they weren't touching Masu before. I don't think you're gonna get many chances.
Senna's
in this
already
game.
about to be at
It's gonna
50
be
stacks
hard.
in 16 minutes,
Even
which I'm
with
pretty sure is like
Vi
really
and
far
Ari
ahead of
and
pace.
Rel, like if Masu's, especially if he has summoner spells, I feel like he's gonna be able to run over them. And
Masu is the
My
main character
God.
right now. Is he almost able to just push back
This
Yon?
is 2 straight
I thought
games.
maybe
This is
he
a
tried
problem.
ulting right there to kill him with Deathfire touch and get barrier or something, because barrier's already down. It wouldn't have been enough damage though, but massive mid control from the Senna.
And he could just continue to abuse range and abuse trades and get health leads.
Ooh.
And now we go.
Jose's actually pretty deep in enemy
up,
territory
Cryogen
right now, but he's
should
got the
die
entire
here.
team behind him, and Cryogen does
But that
not.
shield
Now
lasted
Dragons doesn't come
forever.
They're going to re-engage. They lose their support, but another Gnar ultimate from Gakos onto 3. Morgan trying to get onto Matsu, but the backup is there. Griffin gets the kill. Gakos gets a double.
I mean,
Game.
that was big
It's
G's.
over.
That was
Shyvana
big Gs.
into Gnar ultimate was
Fucking
insane,
hell,
but now a
dude.
6-kill
Oh my God.
Gnar.
I mean, the Silas,
also
like,
stacking
sure,
MR for
fine.
the side lanes
But
into either the
these
Silas
pick
or
comps
the
that we
Ari,
keep trying to
and
pull
then
off,
the
they ain't
Yon
working.
who's on garage sale items.
Not whenever
and probably
FlyQuest
gonna
is
get dough
playing these
here.
drafts.
Yeah,
they
Griffin
just-
straight
once they
onto
get
Yon,
the
has
team fight,
flash
and we're not
available,
playing
no
fast
barrier,
enough.
flashes, fourth shot,
Good,
but in
Jhin
comes
deserves to die.
Quad, gets
Fuck
the
that
kill
thing.
onto Yon. Masu's still alive as Quid fancied himself an assassination attempt. Masu taking the Herald to safety, Quid flashes the wall. Quad will pop the ultimate, and now it's only a couple minions going through. Quid gets out to safety, but FlyQuest get the turret and get out.
And they really just accelerated this game.
Bro.
Look at the goal difference.
Holy
It's
shit.
8,000 by 17 minutes. They just took
8,000
everything. They went
gold by
straight from that
17
fight
minutes.
bottom lane into breaking mid and getting yet another kill.
Yeah. That's a big G. Gakos with 6 kills on Gnar side lane.
Oh
he
my
is.
God.
He's
Wits
got Merc
End.
Traits
Oh
and
my
Wits
God.
End. Okay.
Yep.
No, either solo laner,
Well,
whichever
nasty.
TL solo laner tries to fight that Gnar,
Yeah.
is
Good luck.
gonna have a very troublesome time.
And typically, I mean, this
I
is
mean, this
downside
didn't
of
even
doubling
break
these
the
solo laners,
game
but actually, we'll
wide
get back
open,
to that. Let's take a
Smiley.
look at the
This just,
replay.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
collapsed
Cryogen goes in
it.
early, but it pulls everyone in Team Liquid in, and a Shyvana into Gnar combination with the triple
My
stun into
God.
the wall before Masu just arrives to help out a little bit. He ulted beforehand, and it is Gakos who cleans up once again.
Yeah, Cryogen with his dying breath.
Look on 5.
Right
Don't
here,
flash, don't flash. Kill 5. Kill 5.
I'm coming, I'm
Slowly.
coming.
Slowly,
I don't have
slowly.
TP, remember, but it's fine.
Slow. Yeah, I'm out. You can look that soon.
It's
Look fine. I'm going. I think we can win.
It looks good,
Kill one at a time. Kill Silas after.
Yeah, Silas is dead.
Guys.
We can't kill him to
Can
now.
we kill?
Wow.
Has ulti. Yeah. Has ulti.
Bye, Silas.
Yeah, they know from the very beginning. They're like, yeah, our Nautilus is going to die for this.
Yep.
It's totally fine. It looks good. We kill the Vi. We're definitely going to be able to get the rest of them. And with his dying breath, Crouching gets off his Nautilus ult, into the Shyvana ult, into the Gnar ult.
What I love the most about that is Quad, who wasn't even there before the play happened, says it's good for sure. Right? Just
I
gives
enjoy
extra
the new
confidence
Shyvana,
to
I will
all the
say.
kids trying to fly
bit
in
that I've watched
Do it.
into making
Send
that
it.
play.
Make it happen right
Right,
now. They had
RE5.
the Wombo combo, and they pulled it off this time around. And now,
Because Sneaky
again,
Beaver, we got
8,000
into
gold lead at
like,
19 minutes, but
don't
so
forget, there
much
was
of
a
that
time
just being
period where North
isolated on
America
its key
did do
carries.
exactly
Mossy
that.
still
They just pick scaling and
3,000 ahead
win, but then
himself.
you
He
get
wasn't even
smashed
really
by
present
the
for a lot of that
by the
fight.
international
Get
teams
your
because you don't know how
ultimate
to play
down
the
there at
early
the
game
beginning
stuff.
to make sure,
And
even if they kill
TL
people
is
before you
supposed to
get
be
there,
a team
you're
that
not the
does well
assist.
early. Like, we are supposed to win
Very
lanes
nice, and
and
now
play high
I mean,
tempo. But
it's
FlyQuest
pretty
has
easy when you have the
slowed
8,000
every
gold
game
lead
down to the
just
point
keep on
where
stacking the dragons.
we're
Since
not
you
able
got
to
the
do that.
first two,
And it's
you're
on
gonna
us to
get
be
a
able to
pretty
figure it
quick
out.
soul for FlyQuest.
And you could say, oh, pick scaling and go
and
from there.
as we
Well,
mentioned,
I don't think our
Gnar
advantage
is
is
the
scaling. I
god
think
of the
our
side
late game
lanes
macro
now.
is
He's
a little
got
bit
Merc
meh
Treads
at
and the
times.
Wit's End, so either solo laner is going to have a lot of pain if they try and fight
So I
the
don't want to
Gnar.
see teams not do
And
this,
as
but I think
well,
if you're
Quick's
going to
not
play
even
these
no
early game
slouch
comps
himself,
like this,
since
you
he's
got to
mid lane, he
commit
has
to it.
upgraded Merc Treads.
And we've just like
and
we've committed
that
to
shield
2
plus the
fights
Seraph shields
where
means
everybody's there,
Jordan
and it's
tanky
like
as the Rise as well. So
both
either side lane, and the team fight all look good.
you got to go
Candace,
for
then what's your
picks, not
play?
5v5s.
I mean, I
5v5s.
I hate
They
that you just asked me that because I was about to ask
destroy us, in my
Jet that.
opinion.
I was like, at this point, if you're Team Liquid, like, what really? Okay,
Whoa,
wow.
that's a big G.
That's a big G right there.
Backside
He doesn't
G
even
in this
fit on
But
the
I will say
screen.
again,
That
Quid
is a
chucked that
big
first
Echo.
fight
6
so
kills,
bad.
Jump
Gnar.
scare.
Oh my god.
I love it.
He can get bigger, by the way. Like, you know, he's
I'm
still
for-
got room to grow.
Yeah, he's a growing boy, you know.
You know, canonical for Gnar. Gnar also gets bigger in game.
Straight
There we
on to
go.
Baron. Griffin not messing around with the pace of this game. Gnar on bot lane.
Three
so
on
Big
bot
G
lane.
buying a lot of time. That's a
Okay.
big bounty on the line if they decide to go
Or
for this
meta like
dive.
an NA.
All right, quick, get your bets in. If
It's kind
they
of all
had
over
been
the
able to get
place.
3 people on your minimap you see going for
It's
Gnar,
changing
would they
pretty
even win
pretty
that
consistently.
versus
Over
They're
to
gonna
Bro,
try. They're
I'm
going for
over to
4.
Big G.
So,
too,
okay, they're
overdoing
making
it.
4 for
Overdoing
safety.
it just a
Keeping
little
Quid
bit.
down there. This is a full commit from Team Liquid, and Gakkos
We
is just going
TP'd
to walk
bot,
away.
and then Gakkos walks away,
Just
and we
straight up walks away
dude,
from the turret. It will be a Baron for Dragon trade if Team
End the
Liquid
game.
can actually get this one. It looks like they will with the amount of crystals
End the
on it.
game.
Sometimes
Go
the
game
biggest
3,
play a G can make
please.
is to walk away, Kobe.
Exactly.
Yeah, some fights aren't worth taking.
Yeah,
Too much
that's
to
the mark
lose.
of a true Big G.
Yeah.
Is they know that they don't have to be the carry in that moment.
All right, now all that's left is for them to end the game. Both teams, honestly, with some pretty good showings this series. This is a really fun one.
we're about
Casino,
to
game number 1,
blast
2
it.
TL. Game number
This next
2
fight's gonna be
here
so
is
ugly. I don't
so
wanna
close
watch it.
to end FlyQuest hands. Yes, it's fairly early, but on 3 minutes, the Mountain Soul is coming up, and they have a very, very high likelihood of taking that one.
do.
So the momentum kind of going back. in their
I
favor
don't
now.
want to see this
We do have to call out, though, they are the
Do we have
youngest
to watch
team
it? Can
in
we just
all
turn it
of
off?
Tier 1.
Like, can
and
I
they
just,
have
like,
massive
black screen
bounties in this
simulator for the
season
next 10
where
minutes, and then we go
kill
next?
bounties have never been higher, objective bounties have never been higher, the
Yeah.
ability for the game to slingshot back. So they're playing with so much confidence. If they overdive here, would be the window to throw, but we'll see how their experience has grown them throughout the year, because quite disciplined right now, grouping up with the 4 people on bottom lane. The sole laner is Griffin, who can just ult out if they try and engage on him, and they're stacking up this gold lead.
Like that point
Yep.
that you bring up, it's
That's
never been a
10K
more
gold
fast
lead.
game to start
Okay,
playing in
close.
your pro career. We heard Griffin in his pre-match interview talking about the experience of the team. We saw it earlier. Now they're sieging onto this
Styles is
bottom
still
inhibitor turret,
top.
and they're showing that patience. They're not walking too far forward. They're walking back. Gakkos is about to lose his Mega Gnar, so FlyQuest don't want to give the window to Team Liquid to engage.
I mean, we have a teleport
TP.
actually, long TP flank. So this is a Hail Mary.
Whoa.
This is a desperate play, but you are desperate. You have to recognize when you're desperate sometimes. So you
Very deep
got to
play.
go for it.
And he should be spotted unless he's walking all the way
If
by the
Rel
wall. Now
dies
the dredge line
beforehand,
from Crouching
though,
onto
the
core
flank doesn't
JJ.
matter.
Who cares about the flank?
Flank's
If you
too
engage
early.
first, they already got one.
Flank's
Gakkos
too
goes
early.
godlike. About to hit Mega again. Dragon's Ascent from Griffin goes in. Jose's going down as FlyQuest get 2
Morgan's
kills.
getting teleported on.
Bro,
Morgan's
the
now getting
timing
teleported
on
on
that
by
was
Gakkos.
crazy.
The capital
Why the
G
fuck
has
did Core go in
arrived.
so quick?
Morgan locked down in a 1v2. Steals away the Gnar ultimate. Tries to get the escape off. Gakkos not going to land the wall up there. Morgan to safety, flashes the wall. Cryogen flashes
This'll
forward.
be
Dredge
fun.
line
Oh my
follow
God.
up, just stopping the back as FlyQuest break the base.
Now,
He's still chasing potentially.
Yeah, Morgan's coming back to the base, and he's wrapping around for
Wait, this is kind of a good angle, though.
Ooh, the W landed there,
Never
and they
mind.
got him! Just popping Quid like a
Never mind.
balloon. FlyQuest This 80 carry is pumping damage.
I mean, Kobe, you called it a Hail Mary. They very rarely get completed. That was definitely a bit of an interception by FlyQuest, growing that gold lead to 12,500.
I think the game, Mac, was decided before that
minutes.
one fight.
Nobody
when
on
we
FlyQuest
wouldn't,
dies.
like, we weren't
They open
doing
up
anything
the
early. We just
entire
let
mid
the
lane,
tempo be
and they can
exactly
just reset for this Drake
what
soul that
FlyQuest
is gonna
wanted
up
to be in this
40
game.
seconds.
Yeah, I mean, even in your like miracle dream plays, you have to have the engage at the same time because he teleports so deep. I guess Core just like saw the angle or something, or he was. We'll have to look at the beginning of that fight, but for some reason he felt forced to go now before the Silas was even there.
I mean, maybe the argument is, you know, you distract them with your health bar to buy space for Morgan to come in. Obviously, that was not the outcome we saw. It's total gold here.
Oh my!
Almost entirely. I mean, I've won, so it's a support. I would
It's
be very
looking
concerned. I'd be very concerned if Cryogen was also above all members of Team Liquid.
Masu doing work here on the Senna, but really anyone who deals damage
Griffin
on this team.
Those aren't big.
So what
numbers.
about? There's so much talk about big G's, but what about Big M, Masu?
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, he had such an amazing week last week.
He's also got the gold chain already. He wears that every week. You know?
True.
Dragon's not going to be contested by Team Liquid, as Jose actually is here, maybe looking for the Smite
well.
steal, but now
Get
he's just
him! Everybody
hunted.
get him!
Yeah, we saw the jungler, and we're going to try and kill that jungler. Dredgeline flash by Jose, and now Morgan's got to try and get out of there. Will get out safely, but Dragon Soul secured by FlyQuest.
You remember Moscow 5, see hero, kill hero?
Yeah.
Anybody shows
That
up
was
on
it.
your screen when you're 11,000 gold ahead, you
Get him.
chase them down.
Quad walking the dogs right now here. 208 on the rise, plus the solo lane top lane, plus the 80 carry. Charm lands on a quad. He goes into the stasis. FlyQuest diving underneath the turrets. Team Liquid are mounting the final defense.
Oh,
but they're
wait a
losing it
minute.
for now. Big engage from Core JJ, but the damage just is not there to follow. FlyQuest with a double kill to quad and only one member standing tall on Team Liquid will look to even up this series 1-1. GG to the big G's. They're diving into the fountain and they got the ace. FlyQuest tie the series.
Okay, the style points in the FlyQuest win are through the roof, though. So, analysts, do you feel like they've taken the momentum? Because they are feeling themselves.
Okay, so we're still.
Absolutely, I feel like they've taken the momentum. I also feel like when you are a team like FlyQuest, your wins can end up looking like this, and we kind of set it up from the early part in draft, right? Thinkard was like, I'm super happy with my draft. As soon as they locked in the Ari, it was great.
He was a little
Except for
concerned.
he was a little concerned about the Silas, but that was it.
Yeah, you saw some action from the Silas, but not much. We saw
Most of the action was the Silas getting pummeled.
by the bigger
he
G.
had that great escape to then maybe set up for another flank that did not happen.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. And we have a lot to cover here today, guys, as we're bringing this one back. Where the hell did you get that from?
I took a handful.
Okay,
and
fair
put it
enough.
in a thing.
I mean, we
We're more heavily armed, Braz. Get him back.
have more buckets.
I can only throw with my nose.
There's more coming at you in your way.
Play the clip. Okay, this is
Let's play the action.
Yeah, this is the early play where Jan gets caught out just on his way back, pathing from that Raptors contest.
Yes. Like, that one, he's laughing about it. I mean, that was a little bit difficult. I mean, they pushed back FlyQuest's play here, but look at this one. This was the much more difficult one for Team Liquid to deal with.
I mean, this is with Griffin still dying, like basically 100-0, didn't even get his ult off, but this was one of my problems with TL's comp, is that their consistent damage was very low, and everyone on their team is squishy against a comp from FlyQuest that has so much CC.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my concern immediately in draft. I turned to Emily and said, I like FlyQuest comp a lot more.
Yeah.
Fly can basically just hit anyone. You just CC anyone and kill them.
Can we replay this fight just because I feel like the
roll
big
back a
one
little
for me that surprised me right at the beginning of the fight, because they destroyed it. Let's play it through. They destroyed Griffin right from the beginning. Like, Cryogen was isolated. So I was like, how does Team Liquid still lose this play?
Watch Quid.
Yeah,
'cause
Quid.
He gets got
The
right
Senna
here
W
by
that is
Senna.
able to nail him, so he immediately dies at the top of the play. Jan does try to interact with it, but at this point, like, the rest of the fight is difficult when Gakko's pops ulti.
But the other thing is, look how many tools they used to kill him. Look at the cooldowns. Look at all the summoners, right? They spent everything to kill the Shyvana. And Masu and Quad and Gakkos are all right there at full HP.
Oh,
You still
fuck.
have to be able to deal with that.
That was.
And that returns to the problems with the comp diff, right? Is that it's just becomes increasingly more difficult for them to burn a priority target down. Like,
That
it
was
doesn't matter that
fucking terrible.
Cryogen is going to die
Jesus
here, right?
Christ.
Because their response
Never
is
want to see
immediate.
that again.
Couple of big G's right there.
Yeah, the Gnar Shyvana combo is great.
Never
Masu
wanna
coming
see
in
that
to kinda
again.
Clean up a little bit on the.
Why couldn't we give
back
them
half that.
popcorn?
Yeah, what?
They're enjoying this one.
I mean, you literally can give them popcorn.
Yeah,
if
you
like.
can walk
I
over
refuse.
right now.
Why don't we give them popcorn? I am not giving them my popcorn.
Not my popcorn.
Someone else's popcorn.
Yeah, someone else, please.
This was also that was the miscoordinated flank from TL. I don't think it would have worked anyway, but Morgan kind of wrapping around is a little late from Corey's engage. And
All right.
this was
Fucking
just like
get on to
was
game
a
3.
because of
Jesus
compositions,
Christ.
it was so
like,
difficult
ugh.
past that Drake fight that we saw with even though Griffin
David, calm
dying.
down. It's not that
you know,
serious.
they
If
were able to get
anybody
Quid
ever
over the
tells me to
wall.
calm down
They
in
had
these
the
moments,
Gakkos
I
that
will
used
flip
Gnar.
shit.
I'm curious to see whoever will
Genuinely flip shit.
For play of the game,
Yeah,
I think
for
it's
play
got
of
to
the
be
game.
Gakkos. I mean, it's Gakkos.
I don't think anything would. I don't. Again,
Yeah.
with the way they were drafting this game, I don't mind the rel as it synergizes with all 4 other picks.
I'm assuming
Let's be honest. Quid chucked that first fight really bad, like really bad. Chucked it. But in general, we're just not playing with a quick enough pace.
So it's tough.
If you're gonna play those comps, you have to play with a quicker pace. You got to be going for angles. We did fucking nothing until that first dragon fight, and then we took 2 dragon fights and it was done. We weren't even going for picks. We were just opting into 4v4 situations. It's like, Jesus.
Split between him and Masu.
Yeah,
but
6
Makes sense because Masu had
all right.
a really
Oh, look at that spread.
game as well.
Oh,
I really
and the light blue Gatorades.
well. He did the Dusk and Dawn.
Fuck, dude. Look at that. Look at that spread.
I prefer IE, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I get how it works. Though.
Exactly.
We were kind of talking about.
They
that.
got the right Gatorade too.
Q with the proc, you instantly steal a soul, which is very nice. But I know talking to Masu when he built it last time, I asked him, about his thought process with it, and he was saying in that game, and I think the same applies in this game, that he was really placing a lot of value on the HP, right? So Cleaver, Dusk and Dawn gives you a lot of HP.
All right, payout. The
Only way
Gambo was
TL
paid out.
Ever
For
going to
the
win fights is
entire
if they
series?
actually one-shot someone. But
That's insane.
You just turned into the shadow, by
and
the way.
take
That's awesome.
back to the last series as well.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
look
Masu
at
has
that.
just been
Look
destroying
at
the
that.
lower bracket. He has gone
What the
insane.
fuck?
Against Sentinels, he was a monster, and I feel like he has been again here today.
What the fuck?
In my view.
Yeah, the creativity, I keep going back to that first Raptors play. The play is over, right? You go for Raptors invade, you think it's done, he doesn't participate, but he's still thinking about how they can still find an advantage, like eke out something even bigger. But speaking of bigger, we got to start comparing sizes here.
Whoa!
We're talking about how big Gakkos is. He's not even shown on the screen.
That doesn't help.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's looking very excited.
I'm talking about Gakkos.
1.27 double?
What are you
Never.
talking about?
Thank you, brother.
All right, see,
I don't want double of touch in this team right
Give
now.
me some timing here. I gotta get a little bit of a chance to explain myself here. I'm admiring how tall.
Oh, man.
Okay.
That's a big G right
That
there.
is a very big G. That is a very big Gnar, okay?
Griffin, also good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
I mean-
Respectable size G.
Completely agree.
Respectable G.
Yes.
But Gakkos
This one
was,
clearly
was
much
a
bigger.
huge
His
star.
Gnar was very good. Very good.
But, all right. Don't miss any
Really
LCS action when you get your favorite foods delivered on
overdoing
Uber Eats. Maybe some
this.
popcorn for less gold. We are going to be right back
Big
after
G
this.
fan.
Stay with us.
You have to let the nickname
Just don't stack,
settle
don't stack. I don't know.
Let's hit front. Let's hit front.
Hey, front, hey, front.
Bye, bye,
Bye,
bye,
bye, bye, bye, bye.
on
Nice,
Silence,
nice.
silence.
home.
Ralph flashed in. Make it
Go
up.
this
Nice.
hard with it.
Okay, I Kill him, can, kill I
Uh,
him, kill him.
get the
Yeah,
I
get
can.
the
Yeah,
turret,
get
turret.
the go with this.
We
Bro,
can rise ult, yeah.
Get this after, bro. Look at this one. Bro,
Okay.
look at him shoot
Multiple,
bullets.
multiple.
Bro,
Let's go, let's go, let's go, go.
That's stupid. Get his ass. Get his ass. Get his ass. Wait, go right here.
Gakkos!
No, no, no.
Good night, guys.
Gakkos, you can't. Bro, was that
Hang
you,
on.
bro?
I fucked up that tweet. Hang on. I fucked it up. I fucked up the wording. I fucked up the wording. Hold up. Quote. All right, there we go. All right, I just had to say, because the big G thing is like, don't be a buzzkill, bro. I'm not being a buzzkill. I think I'm dead serious. Like you have to pace it. I'm telling you, there is a line, in my opinion, that you gotta be tasteful with it, and I think we're going past that. Hit on the big G's, bro. I like them, and I like the nickname, but it's one of those that I'm telling you, when you do it so much early on, what'll happen is in the next 2 to 3 weeks, it'll be like, okay, it's already run its course because you beat the ever-living shit out of it on that point. And that's my thing. It's like, you, with a good nickname, that can last a career. And you don't overdo it. And I feel like we're just overdoing it a little bit. Just like, again, it's not hard to scale it back just a little bit and keep the nicknames relevant and keep it going. But like, for me at least, and my taste, it's going a little far.
Nice. I got Ro. Nice flash. He's dead. Nice, guys. Talk about next. Slow. Yeah, I'm out. You can look to soon. It's fine. I'm going. I think we can win.
It looks good.
Kill one at a time. Kill Silas after.
Yeah, Silas is dead.
Guys. In front.
Hey, front.
Bye.
And
then kill Silas after.
Ralph flashed in. We can. Nice.
Yes. Clean game. Nice. Good up.
Okay, I can the turret. I can.
Get to it. Go with this.
And then we can rise ult, yeah.
Get this. Bro, look at this. Bro, look at him shoot bullets. Bro,
Let's go.
That's stupid. Get his ass. Wait, go right here.
Good night, guy.
Oh, let me. Worn out by game one. I wouldn't say it was worn out by game one, but I think we're just getting. Comes around, you have that one friend who just overdoes it. Yeah. Trying to see what else. See, the announcers don't have much to say that, but with Fly being so favored in the series, the victory stuff. It was a blowout, though. It's like a Talk Your Split season. Fell very first. Okay, here's the thing. There's a big difference between the Talk Your Split and this. The Talk Your Split was not natural to anybody. At all. Like, it was literally only one person, and that was it. So, like, there's... That, to me, like, is just, like... I get they tried it, but nobody else embraced it. This one is like, if you let the players like take charge in it and you add a little bit of spice to it, that's whenever I think like that's where I think the perfect balance is. You have to let the players do, when it comes to like their nicknames and shit like that, like let them run with it and let the fans run with it. But you don't want to overdo it just a little bit. Just a little bit? I don't know. I think I fucked up the wording at the end there. Before he chose Steel's name, we were in the right joke around. Oh yeah, they did. Wait, is there like an argument going down? What the fuck is happening right now? Why are there so many cringe? Oh, Evan, brother, I welcome fans of all teams. And besides, it's normal in a situation like this, where again, FlyQuest is the community favorite, and is the. Ugh, we're really doing it again. It's natural for people that are like fans of the opposing team to want to come in and watch and like also prey on my downfall in this situation. That's normal and should be encouraged. Like, we want that type of thing. That's great. So it's good that there's FlyQuest fans in here. It should anger TL fans that we need more of us to come in here and even out the comments. That should be the takeaway. Not why are there so many of them in here. It's like, why aren't there more TL fans in here to balance it out then? That's the mentality. We need more TL fans to balance it out. We don't, like, this is like the Knicks going to, like, anytime the Knicks travel to like San Antonio or Philly or anywhere else, and there's more Knicks fans in their home arena and louder than the home fans. That's like what's happening right now, and it's our job to recognize that and actually build fandom from there.
Technically, was after the Raptor invade that was started by the Shyvana, though. So.
True. First domino. What's the first domino? There we go.
but truly, you know, Masu and Skakos were both, you know, massive in that last
Hate
game.
watching it. Hey, what's that
Masu
shit?
and
I
Ryze
mean,
bottom
not
lane.
wrong.
So much pressure early on.
Lee Sin's still going to be banned. Okay, we're just straight up banning the Gnosis early.
Split, especially, and guess what? We've been talking about Lucian Melio for a long time. That's still up. Dash Seraphine, T-Will are like terrified to pick it because, you know, the Lucian Melio and the Caitlyn Bard are both still available, and we get whittled down a little bit more on these bottom lane matchups.
Yeah, but I will say with the buffs to the tank support items and the
All right. Oh, let me go through the notifications real quick. That happened off or during the game. I think I did. Did I do Alexo? Yeah. No, Rum on the Ball did the community subs. Alexo, yeah. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, there it is. Zexter, thank you for the follow. Stonky Boy, thank you for the follow. Sneaky Beaver, thank you for the follow. Oh, God. A Brav? I'm just going to go with a Brav. Thank you for the follow. And Doc Zuber, thank you for the follow as well.
But so far, it has just been perma banned in the first 3 rotation, and it's gonna be Orin as the final.
Until post Sixer series in 2023. I mean, technically, I went to a Knicks game back in 2021. I didn't diehard join the fandom until after that. Like, that run back in 2023, like, really kind of got me in to everything. But I was passively following them prior to that.
You know, they could still go for that route, but yeah.
But yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Like they play into their own style.
Bandwagon Knicks fan? You can call me Bandwagon Knicks fan all you want. I don't give a shit. Say it as you will.
I feel like Team Liquid has definitely looked the best when Morgan is
I didn't have a basketball team, and they're in my city.
That it lets him take
That's it.
even lanes, and then he's just filled for the team fights. This first pick of Kali is kind of crazy, though. Quid loves playing it, and they're just slamming it right away.
They did look good.
But no, he's not wrong. It was 2023 whenever I like fully committed to it.
It was?
And it was against Shopify, and so they
couple
did.
of conditionals that are not true in this game.
Exactly. Both those things are not.
Are you saying you weren't convinced by those?
Appropriate right now.
Kali first pick. Interesting. Rumbles up. Fine. Prio bot lane. We got Bard and Caitlyn still the biggest Prio bot lane available at the moment.
Been taken out with Fearless anyway. So let's see what FlyQuest can cook in response. A Rumble comp does feel pretty nice. So
cooking quite literally.
Okay, Karma.
Karma, they were hovering a lot of different junglers.
Fine.
Opting to give Griffin a later pick here as they'll go for their support.
Wait, coming from
first.
you, fan. Hey, I appreciate it.
Back here.
No Ezreal to combo it with, so it won't be as perfect. And honestly, you could go Ash Seraphine into this. A little bit strange with the Akali, though, and I'd like to see...
Okay. Odds the Bengals are moving 13 miles across the board. You mean the Bears? Okay, there's the Caitlyn. There's the Bard. There it is.
There we go.
Yep.
Slam it in.
Knew that was coming.
All right. Let's see if TL.
Didn't I go to Villanova? No, I got accepted to, or no, I didn't even apply. I applied to Temple, Penn State, and NYU for grad school. I did not go to Villanova.
Akali on a side lane and Bard threatening. It's like whoever else they pick is going to have a hard time keeping their summoner spells.
Sivir. Okay. Yep. Not good. Moss is pretty good with Sivir.
We've seen Timo Hubbard, somebody in the front row just shouted.
This will be interesting.
So shout out the crowd, making some noise out there.
We need frontline. We need frontline to be able to protect the Caitlyn.
Yeah, but did you ever think they were locking that in? Probably
Orin's already banned.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you never know with Griffin.
Yeah, Jungle Timo is
they got both.
Couple times.
Broxa likes it.
Yeah, liked it.
But it's going to be the Zoom comp, as one of you said. Sivir plus Karma, heavy move speed, heavy wave clear.
Yeah, Loki, I don't know if you saw, but Indiana is getting the Bears. It's technically still a suburb of Chicago, but Indiana, the state, is getting a second NFL team.
As much as possible. And then also,
Technically.
if the fight does or does not look good, you just kind of get to pick it, especially against the Akali. So we'll see how FlyQuest is able to scale with these 2 picks.
Yeah, Spell Shield is really nice, though, as far as some of the problems we were talking about them facing previously. So that's going to be very nice. And then, as you say, Sivir always focusing on those waves. But we get some more top lane protection bans.
Shen ban makes sense. Gnosis is already banned. We're not okay. So we are not letting Gnosis get through the second phase, or even the first phase at this point of draft for the rest of the series. If we are first banning it, we are just assuming that we don't want to play against it at all. Which, fine, chill with that, but need to be careful.
Xin is just still exists here, right?
Yeah.
It's the most meta jungle. It also pairs really well with Karma and could be sped up by Sivir, but it's not something Griffin has had great
Nonsense
games
ban.
on,
What'd you
so I
miss?
feel like he's kinda
Griffin is
different
stupidly good with
Yeah,
nonsense.
and I think they were also super worried.
And it's
about
also
how
a
much
good
global pressure I know
pick
the
with this
Masters have
game
put on them
because you went
already.
with the Akali, you
Bar
have a
and
Caleb Bar, but they
Akali
have
on
Karma.
Team Liquid
Okay,
side.
the
If they
Annie is
added a Pantheon there.
not great.
Mid-game when the map is open and sidelines will get super scary. So, ooh, okay, the Annie for the
FlyQuest just needs like one
And Griffin gets the
jungle. I don't know who they go
final
jungle.
pick. Super
This
secret
feels like a
power
good game for
jungle.
Caitlyn to like really do damage without having significant tanks.
in the
I
pan.
don't.
Shen ban, Nasus ban.
The problem is
Going the cats and dogs here with the Nefiri and the Rengar.
Caitlyn feels like she can get mowed down pretty quick.
Yeah, we were kind of guessing what you might pull out. And
I don't know.
Is one of those pocket picks that Griffin likes to pull up. Be very surprised if we see a Rengar.
Cassante, that makes sense. Okay, that buys space. That buys time for Caitlyn. That's fine.
What you want to Jack? It's a talk or a
Yep.
top lane or a talk. Yeah, you know, it saves some time.
Yeah.
2026, you got to find ways to breathe.
Yeah, I think I like this draft so far.
At the end of this one.
The Wukong I'm fine with too, even if it was the Skarner. Xin Zhao, a little less so, meh. But I think this, I think it's fine in terms of giving Caitlyn space. Caitlyn has to get a, Caitlyn needs to be even coming out of lane phase and then just be able to pump out damage in these fights.
The Wukong would kind of be a perfect piece there.
The only worry is that if we are fighting and Cassante is not the first one in every fight,
Merc tread value isn't through the roof, so I think that is a good little flex there from TL.
they can mow. They have so much damage.
I don't know if I'm feeling something like a Xin Zhao. I like it with Karma, but like you're getting
Is
so
it
much
Rumble,
melee.
Jungle, Vayne top,
That's
guys?
gonna go in, and you
Guys.
called it.
I called a mid flex, not a jungle flex for Griffin.
Vayne
Rumble in the
top,
jungle. Will he use the Rumble in the jungle skin? And Rumble Jungle used
The
to actually
fuck?
be really, really good. They did nerf the level 1 a little bit, but still powerful. So let's see. And it's pretty good into Wukong because Wukong's passive stacks armor. So we'll still be able to roast him.
This got me.
Yeah.
This flex got me.
Yeah, and it gives him Gakkos the final, pick here. Like,
Okay, so
flexibility
Vayne gets
of
hard
Gakkos
countered,
and Griffin, I feel like
or Vayne
Griffin
hard
makes
counters
so many of these
Cassante,
Gakkos carry
and should be able to get
because Griffin
a
is willing to do
massive lead on
anything
him
in the
in
jungle,
in lane,
literally anything. Carries, tanks,
which makes the tank weaker and reduces our ability to defend Caitlyn. But again, the thing I will say is if Caitlyn gets late, Caitlyn can one-shot every single person on FlyQuest. But the question is, can we even get there? Because Rumble Jungle, I don't know how that's going to play out. Mid lane should be... we'll see.
Oh, you like that armor stack?
We need to play well in lanes.
Rumble jungle.
We can...
It's FlyQuest versus Team Liquid tied in the series 1-1. A unique jungle pick for Griffin yet again, despite Team Liquid's best efforts here.
All right, predictions going out on Twitch. I'm going to have the poll up here on YouTube in a minute.
Is done. Tied series so far. Let's see who takes the lead here as we're getting ready for Game 3. FlyQuest versus Team Liquid. Onto the Rift.
TLAW, Fly. All right, polls up on YouTube. Prediction is up on Twitch.
Spring. Trying to check all of... Okay, it's happened once before this year in Tier 1.
I'm just scared that we're going to be able to... If Akali and Wukong try to go in, you have the Condemn, you've got Karma shielding, and you've got Annie to be able to stun them.
My goodness.
So, like, not great.
This is some draft cooking.
Okay, speaking of, this is what Kobe cooked up here. You think that Gakkos currently is ahead in the Big G race?
I mean,
right?
literally, look at the numbers. We said it was going to be based on kills. It's fair.
Yeah,
scoreboard. We said it would be based on kills. Last game, Gakkos made.
All right, let's just see. I'm done trying to predict this. Let's just see how this plays out.
Kangas is not over. There's plenty of time for Griffin to grow.
I do kind of want to size them both up though, just because the Vayne Rumble flexibility at the end, like even just that alone.
So
has
champions
All right, bot lane is pushed in again.
Griffin maybe gets a little bump.
And if this Caitlyn falls behind, we're fucked.
Sure. But pulling out Vayne, still a pretty big G move.
Question, does the comp work? I mean, I know they did all this flexibility.
Yeah, we got excited about it.
Their only engage is like the Annie.
Yes, it works because
it works if they're ahead.
Always just overload so much damage.
True.
Well, let's hear from the coaches if they think it'll work, because we got Raz stated by with Spawn.
question is going to be on the learnings on the last 2 games, just because you guys had a really stomping good game 1. Game
See
2
what he
is
says.
not going your way. Just thoughts and learnings going into the next one.
I mean, yeah, exactly what we thought was going to happen. We actually had a really good play in that second game where we trapped them at our Raptors and we should have gone in. Jose went backwards, bit of a miscommunication there.
And Quid went into 4 of them.
But we know they're insanely good team fighters. If they get ahead, they're going to roll us. If we get ahead, we're going to team fight them as well, and it's going to look very similar. So we just have to keep playing. Ooh, Morgie!
That was crazy. Because I was just about to ask about the draft here. I mean, I was really shocked by the flex of the Rumble going into the jungle and then Vayne being picked up for top lane. Your thoughts on the draft, especially seeing how that lane just played out?
I mean, Gakos needs to play really well. Like, the reality of the situation is we have Caitlyn, who's like pretty good into Vayne normally because 1 headshot puts her at half health. And then we have Akali, who's obviously going to be hunting him inside lane all game. So he needs to play really, really well. He's a good player. We respect Gakos actually a lot, as you can see from the bans that are going towards him. So, you know, we just got to play well, and he's got to play well too.
This looks like a little bit of a tough game for Quid. You guys wanted to prioritize him. He's really good Akali. Looks like a fight's going to happen here. So I'm going to actually send this one straight back to the casters so they can actually carry on with the action.
Yeah, a lot going on early.
For that quick interview there, but unfortunately no action actually happening. But you can never be too careful when it comes down to these 2 junglers.
Do we now have to use the Raz terminology? You said,
Morgie.
Oh, Morgie.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. All right. Next time he gets a kill.
I mean, Big G getting the double crab likely. He met
I agree,
the
Pudge.
Wukong
I
at
100%
crab while
agree.
he had mid-prio and Crouchin with first move. So they're just using
All
their
right,
3 months of
500 gold
cryo
lead.
to
It's just
secure
spread
the
across
double camp lead for
everywhere.
Yeah, nicely done here.
Griffin gets
Rumble.
double crab.
Not
fun.
Jungle clear speed here, and also with the team backing him up on that bottom side, gets an advantage early on, and Jose about 2 camps behind as he's taking away those Krugs top side. We also saw that Morgie almost got the play on the
wait a minute.
in the top lane 1v1, but not
You
quite.
got to have a little more oomph. We got to go.
Morgie. Yeah, it ends on like a high note.
If you say it slow, then yeah.
Were you told yet? Nah, not yet.
Also like that Griffin on his visit to top
I
side
think
when
this
he
draft
was
can
doing
ultimately
the
be
crab,
fine on our
he
side.
used his
It is
trinket ward.
just a
And
matter
trinket
of
ward
making sure
cooldowns
that
for
we
Vayne
get this
lanes are really
Caitlyn to the point
important
where
because
she
you want
can
to use your
one-shot
trinket wards
everybody.
for the Vayne for your greedy bushes in the side lane. So this bush ward right here, Gakos was able to place that trinket ward right after Griffin made his visit over there and used his. So you're still secure, but then you can also punish the Cassante with the brush advantage in lane. So I do like that as
Core
well.
JJ roaming already, which is going to give Yawn solo experience.
Right there. It's like cursive. You know, one goes into
I
the next.
agree.
Yeah, classic Raptor Invade Core JJ's here early as Griffin will walk forward. Ooh, Cosmic Binding not landing as Griffin actually sidesteps back.
That's
Cryogen's
not
here.
good.
The Magical Journey's already been used as the tether
But
is
that's
there.
a
But
great
Jan joining
collapse.
up. Cryogen could be in some trouble. Sidesteps the trap.
Maybe
and
not
Matsu
so
joins
much.
up as well. The smite goes down. It's, I believe, Jose that picks that one up. And Team
we're
Liquid
fine.
get out. Okay,
Yeah, we're fine.
there we go.
Got the Raptors, but a lot of cooldowns burn. Heal from both supports, Ghost from Yawn. Will help save Jose's game a little bit, though, so I'd say mission accomplished by Team Liquid making that play happen.
Man, I love the Raptor fights. We're always guaranteed some extra little bit of action here through the 4 to 5 minutes.
Quid
The difference,
is
Kobe,
even,
no 80
fine,
carries were harmed in the making
and he
of that
will
Raptor
be
round.
better than
They
him
were able to
early
get
on.
out safely.
The camera
eyes,
cuts
again,
away
just
after
go
the
on
Raptor
Yawn
fighting is
entirely.
done, but we have to watch them return to the lanes.
Exactly.
You're right.
Yeah, you can never get too comfortable
Sometimes
here.
it's dangerous returning to the lanes after the Raptor skirmish.
Done.
Oh, nice little
Any
Tibbers
ult
drop
thrown
there
down.
from Quad, just chunking Quid out from the lane.
Yeah, I noticed too how immediately after he drops it, he walks back into lane to range it so it'll snap back to him and he doesn't lose too much health to the tower there. So drops it on him for the trade, snaps it back, then you still get the push.
Yeah, Tibbers looking just fine right there. Hiding in the brush, just being a ward right now as Quad will keep pushing this wave in. Quid's going to answer as much of it as he can. Crowder gets chunked out by Yan right there in the 1v1, but still it's Masu with a slight CS advantage in this laning phase here. And as Sivir goes late into the game, just gets stronger and stronger with more itemization. So the fact that Masu's already ahead in the CS department, pretty good news for Fly
Pledge, I appreciate the optimism.
So far getting
But of all those happening, the USA winning the World Cup feels the farthest one of them all.
Going all the way back to 2024, the Jensen Annie incident.
Well, I'm looking right now on this top side. Equalizer goes down. Morgan has the flash available. Flashes away from the Harpoon. No slow landing. Morgan gets out of there.
Interesting. So they do think it's worth the investment of Rumble ult. I mean, it's pretty low cooldown, even rank 1, but they think it's worth the investment just to get the flash off of the Cassante. So now we really got to keep watching top lane for the next
All right,
4
Caitlyn
to
needs to
5
be able
minutes,
to keep pushing this in.
and see if they are able to make that work.
We already got the call.
Or if Gakkos is just saying,
we're
hey,
holding on fine
if this
doing
guy
that
doesn't
and
have
getting a little extra
flash,
gold.
then I can
Love to see it.
really bully him instead. So maybe the taking away that extra kill possibility or threat from Morgan now not having flash is really worth it from them, because now no Rumble Ultimate for the other play on.
Let's
on,
go
other
for
side.
chickens.
for
Here
the
we
Raptor
go.
Fight.
Second Raptor invade, no equalizer for Griffin. Control ward goes down. Griffin knows that it's being taken currently.
Yeah, you can't do
Walks
shit,
into the
Griffin.
Brush will try and just get the flame spitter damage out and tries to smite it away. Gets it that time.
Wait, Jose was hitting him the whole time too. He's
Yeah.
lower health and didn't get the Raptor, and Griffin was just burning them down.
Jose,
Yeah.
Just
brother,
stand still and burn him down.
can we hit the smite?
That's crazy, man.
Please?
What? I mean, there was no fight happening just because Quid hadn't moved over. The supports weren't there that time, so it ended up just being the objector steal. And the scrap shield really doing work for Griffin there, with Jose not willing to commit the ultimate since it wouldn't have led to a kill. On the point of the top lane Vayne, I do feel like Morgan has so much armor already. He's at 111 armor with the
I mean, the
plated
Vayne's
steel
not
caps.
going to be able to
so
kill
Gakkos really
Gakkos,
needs
but
just more levels. He's got 1 level in Silver Bolts right now. He doesn't
Oh my
have
God.
even his first major completed
Gakkos,
item.
he's
So
He also needs
it might
the
be an
1v1.
investment in the future.
Team Liquid actually role swap, or lane swap rather, Jan and Core JJ up to the top side here.
Okay.
So Gakkos not going to have that easy 1v1 currently, but I like that point there, chat, because Gakkos is also trying to shove this wave in. If it's frozen on him in this matchup, like really tough
They
for
want to get the
Gakkos
boy grubs.
to actually get up and do anything now.
Absolutely.
I
You can
think.
see they're
Yeah, we
sending
definitely want to get the
Cryogen
boy-
up
we're
on
willing to get the
Karma,
first
but a little bit
dragon
out of
for
sorts
boy
on
grubs.
these lanes.
Yeah.
No TP on
Not
the
bad
Vayne is
with
also
Caitlyn,
the
too.
type of champ you would want to create lane swap opportunities on. And they're just going to try and make the most of this, knowing Morgan has no TP either, and maybe try to form 4 grubs.
And they got one.
Smite one away. They don't have to commit to the entire objective. And it looks like they'll do just that. Griffin backs off towards the blue buff.
Okay. FlyQuest controlling the
Let's see if
tempo
they're
early.
done, or if they want to like poke around too. Griffin seems like he's just going to farm up his blue and let him have crab at the very least. So TL will get back to their push on top side. Caitlyn push in again, and
Once
try and
again,
keep
the
that
pace
pressure
feels
there,
like it's
so
very.
should be the other 2.
It feels like
grubs for
FlyQuest
them.
are the ones kind of
And
controlling
he
the tempo
does
of
have
this series so
ult.
far.
If they wanted to actually collapse, though.
Tricky, though. There's no completed item on Griffin or Masu yet. I'd say
Yeah.
the comp for FlyQuest just doesn't actually do anything yet, which would be
No,
another
not yet.
reason that Griffin would just throw his ultimate top lane. I think FlyQuest, if there was to be a dragon fight, like you don't want to do an early dragon fight against Wukong Akali. You're probably just asking to die there. So I think FlyQuest is waiting on their item thresholds a bit.
But
It
to
is
the point we were
interesting
making
that they're
earlier, chat, now
forcing
Gakkos
Gakkos
is in
to
a
split.
2v2, so more XP
Yeah.
kind of denied from him because he's sharing that with Cryogen currently. So the lane assignments putting the Vayne slightly behind now, as Morgan's been able to CS just fine against Masu in the 1v1.
Yeah. And I guess
I don't know why
Cryogen's
Cryogen's up here with him.
Can, like,
This seems
annihilate
crazy.
waves and kind of free farm and get solo experience
True,
for the
yeah.
Sliver on the
Oh.
other side. So
Silver lining.
one AD carry takes and just gives it to the other AD carry. Griffin. So there still is no flash on Morgan, so maybe they actually do pay it off.
They'll try.
He's going to walk forward, drops down the equalizer. Morgan just jumps away. The Electro Harpoon will land this time. Slows galore from Griffin as a flash forward from Masu. They want to commit
That's a little bit
for
aggressive,
the play,
Masu.
but they just don't have the damage yet.
That was a lot
And Morgan gets
aggressive.
out to
I don't know what
safety.
you thought you were.
Flash this time.
You thought
He
you
has
were
no
killing
he has no
Cassante?
MR, but just overwhelming amount of armor. So the Silver's not touching him. He's at 146 armor already.
Yeah.
All right, sure. Go
Yeah, I
ahead,
mean,
burn your flash for that.
They
Go
used
right
Rumble
ahead.
Ultimate and Masu's flash.
They did.
And
They didn't get a flashback.
and Morgan's chilling. So
Yes. That's Drake.
I think
I
I would
am
say
feeling-
that's negative
I
value.
am feeling less excited about the Rumble Jungle at this point.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I think that was just, I mean,
That
that's
was just a weird overforce.
I would go for that place. I don't know if I would
Okay.
blame the champion.
Okay.
I wouldn't blame the champion.
All right.
Yeah, if
for
the
real
Vayne's not
play,
gonna be
but
going into
now-
the Rumble.
Now after that, his land is done.
I mean, I will
So
say-
Masu the dragon there.
Again,
Morgan
FlyQuest comp
kinda
late
shrugged it off and
does
then just teleported
scale
back to the other side.
crazy good,
As you said,
assuming
he's got
that
a lot of armor stacked up. So
they can dodge
That
the
was
Caitlyn headshots.
like 5-6 autos, and he's barely lost his shield.
Yeah, and so now he's been able to wait out the, you know, the vulnerable no flash Cassante timer, and so
Caitlyn not
looks
full item
pretty
yet.
dang
Sever
good
full
for him.
item.
So far, the Rumble Ultimate's being invested on him. He's going to try a third time
Yeah,
now.
Flash is available on Morgan this time around, but because of the Leandries, Griffin might have the damage this time.
I guess he has no other camps to farm, so he's just
all
chilling.
that's available. Morgan could look for the angle, misses the third and topo strike, now gets the angle on the wall, pulls in Griffin, and then just jumps away. Morgan's out of there.
Yeah, doesn't even have to use the flash this time, and it can just push
Still
him
forced
next
his
to the
ult,
wall,
though, so
I mean,
0 for
we
3.
need to be careful.
This, these double G ganks.
I guess, but like he's just shooting it from half court, and Team Liquid's not doing anything themselves.
True.
So like,
Jap been watching a lot of
got a
basketball
dragon
to be
after the
using
last
the
one.
shooting it from
yeah,
half court.
I guess that's true.
And they got Masu's flash. So
The biggest thing,
we'll see if Masu
the biggest
gets
thing that I don't
punished.
think is being talked about from
The
the
pace feels
broadcast
really
is like
slow for,
again,
like an Akali, Wukong.
FlyQuest is
like,
just
Caitlyn
playing
Bard
their
also
like
not
they are the
accomplishing
one
a
pulling the
huge amount.
triggers.
Because I'm
They're
wondering,
the
like, where
one calling
scaling
all the
even
shots
is,
right
is
now.
favored here, Kobe.
Well, what about this? When Wukong gets Trinity Force, you usually see the
And I think that's a
Wukong
big
go
point of
make
posi-
play.
or a
So
big
he's got
power
flash and
position for
Trinity
them
Force.
to be in.
If he doesn't do something for a while and still, then
When the game is being played on your tempo and your terms, regardless of whether your comp scales or not,
Yeah, 'cause every
I'd
time
rather
Griffin's gone
I'd
for
rather
these
have the ball in
plays,
my
it's
hands
like
than somebody
nothing is
else's.
happening on the map. They don't need to defend. He doesn't need to be anywhere to defend. Usually his camps are all on cooldown. So it's fine currently that they're not working, because I can't imagine the Rumble having good gank pressure
mid lane quest
on an
is
Akali
done
or
finally.
Caitlyn Bard lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally with you except for the little dragon.
Little
Caitlyn
Dragon
still
doesn't
doesn't have
matter.
full
The
item
question
yet,
about the
but it's
overall
fine.
scaling does
Gold-wise,
interest
she's
me,
ahead.
because typically when I think of a Sivir and a Vayne, I'm like, oh yeah, that's going to be a huge scaling advantage. But again, Morgan's going to be just a
Nothing on the
immovable
map.
object here in the late game. And that's kind of where I see Team Liquid being able to step up. And also,
That was
Akali
a
great.
skip.
Typically,
Jesus.
Assassins into double 80 carry compositions can find plays in the late game. Team Liquid looking for a play right now, invading into FlyQuest jungle, dropping some wards down around the red buff.
Yeah, Griffin trying to get a little bit of base jungle defense from Cryogen and Quad. They should. And we're just in a very lull state of the game right now, with neither team really all inning. The actual overall engage on the side of FlyQuest we know is very low. And then it's kind of on Jose, Quid, Core JJ to go and make plays happen. And they're pretty content currently just farming up to their first items.
Yeah, I feel like when they decide, all right, it's time now, you know, side lanes is definitely a good area for Akali, but Akali has potential to kill literally anyone on an opposing team. Like, they're all squishy. So Quid, especially if Jose meets up with him, this is kind of what we were looking at for Champ Select is later in the game, in the mid game, when the outer towers start to go down, side lanes get a little long and dangerous.
Yeah.
TL have the possibilities of putting a lot of threat, because Bard can try and like blow summoner spells off people, and Akali plus Wukong can definitely then kill some of the squishies. But
And Vayne in the 1v1, pretty strong, but when other people show up, gets a little dicier. And I gotta ask, is this where we'd expect?
They're really scared bot.
Dave, who's winning the football match? Brazil or Egypt? I have no clue, but obviously Brazil.
Team Liquid strategizing a little bit from their bottom lane, but the question I was about to pose was, is this where we expect a Vayne lane to be at this point into the melee tank matchup? Because it's pretty much dead even here. Morgan's done a fantastic job.
Number 4.
Yeah, he is the target right
This
now,
is
though.
probably
Hasn't
gonna
even
be
been
a
a fair
kill.
fight as
Yeah.
Equalizer will go down. Teleport in as well. FlyQuest are full sending at the Morgan side of the turret here. And they're just going to keep roasting him down. All out. Flash, they got him that
Knew that was
time.
coming.
First blood to FlyQuest.
Now we get mid
They're
tower and
streets.
turn.
They're going to lose turret to
turn.
Akali and maybe even turret mid. They'll get turret top themselves, but overall
They
for
gave
both,
up a
this is-
lot
this
for
is
that.
definitely advantage for Team Liquid.
Yeah, FlyQuest hard committing onto that. Is now Quad's looking
Oh
for the
my
game.
God.
Hey, Flash Tibbers! They got Jan as Team Liquid trying to get their jungler out of there. Temper Fade onto 2 will deny FlyQuest forward advance, but they still got one.
nice one, Quad there. Finds them right after the E from Caitlyn. Good lockup.
I think that was a triple bear. Nearly one-shot the 3 of them. Jan goes down. The gold is still dead even right now, but
Bro,
look, that
we
top
can't.
turret just sitting on one plate.
It's like the
Rip
most
Herald
telegraphed.
completed by
Like
Griffin.
she's the only
I don't know if they
engaged.
used all their fighting tools for this next Drake, but so after the fight top, Proto Belt, Flash, boom.
Bam.
Triple
He even
stun from
flashed
the
too. He
Timbers.
tried to
That's full
flash
combo
out,
with Masu.
but he was just
Flash,
too far.
auto
They tried to
reset
commit for that tower
onto
and
Jan
couldn't.
for the kill.
Yeah, they were trying to chase another one too. Jose was able to flash out of range for the tether. The Kraken had tried to early flash to keep it, but was still able to break it there for Jose, and then the defensive Bard ultimate. But
Okay,
still
Quid.
not happy that they were
Good.
staying
Keep up the tempo.
longer
Yeah.
because they did know the position of all the FlyQuest members moving and
Not
then moving
again.
again.
Not
Another
again.
play onto Morgan. This guy just cannot find a
Not again,
1v1.
Morgan.
It's
Not
a
again.
party in the top lane. Morgan goes down again.
They are beginning to kill him. They're just worn down his armor. That's not really how it works, but that's kind of how it feels in this game.
Not
Breaking
again.
top lane. pretty easily here, getting more gold onto Gakkos because they're really trying to open this game up through the side lanes. I think that's critical for their win conditions here. They're not just 5-man grouping in front of objectives, but Team Liquid trying their best to counter with Drake's.
Think about this game. We are 16 minutes in. What play have we made?
Trade overall, as the Herald will get some more plates in the top side.
We have not made a single. We have a Wukong. We haven't made a single fucking play this entire game.
During that too. So there were 2 lanes pushing for TL during that time. The mid lane, it was a collapse there from Quad. He got the nice bear kill. But bottom lane, they did get the outer tower for TL. So that was more Akali money. And guess what? Akali,
we are letting them play on their tempo the
so
entire game,
if you
the
believe
entire
in
series,
Akali, which a lot of people do,
including when we picked early game comps.
Now he really has a lot of money, and it's his time
if we're gonna play,
for TL.
oh, that's a pick. There we go. There we go.
The Griffin, the trap goes in as well. The Cosmic Binding into the wall. Morgan does not have the whole team behind him though, as FlyQuest are actually instead springing their own trap that Team Liquid laid. FlyQuest get a kill to Gakkos.
But do you also believe in the big
But we made a play.
Right there? As you saw,
we made a play on our own accord.
Most gold of anyone in the game before that last fight. Yonda's getting some turret gold.
Now mid lane here, Masu
that's
gets
big.
engaged on
That's
by
big.
Jose.
Give it to
Team
Caitlyn.
Liquid
Thank you. Bang.
looking for plays
There
of
we
their
go.
own, and that time they do find it.
All right, that's just a classic AD carry death, going mid-wave when you have no tower and no flash.
Ooh,
oh,
even more
Cryogen's dead.
The Gunblade used.
There we
Slow
go.
onto
Now we're making
well. Cryogen was just trying to get some wards down on the Karma. And back-to-back mistakes from FlyQuest means back-to-back deaths. Now they're looking for Quid. He's trying to style on Griffin, who's just running him down. Got so much damage. And Quad with the timbers coming out. The burn, not enough for Quid.
He lived.
Teleport in defensively. Morgan's going to buy some space for Team Liquid to get out.
It's getting messy and chaotic now real quick.
There by Team Liquid,
real
killing
quick.
Masu on mid while Cryogen was getting deep wards. We haven't been mentioning it much because it's much improved, but earlier in the split, Cryogen was dying a lot, getting deep vision. That's a case of him being disconnected from his team. And then very narrowly,
Quid's Akali is online. Look at this, 1.2k gold lead. He is your carry. Let Quid keep making plays.
Leandri's ticking on him, but it's definitely getting
Quid's got to dodge that annual.
Well, Morgan's under attack again. He has a sweeper though, and Jose.
Gecko senses it. He's got a Sixth Sense. Now is it Morgan's in there. Morgan will back off. Quad backing up Gakkos, though, just to help get this wave in.
All eyes
all
on
FlyQuest is doing
Quid.
is just overloading onto Morgan's side over and over again.
Gakkos is getting fed, though, which is a bit of a problem.
With mass numbers on these side waves, they're probably breaking this turret at the very least.
Netting them a tier 2. Answered by Quid on the bottom
Gakkos
side
is
right
getting
now.
really
took
far
a big
ahead.
chunk right there. Not sure exactly what, but Quid, let's see how much damage he can actually get on it as a teleport comes in from Quad to answer the Akali on the split push.
Yeah, TL are always pushing 2 lanes when FlyQuest are doing these plays where they send for
I will say
people for Morgan's side, who does not get the interrupt here, but mid lane got pushed and bottom lane got pushed during that time. So our gold is still basically even with just these advantages of the dragons for TL, and then it's about where is it allocated, because FlyQuest are always going to Gakkos.
2 items onto Yawn.
Really
Yawn is able to do damage now.
Most from it. And
so
now
let Quid free reign, go crazy, let him keep himself alive.
Pay the team back.
This will be a really
All
interesting
4
test
other
of an old
members
core
need to
JJ here.
keep
I
Yawn
talked to
alive
about,
and just
like,
let
where
him
junglers gank and what they
do
get, and he said jungler
damage.
ganks top lane,
He's able to
they
pump
get
out a
300 gold.
lot right now.
But if they gank bot lane, they win the game. So we'll see, because Griffin is getting a lot of 300 gold payouts by ganking top lane, and if your top laner is also an AD carry, and you're also playing
the formula changes.
Does the formula tweak? Are they cheating the system?
Yeah, I like that. What do you think, Kobe? What would you rather have as a jungler? 300 gold?
What if you put an AD carry in every lane? Then you can gank any lane as a jungler, and you're always...
I don't... I'm surprised as a jungler you would want that. I feel like that would be bad for you.
But we did have a meta that was close to that. Remember when everyone was playing AD carries mid as well?
Yeah.
Regardless, though, it is going to be about the punishment now that these towers are down. Bard should be able to get.
I will say, the second Caitlyn gets her 3rd item online, assuming she's going rapid fire, she's going to be able to
see what they can actually do roaming around here for Core JJ. That you're mentioning him play the map.
At a certain point, though, FlyQuest will have to contest to Drake. I mean, the Mountain Soul into an Annie is an exceptional soul. And looking at the items right now for Team Liquid, 2 items on Quid, 2 items on Yawn, and 2 items on Jose. They're really strong at the 3rd Drake fight, so it's going to be tricky for FlyQuest to approach this as they're grouping 5 people in mid.
Yeah, mid lane is the name of the approach right now. They even have Quad, who just went for a reset, walking back in to group
let
up.
Quid Slice and dice them up.
Inside of Team Liquid, so just one range minion there, and now they control the approach. They're dropping down.
Are
the
they going to fight into us?
And yeah,
that's
it's
crazy.
Really
They're actually going to go into this.
Actually find an avenue in, but Quad's looking at
Quad
Corjay
missed
J.
it.
Magical Journey gets
Quad
away
missed
from
it.
the Tibbers engage.
That's their engage
Such
down.
a great
We pretty much win this fight then.
by Core as he takes the portal.
And now they have the traps as well. Tempered Fate lands on the Griffin.
Core, why would you do that?
Still not burning
Okay,
down the
never mind.
dragon
That's
immediately,
why.
but instead they
Good
turn
job.
onto the jungler,
Good
take him out,
job.
get the objective, get everything
Quid's
for Team
able to
Liquid.
just
As
go
now they
crazy.
re-engage.
There we go.
Jose out of the back line. Quad as well. Quid going crazy right now.
Yep.
The Akali
There we go.
gets onto Cryogen. Masu's down. Team Liquid.
Done.
Find the ace.
Well
the
done,
objective.
boys.
And look
There
at
we
Quid
go. That's
popping
game
off
2
on
in the
cams
bag.
with
Come
the
on.
first pick, Akali. Trust him. Also, Core JJ theory paying off right here into the Drake fight, but there's just no tanks to get through the trap wall. Beautiful start by Core JJ, but watch Quid in this fight on Akali.
And also, like, Quad going for a solo pick on a Bard there.
Griffin
using ult
just
and
trying to take
everything.
a chance and
here we
walk
go,
through
though.
there is crazy.
Yeah, Quid up top.
Also,
as they're
bad
all
for
distracted,
JJ.
he just
Let's stand by
flies in
that.
on
But
Quad and just buys time. No one can enter past the Akali, and then Quid still executes them anyway.
Yeah, and while Akali's in the shroud, guess what? The Rumble is getting locked up from Bard ult into the stun right outside of the ultimate, and Team Liquid can just chase down, murder all these squishies.
And typically when I see...
Okay, nice fight.
Nice fight, guys.
Good fight, guys. Good fight. I really like
hey, there we go, Quid. There we go, Quid.
Woo, yeah.
Battle of the QUD mid laners. Quid
Quid
gets the lead in this game 3.
And typically when I see fights like that, I think that's kind of what Sivir wants. It's a lot of people grouped up, but like we had highlighted, Quid was alone. He's the one that kind of held the line there in the smoke screen, so Mossy wasn't hitting anybody but a single
3K
target.
gold lead.
Also,
They
talking
don't
about
have any
last
tank.
week
Like
from
Caitlin's
Quid
going to
when
be
he
hitting
won
like a
Player of the
truck
Week. He
now.
changed his mentality. He wants
Rapid
to win
fire as well.
by him, and I think we're seeing
should
that
be
in
fine.
draft as they first pick the Akali.
Speaking of,
and
here
now
he
he's
goes in
1v4.
solo
And
into
as
the
long- yep,
shroud. Perfect
Quid, keep
execution
dancing on him.
away. As he was tethered by
That's
Cryogen
fine.
right there. Jose's looking for potential engage, but will back off. FlyQuest on the tail end of the play will get
Kind of
the
crazy that we're
mid-turret,
giving up mid
and
tower.
Yakos is putting a lot of work in this tier 2 bot side, so
But we're gonna get
Team Liquid
Caitlyn,
have
or
a
we're
gold
gonna get
lead.
tier
They
2
have the
bot
Baron
side. So
buff,
we're
and they're
fine.
pushing in, but FlyQuest are answering right now.
Just trying to overload as much as possible. They're losing team fights, so they're trying to maximize as much gold as possible, and then
Yeah, I
hope
think
for
we're-
that one good fight that can slingshot them back in the game. As
I
there's
don't know.
big bounties on 3 players on Team Liquid from those last few fights.
And Gakko still
they
has the
take-
individual gold lead over Morgan, so trying to play to
No,
the
but-
Vayne side.
yeah,
It's actually Quid.
don't take
that
the
goes to
inhib, though. I
answer
will
him,
say,
as
take
Team
those
Liquid will
towers,
take
do
the
not
tier
take
2
the-
turret
okay,
top
that's
side,
fine.
couple plates on the inhibitor turret, and back off.
Fine with
Yon is a big Caitlyn. Yon,
Yeah.
Yon is a very big Caitlyn. He's just been pushing. Turret play money, turret play money.
Oh my God.
Remember that Hail Mary from game 2? It looks like FlyQuest going for their own similar play. Deep teleport playing from Gakkos right now as FlyQuest don't have a clear engage. They're trying to lock down the top laner. They do. Morgan's out of there. Annie stun is enough as Tempered Fate will land onto 1. Quad continues to chase forward. Re-getting up that Annie passive. Or use the self-McHale's. Jose's over the wall. So it's just a kill onto Morgan at the end of the day.
And they have to teleport back to the split push here. The Akali threatening on the bottom side. So they send Annie down there, but the tower's almost done down there. Quid's just going to finish that.
I feel like FlyQuest wanted a lot more for that play.
Quid.
As Quid feeling himself right now, but Gakkos is here to back up Quad, but Quid on a rampage. The Akali trying to get away from the Vayne now. Shuriken flip, flash from Gakkos, flash response from Quid. Means that he's out of there. As now Griffin and Jose in a bit of a 1v1, but Quid's still here. And the rest of Team Liquid comes in. Yan on a killing spree. Quid survives. Team Liquid get their mid laner out of there.
DL, they keep strong and just continue pushing on the lanes that they're pushing. And then as FlyQuest try and react and respawn, they get chased down. Quid coming out.
Good job from Morgan staying in this
got the Storm Surge as well.
Quid is
We
just...
kept hearing never give Quid an angle to play Akali. I didn't know the angle was have it up for the first pick of the game, because apparently that's what Team Liquid has aligned on, and it's working.
Quid styling on FlyQuest right now. 4-0-2, Deathless, and the carry of Team Liquid. They have Dragon Soul Point in a minute's time. They're cracking the base right now. Another Tibbers lands on Morgan, but he has the Bard portal to get out of there. Team Liquid will crack the base.
Quad kind of a
off.
dud game. When he was their only engage, kind of
Team
dud
Liquid
game.
needs to prepare for the next game is just like really good snacks and like a massage for Morgan or something?
Yeah.
Because he's just been getting bullied this
He
entire
has,
game.
yeah.
Everything's getting sent at him. Well, everyone else on his team is just getting to feast.
All
They're
good.
free farming,
God.
free pushing. They're winning the game, but I mean, he's individually had a pretty rough experience.
Yeah,
I'm a
it's like
Cassante, all good.
okay.
25
luckily
seconds.
For him, he's got like
We
the
are
cool
giving
popular
them
kid
prio
in the mid
on
lane
this.
helping him out.
So
He's
they
like,
get-
you know, you're getting bullied, but I'll back you up. You know, I'll help you.
All
out.
ults are
Quid has
up
been
for
the
them.
one stepping up
So
to the
even
plate.
though we
As
have
the
a
top
6K
laner
gold
experience
lead,
would be
all
like,
it takes is
you guys
one
all get
anti-ult for them to flip
Paid
this.
out
So
there,
gotta
right?
be careful.
I got 4 people
Quid,
on
dodge
me the
that
whole
ult.
game.
We're fine.
Yep.
Please tell me you guys are doing stuff.
Ooh.
There's the headshot that Spawn was talking about in the interview. Jan is at that stage.
Quad is going to make or break this fight for them.
And now FlyQuest, they're a little bit
shoving them
desperate
back.
here.
Full point. Tempered Fate flashed by Griffin. Quid was looking for a potential
We're
flank,
shoving them
spotted
back.
by
Caitlin's
Ward
going to be
right
able to
now.
set up the trap
The
line here.
Dragon Soul is available for Team Liquid if they can get this. The
Caitlyn
traps
needs
go
to walk
down.
over one of
Quid
these
has the flank
and
angle.
spell shield
Cryogen's
them if
trying
they
to
want
mark
to
him
get
right
in.
now, and Gakkos
Quid,
will just go straight
Quid,
forward. They're flashing
Quid.
on the Akali. They got the tether.
Nice.
Quid goes
There it is.
unstoppable regardless. Quad's gonna fall. Quid survives. Gakkos picked off at the end, and Team Liquid keep their mid laner alive.
Game.
That is another ace for Team Liquid and a Dragon Soul.
Push it straight down mid.
There you go.
40 seconds.
The
Nobody's
plan
able to
was
stay alive.
Tether the Akali so you can reveal him and I can auto him down. And Quid just explodes.
They threw
Yes,
everything
Quad
You're locked in the
onto
arena.
Quid.
Press E on the tether. He's not going to dodge it. He can just connect.
Just explodes with the Storm Surge.
That's got to be the game. Team Liquid moving to match point.
Team Liquid off the back of a solid mid lane and bot lane carry performance from Quid and Jan.
And top
We'll
lane
go up.
Sponge.
Top lane Sponge. Morgan was there. Team Liquid, GG, go up 2-1 to the series.
My God, tilt proof for Morgan. I give my player of the game to the first pick, Quid Akali. The confidence to lock that in and carry the game himself.
I'm honoring Morgan No Tilt.
Morgie. Morgie no tilt. Yep, there we go. All right, Des, what do you think about Morgie?
I'll take it. I'll take that pog. Why not? Why not? We need the chat to vote for me as well. No, for me, I thought it was Quid as well. I was really concerned about the Quid first pick Akali, just because they can really concoct a comp to deal with it. But I felt as though he was just able to just go straight into the backline for free.
Yeah, and I mean, some of that, you could see some of their answers, right?
Yeah.
Like, especially in the Karma Rumble. However, I really loved Team Liquid's 4-5 in this draft as well.
There's a lot to discuss, though. What do you got cooking for us?
Yeah, I wanted to watch back one of these team fights because, you know, obviously they were talking about some things on the cast. I was really focused on how Gakkos played this fight and something that did end up going wrong for Fly. So let's just roll through this initial Dragon fight here. You're going to want your eyes, obviously, on Quad and on Core JJ. They're going to look for
We won game 3. It's 2-1.
One
more.
Watch the timing on this.
This is the position I wanted to be in.
Core is already casting the magical journey and self-Mikhail's instantly on that stun. You don't even see a CC bar come up on him, so that is
We could reward Team Liquid. Looking at the YouTube chat, it was 67% FlyQuest
definitely an overcommitment there from
on
Quad.
69 votes.
It's going to allow for Quid now to go in knowing that Tibbers is down, that stuns are missing. And so TL are going to be able to actually look for the re-engage here. You know, as
during that game, Damned Alex, thank you for the follow, and Frankennoodle just followed as well. Thank you for the follow.
That develops here for Quid. He's playing over on the top of your screen on
I think FlyQuest will adapt this next game and pick some sort of engage or front line with like scaling options elsewhere. But I think they just cooked a little too hard with this draft.
I want to watch Gakkos. Keep your eyes on Gakkos.
Like
right
Quid
here
just had
in the
free
middle of
reign
your
to
screen,
take over
how
this
he actually
game.
plays this as we engage. So Griffin is going to get stunned up. He's going to get burst down. And as they all go for it on the side of TL, it's a nice little sidestep there from Gakkos. He is able to actually avoid the flip back from Morgan. And then Gakkos starts to get a lot of
Gotta close it
here.
out.
You know, he's focusing down Morgan. Morgan is going to get finished off. And then to me, it looked like from this spot, he actually might be able to run through a lot of this fight. Yawn is already relatively low. You see he gets his first kill.
Gotta
Now watch
close
this.
it out.
He does not notice the trap. The trap right here in that brush. And they did have a pink ward on it. Admittedly, it's very hard to notice in all the chaos of the fight, but he tumbles straight into this trap, gets rooted up. Look at his health. Look at Yawn's health. They both had flash. So had this not happened, I think it's an easy flash in from Gakkos to kill off Yawn. But as it works out, it's headshot into the queue, into another headshot. He dies. If Yon is dead,
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Frank and Ollie.
Different game. TL can't go straight to Baron. I don't think they can necessarily clean them
Also,
up.
another follow just happened. Is it Dabber dude? I think.
And just lost sight of where that trap was, which really did have a big knock-on effect.
Yeah, it was
Let me get a piece of gum. I need something to chew on.
Our
I'm getting,
eyes
like,
were going to
nervous.
be on the draft, and I wanted to just talk about it a little bit. But before we get, honestly, before we can get into it, the biggest question was going to be the first pick of Kali. I'm like, don't think it's gonna work. It more than worked. Player of the game. Player of the game goes towards Quid. He actually styled in so many of these fights. But yeah, let's take a look at the draft actually very quickly, because for me what was very interesting was that they did go for a Rumble flex.
Whoa, Roxanne.
So you ended up getting Vayne for the matchup.
Thank you for the 5 community gifted.
Just because as I was going through the interview, you saw like a poor
Thank you, Roxanne.
popped out of it. But then I look at, you have Karma support, Rumble jungle, Vayne top. You don't really have anyone that can play frontline at all.
Fire away, Jaded. If I can answer, I will.
So that was the concern that I had, was that in the fights themselves, it was really difficult for anybody to step up, and the Mikhails was actually playing it pretty crucial.
I'm back, Roxanne. I was here. I was here whenever it came in. Don't worry.
And I mean, speaking of how well
I played golf in college. Not officially on the team. I went to a school that had 200 golfers that were 10 handicap and lower. I tried out for our D3 team. I did not make it.
Right? Like Vayne, obviously she did go Triforce, which I thought was a good like adaptation.
Wait, I need to see. Hang on. Sorry, we're just gonna rewind.
Yeah. And I mean,
FlyQuest still got the GOAT spread.
Quid did in these fights, it really seemed like
But ours, nothing on our side yet. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Take a look at the draft actually very quickly, because for me,
Look at that. Okay, we got Welch's fruit snacks. We got bananas. We got other fruit. There we go.
And they sent it to the jungle.
Look at that. And we shopped at Target. Oh, we're living fancy. Oh, we fancy, huh? Nice. We're missing some of the nuts, some of the water and Gatorade to kind of keep the energy going. I'm assuming they're probably drinking Monster, but hey, that's fine.
And of course, this
That's
is
fine.
where we are at right now. All these champions have already been played by TL. We're going to start with
All right,
them.
let me read through the question.
Left, you have to say, for the
How did you get over the feeling of doom when it sets in that the sport you spend your entire life playing is no longer going to be a viable option? Okay. That is a very difficult question, but also one that I, real quick, Toasty, thank you for the Prime sub. I dealt with that exact same thing in school. And here's the hard truth that I think I didn't learn at the time that I really should have a little bit earlier. I picked the college that I wanted to go to, that specifically because it was the program that had the highest average golf score of everybody on the team, because I had this pipe dream that I would still make it and play golf there. And it took me getting really burned out my junior year by trying to force the sport to be something more than it realistically was going to be in my life. For me to like take a step back and say, hey, this ain't gonna be it. And the hard part is coming to terms with the fact that your sport can be your side passion, your side hobby, but like this thing that you might have expected yourself to do for the rest of your life, and like this dream of either being a pro athlete, or in my case, I was like, oh, you know, I'll go in the golf industry, but I'm still gonna play like golf all this. It created a very toxic and unhealthy relationship with it. The only advice I can really give you is just find what you want to do with your career, or at least find something that you enjoy with your life that you could see yourself being okay making money and working 8 hours a day on, to then fund your ability to have passions and hobbies elsewhere. I have a much healthier relationship with golf now, that it's not the expectation for me to, you know, put food on the table, or for me to, you know, try and make something out of it. And granted, I live in a city where I'm not golfing all the time, and the same possibilities that I had during college are not possible here. Part of that's for a reason, but I can't prepare you for the feeling that you're probably gonna have. Like that's just the truth of the matter. Like it is going to hurt having to accept that this thing that you thought, especially when you were younger in high school playing golf and going into college, that you thought would be your full-time job and how you get paid and everything else going out. Like, I can't prep you for that feeling. We all kind of, anybody that's chasing a passion or a dream will go through it. I just had this conversation with Emily the other day because she was worried about, like, you know, is her time coming to an end, quote unquote, of like trying to make Broadway. But I think when you do have that conversation and you decide that it's time to possibly move on to something else or focus on what's going to be the next phase of your life, you'll eventually grow to learn to love that thing, or in this case, golf, in a healthier way that fits into your life for the rest of your life. It's not an easy conversation. It's just not. And I can't prep you for it fully. Just know, it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be frustrated with yourself and angry with yourself that you didn't do more early on, that you didn't, you know, make the right choice, that you didn't commit more when you, like, there's a billion things. But the only thing that you can personally control is what you do next. So sit on it for 24 hours. Cry it out. Feel bad. Be hard on yourself. But set a timer. 24 hours later, you start thinking about what's next and move on. You got 24 hours to let it out. And then you got 24 hours to formulate a plan and then act. Or at least an idea of a plan. Like that's just the most important part to focus on. Finish school, man. That shit is a hard spell to swallow. Yeah. Reality actually set in that it's over, and I genuinely feel like I don't know who I am without it. The life stuff is horrible, man. Dude, I get it. Trust me, I get it. The thing I will tell you, if this is any sort of, you know, consolation, I would not be doing what I'm doing right now within content and League of Legends and all of this if I didn't have that same experience with golf and be able to understand where the line is for the next thing that I would eventually become passionate or fall in love with. Like me giving up on, like, 100% serious. There's a direct correlation to when I stopped focusing on golf full time and when I started putting my attention into League of Legends. It shifted to this. But when I did that, it allowed me to come into this whole content creation, League of Legends, beyond, with a much healthier view on it. I got the offer back in 2018 when I was in grad school to go down to Texas and follow a career in esports and a dream like that. And I turned it down because I didn't think it was a smart decision for me to do. And I'm really happy that I didn't. Because now it's led to all of this. And I have the ability to balance my professional life with my personal life and enjoy my passions and enjoy everything else around it. Just know your passion that you have for golf, that's like, you'll find a healthy place for it eventually. But the overall, like, level of passion will shift to something else. You don't know what yet, but it will shift to something. But you'll learn from your experience with golf to then have a healthier relationship with whatever comes next. Or and what I did, I took a 2-year break from golf. I basically didn't touch a club for 2 years. And once I came back to it, and now that I'm with it in the capacity I am, honestly, I love it more than I did before. I love it way more than I did before. In a much healthier way. So I hope that helps. I hope that provides, you know, some level of clarity for you, and knowing that shit sucks. It's gonna be emotional, but you're gonna get through it. You will dead ass get through it. So don't overthink it. but just allow yourself to experience everything that you're going to experience in terms of the emotional anguish. All right, let me catch up on chat real quick. Sorry, I really went deep dive into that. Shooting knowledge could be a pathway. 2, there's something support. Yep.
I've seen a little bit of Kog'Maw.
If you want to, oh my,
globe here,
oh,
and just trying to hyperscale
they're going hyperscaling.
The Cog Lulu from Masu Cryogen.
Uh-oh.
Activate the
Emily knows how to sing?
the
Yep.
range is so
She's a
good.
really
You
good
just
opera singer.
Use that timing window. Lulu buff you up, activate your Kog'Maw W.
Trying to be an
spit
engineer
out a
too at
bunch.
the same
You
time.
have the
Yep.
Twisted Fate to pressure as well. Yeah, the Milio does have Ultimate Anther once he gets to level 6 as well, but you can get off a gank free 6 and
Okay.
you can always keep pressure anyway.
Now, if you watch
The Fury
NXL,
as
you'll
well.
also know
We're going
Kog'Maw
early
is
game.
always in the
All right.
Sometimes can be flex mid, but with TF.
Yeah, Twisted Fate here, buddy.
Not
Okay.
expecting it. But I just want to sprinkle the potential. You know? Yeah,
The
think
Twisted
about
Fate
it.
top
This could be
also
Neferi
has not looked,
any 3 lanes,
at least in the
realistically.
LCS.
It hasn't reached its potential, let's say.
Could be Neferi
Well,
top,
Neferi
could be
locked in
Neferi
for
jungle.
Jose,
We've seen
so
it.
carry jungler
We can see
for
it in
Team
all
Liquid
3.
Plus strong bot lane 2v2 means that they're saving their last 2 picks for the solo laners. So we'll have to wait to see what Quid and Morgan lock in there as we go into the next
Totally
round.
relatable. I had to watch my friends receive NFL contracts and so the reality of football wasn't my
The
path.
Shen ban into the Neferi. You can really see the Team Liquid has adjusted
Life,
their draft
dude,
to
life
really try and limit
kicks you in the
Neferi
ass
as much as
sometimes.
possible when they're like very frequently locking.
But
the
it's that
jungle
reality
control
check that we
aspect
all
of
kind of
phase
have
one,
to settle
and
into
then
that,
kind of
like,
banning the counter picks right after that.
I mean, Team Liquid have banned.
Like, if you take a
junglers,
step
either
back-
3 or 4 of their bans have been junglers. Like every
if you
game.
take a step back
Not
and
saying
look
something
at
is very
everything that
different,
I have a
but-
desk job. I
So,
sit at a
yeah,
desk
they
for
have
8 hours a day.
very
There's nothing really
into it,
glamorous about that, but I find enjoyment in the companies that I work for and the things that I
does
do.
come out here
Small
in the
amounts.
second half as well.
Which then allows me
So
to
you
come out
don't
and do
have
stuff like
that
this where I
option to
really
use
find the
Twisted
passion.
Fate either.
Yeah.
Keep banning junglers. Another Mundo ban.
Now's the new job yet? Nope. I gotta edit the video after all this is said and done.
Would be good. That's been banned
Get
away
that
from
ready for
Fearless.
Monday.
Orianna was always a good choice. You want to be able to get push against TF. I think is the most important thing, to be able to limit his roaming. So pretty good protection bans there by FlyQuest with the Aurora and Anivia both being taken out.
Give us a hint.
Now, let's see
Is
what
it
the
a company
final
everybody knows?
locking is
Yes.
Here for both teams, it's gonna be Team Liquid locking
Yes.
in first. Anivia would have been that safe kind of blind pick if they wanted to go for it, but that's off the table because of FlyQuest bans, so they're gonna have to show a little bit more of their cards.
Not let it
As,
crush you.
I mean, again, putting Morgan on a tank,
Great
letting him play
years.
weak side, it's been the name of the game so far, but no, instead they're gonna lock in Victor for Quid.
Yeah, seeing the some
It's not
can
gaming
push the
related at
wave
all.
and
Just
still
to
have,
be very clear with
you know,
that.
pretty good range.
Victor?
with
Okay,
the
so
lasers
Neferi
into
is
the Twisted Fate.
either
So
jungle or
he
top.
Is going to be a low mobility mage, but does scale quite well.
Yeah. And Ornn is still on the table as well. That was the tank that I was thinking maybe Team Liquid would want to lock in early. It has not been banned, it has not been picked so far. Kind of last premier tank. It's going to be Xin Zhao here for Griffin.
Xin Zhao.
Typically, we see Gakkos perform better on the carries. It's going to be the Renekton.
I don't know how I
Yeah,
feel about this
Renekton
FlyQuest comp.
here.
I'll be honest with you.
That is left up since Nara was already used. So a lot of these counters have
Garen would be
already been
hilarious.
used.
Yeah, very. Aside from the Cog Lulu, the rest of the draft ends up looking fairly standard for Team Liquid. A little bit of a worry when you combo TF with Renekton, because exactly a pick like the Ornn that you called out.
Yep.
not
Okay,
killing us
interesting.
in the top lane. I mean, they could do
I
it
think I
last
really
game.
like our
That's how
draft.
he said the whole team.
Challenge accepted.
I think I
Like,
really
Morgan,
like our
Morgan,
draft
Morgan,
compared to
Morgan.
theirs,
This game is all
personally.
about the carries, and then Morgan on that weak side. So just based off this, what's worked for the teams, I really do like the Ornn.
All right,
for
I got
Morgan.
the
one
prediction
worry would
up
be
in
if they have
Twitch.
enough
Polls
triple
going up in
coordinated
YouTube right
block
now.
engage here. He is on a traditional enchant.
Yeah, he's going to be more facilitating and defensive for Jan and Quid to actually be the ones to carry, and then it's up to Morgan to be the one to primary engage for Team Liquid. Meanwhile, for FlyQuest,
There we go.
not a lot of true engage either. They
All
got
right.
Gold card, they got Xin Zhao
Yon
Renekton
Lucian's
jumping
good.
there, but not that big.
Quid Victor's
Combo,
good.
combo,
Our
ultimate,
scaling's good.
you know, used to start up the fights.
Yeah, and then, so you got a player.
I like
around your
everything
gold
that we
card
got
timings
so far,
with,
personally.
Twisted Fate and your W activation timings with the Kog'Maw. These are the two big
Yeah.
power windows that are going to cycle through off these basic ability cooldowns for them when you see them get to the standoffs.
Coaches giving fist bumps here as the drafts are locked in. for game number 4. Team Liquid 1 game away from locking in a ticket to
All
Arizona
right, come on.
and a finals weekend appearance for a road show. You talk to pros,
Come on.
many of them will say that's what you're working towards, the big road shows, the international
This is the big hurdle on our back.
Team Liquid could make a lower bracket run. FlyQuest gonna have to win 2 in a row.
Got to
here
get
with
over
backs
this
against the
FlyQuest
wall
hurdle.
if they want to be the
Once
ones
we
to
do
stamp
this,
their
I have a
tickets
good
on
feeling
plane
about the
ticket
weekend to come.
to Arizona. Riot Games Arena, here we go. Game number 4, Team Liquid
Keep even? I
versus
don't know.
FlyQuest.
I mean, you have a Twisted Fate, which should
felt
be able to
like
do fine
the
early.
Team
Renekton
Liquid
will be able to do
bandwagon was
fine early,
empty
but your bot lane
after
is
their
a
last few
lost
weeks
cause
of playing the regular
early.
season. They started off 5-0. They lost their best of 3.
So the goal is to have advantages in Prio in the other 2 lanes,
First playoff series,
and
3-2
then
to Lion.
be able to
Even
protect
Super Good
Kog'Maw while
Shopify
Kog'Maw
didn't seem
scales.
like people were that confident, but now 1 game away
For us,
from going to Arizona.
we want to
Big
crush
trade
bot
early.
lane.
Quick exhaust.
Okay.
And early exhaust, not going to get a lot of damage down. It is answered by the heal, though, from Core JJ, as we do have our update on the G size.
Pretty average. Yeah,
I mean, they evened it about up in the last one. Of course, the last one was a loss, so not that many kills were added. Not that much size added in the previous game.
We'll keep updating that as the series goes on. If the series goes
Bro,
on,
that
FlyQuest
was a
again,
big
back
ass
against the wall,
bubble.
have to win out from
Holy
here
shit.
if they want to give us some more entertainment today, as Quad's getting chunked out in the mid lane 1v1. Quid getting the better of that one, as we have Azael standing by with an interview with Coach Apollo.
Come on.
Here with Apollo. You guys have had some cool drafts today, as always. Wanted to ask, do you think you guys overcooked with the Rumble Flex and the Vayne top?
I don't know if it was an overcook, but I mean, it was a little spur of the moment decision, but we've obviously done it before, and I think it looked good, but then I think the problem is we get punished when we don't have a front line, so we really needed to have first set up on those objectives, and we just were like a little bit too slow.
So talk to me about your draft this time. Bringing out the Cog Lulu, I think this happened in LPL as an answer to Lucian Milio just last night. So is this something that you guys have practiced and kind of prepared?
Yeah, I mean, I think Lucian Milia has been kind of rising in prio, lowering in prio, so it's kind of going through this ebb and flow of the priority, and we thought it was going to be, I mean, it's a good matchup. We think it's a good matchup. Obviously, we are good in the match. We're good on the reverse matchup as well, so yeah, just an answer. Yeah.
Cool. Got one final question that I do think is necessary. There was some controversy as you neglected to take a lucky squeeze.
Okay, this is a good bit.
Do you regret it? And Raz, what's your question?
This is a good bit.
Do you think it's necessary now?
I do think it's necessary. Okay, may I? Okay. Oh my God, didn't you know it makes noise?
Back to you in the cast.
Well done. All right.
We're going to game 5.
Yeah, game 5. Let's
Well,
go.
that
The
was a
lucky squeeze
very well
is
executed bit.
activated.
And
Loved
for
it.
anybody confused and it wasn't following that story, we're not going to explain it.
Yeah.
You know, that's just going to be.
Hey, well, Joe Nixon 4, baby.
There's context.
Just going to leave him confused.
Just going to leave him
Okay.
confused.
Don't need to worry
No
about it.
context necessary.
The important thing is he got the lucky squeeze off.
He got the lucky squeeze. That's
Yeah.
all that they need, yeah. Yeah, Kobe, I'm just going to assume our audience has watched the games.
2/3 of the time, the squeezers win. Yeah, that's the stats so
That's
far.
the precedent that has been set. That's
Correct.
the historical.
That's true.
Lane-wise, obviously,
We'll see
fake
about the
gold lead
future.
for
Yeah,
quad,
you never know.
whatever.
But
Top side's
Raz looks
even.
good as a clown. You know, that's
Bot
I think
side's
that was
even.
a
He
takeaway.
really owned it, you know? I think he's been, practicing his whole life. for
Only
that.
level 3.
As
Very
now
slow to start the game,
Jungle path in here. Let's
understandably.
catch up on what's been happening
Gonna
in the
take
game
time.
here as Quad's gotten back
Gotta let
to
it
laning
flow.
phase with his teleport. Pushing in the wave. Junglers on opposite sides right now as the 2v2 skirmish comes in. Jose's nearby, but it's always scary or rather hard to
Is
get
Jose
on
gonna go for a
teams
gank?
like the Kog'Maw Lulu, but Masu
got the
manages to
angle.
the angle here as Jose will jump onto the Kog'Maw.
Oh,
Flash over the wall,
Kog'Maw with no
Masu down
flash. We
summoner
should
spell.
really be able to
It's a
abuse
nice
this lane
angle
now.
for Jose to take right there as Masu's trying to
Abuse
aggressively
this
take
lane
a trade. But
now.
now 0
Jesus.
summoner spells, and they need to finish getting this wave in. A little bit dicey, but I think they're just going to slow play it and get it in. I want to point out the Doran's helm again for Masu. He did this on the Senna, just really raising his effective health later on in the game on top of Lulu Shield for a team that's trying to assassinate him. I think I really like it on Kog'Maw.
Yeah, a little bit of resistances. Let's see. Yon, okay. Stopped his recall again here. And they continually going to have to deal with the constant push. They
Round
know
ball and some
that your
big
jungler
ass
is going
bubble.
to have to go back for the camps on respawn right now. So Jose
Let's go
went
back. We
back
love
to
this
base first
comp. Oh,
big
we
guys.
love the TL
Now
comp.
can
Yeah.
go for his second clear up, even though the camps are a little desynced, up to the top side of the map.
Oh,
And we haven't
shit.
talked
I
about
accidentally
it for a
closed out
while
the
with Team Liquid, but it is, I think it's due for repeating. Their all-time domestic results. How have they
Stream
ended
game
all of their splits in the history of the organization?
That's a lot of
Mostly
fourth.
fourth,
Hey,
actually.
they've
Slightly
never
more than
finished
third.
fourth
If
with
they
me
lose
as a
this
fan.
series, they
Never
would
once.
be fourth.
Yeah.
If they win, though, it's guaranteed to not be fourth.
True.
Get Uno reverse
There were a
jinx,
lot of
bitch.
first places there as well.
Yeah,
And second and thirds. I mean, consistency
Never
for
once
Team
fourth
Liquid, you
with
gotta
me as a
give
fan.
props for how many top 4 finishes they've had. The majority of those being in a 10-team league. Yeah, Dragon started up by Griffin right here.
Nah,
The
we
Dragon
speak that shit.
taking
Nah,
the early objective. Jose's on the top half of the map, so no contest from Team Liquid
we speak
right
on it
now.
all day. You can't be scared of
I
narratives.
mean, now that we've done this graphic for Team Liquid, I think
At least
I'm
not
going to
that
want to
one.
see some repeats next year for some of the other teams in our
Yeah.
league.
I would be curious what the average is for each team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now it's 0 so long as I've been a
That's what I
fan.
was thinking.
That's
Kobe.
all that matters.
I wanted to see it.
They're not even here. They're
I
already
wanted to
dead.
see it.
That's the- I don't think we can show that.
Good dodge.
You know, maybe FlyQuest.
Nice.
FlyQuest would be interesting. You know, there's
Yeah,
highs
there
and
would be a
lows.
lot of ups and
Yeah.
downs.
Oh,
Yeah.
FlyQuest
There
have
we
like
go.
the
We
10th
have to show the
place.
different logos of FlyQuest. The different ages of FlyQuest have been.
The Snickers age.
And if you're like me and you enjoy celebrating these stories, we could show like an old legacy org, you know, TSM, show their downfall, and there we go.
Oh, sure.
I'm sure Zale wants
Baby
that.
Team Liquid get the shove in the bot lane
Uh-oh.
as Destiny comes in.
it
The
is.
exhaust early here onto Jan. Polymorph as well, but he's doing a good job of getting away so far. If Quad gets another gold card, maybe that's enough. Just the red card for the
Okay,
damage.
fine. We live.
And Jan gets
There we
out
go.
of there.
Wow, so they even live the TF gank before Milio is level 6 here. So they
Yeah.
do have to use 3 summoner spells for the TL bottom lane, but still living really big there. The wave, of course, you still have to deal.
Oh, Lunar, I
with
think
it,
the odds
but
of
it
C9
allows your
losing
Victor
them
to
are
push
pretty
in.
high.
He gets free money, extra wave, extra turret plates, and
Inspired has
now
C9
they've got
and
jungle
Blabber
as well.
specifically.
Yeah, and the wave pushing back with still no summer spells on the Kog'Maw, so it's going to be
People
easy
cannot
for Team Liquid
discount
to crash
that.
this with the help of Jose. I think Team Liquid's pretty happy about the first TF gank going that way.
Yeah. That being said, the wave is on the side of FlyQuest, so they're able to hold this here. Probably not going to get dove, so Masu's able to get all this CS regardless, but the fact that Quad spent all that time down there and get back to mid, not even behind Quid, also nice for FlyQuest mid laner. He didn't get super punished for the roam. Victor can struggle early game to really like punish a TF for roaming. You don't have quite that wave clear yet. Eventually, though, if that TF
Exactly.
leaves,
They're
think about it as a
saving
wave.
it.
Yeah, but I think
For the right
Victor is
time.
one of those low-key, hyper-scaling champions where
My
if he
rule
gets
is
a
that we
little
don't
bit
win
ahead,
championships
you
unless
can't really
they're in
walk in
stadiums,
range
right?
of him before he's able to take half of your health with just a Q auto E.
The
So he's
reverse
working
100
slowly up
Thieves
towards
of
that.
me
Other
being
control
a
mages
fan.
that Quid plays, he doesn't play a lot of them. I
The
have always
first year
thought
I
of
fully
Victor
became a fan of
as
100
good
Thieves, they
team
won a
fighting,
title
so
at the
I
end,
like
but
the
they won
slot here
it
that Team
during
Liquid's
the
gonna do.
fucking... Well, okay, by
And
the
he's
end
gonna
of
go
the
for his
first
own
year.
reset
'cause that'd be
here.
Summer 2020.
So not going towards like a
2021
road
they
build or
won their
anything
title.
here.
There's
He's
no
going for more of
fans
that
in the
damage.
stadium.
He
Versus
also
in
picks
the
up a Dark
arena.
Seal early back here for both mid laners. So looking to snowball the potential in that 1v1.
No, I don't think
And
Inspire
now we
will roll
have
over.
Cryogen
Blabber,
back
to
out
be
of the
clear.
map into that mid lane, hovering Griffin.
I just think Inspire
So
will
interesting.
beat him.
CoreJJ leaves behind the ward, but then immediately starts moving the other way, and FlyQuest move into the river
Which
to
then
gain
sets up a
supreme
crazy
vision control. They
matchup
sweep it out. They got the
afterwards, if
little
that's the case.
Scryer's Bloom plant as well, and
Ooh. Arcane Storm for the poke on a quad.
yeah, looks like they're just going to continue it. No teleport from Renekton, even though he's down bottom side, so it would be
Okay,
even 4-4.
Morgan's
Now
doing
the
a
engage
lot
comes in
here.
from Morgan, called the
Oh,
Forge
what a
God.
combo.
Chain the knockups out of Cryogen.
What a
Has to wild
combo.
growth himself. Jose goes in, chasing
The
for
Fury
the
kills
kill.
him.
First
Nice.
blood to
There we
Morgan.
go.
And Team Liquid get their jungler out of there.
Yeah, great stuff here from the
What a
Ornn.
combo
Nice little
from
combo
Morgan.
from Morgan. They force
Come
it.
on,
They
brother.
get the kill on the
There we
support.
go.
Huge stuff. The Grubs as well afterwards. TL
Morgan's
looking
stepping
pretty
up
good.
big.
Morgie's revenge here.
Other in game
from
2,
that
stepping
last
up
game.
big.
Not getting hunted this time. He's
And
doing the hunting now.
He also gets the kill credit.
Yeah.
So
I know he got
usually
blasted
the Ornn also
last
doesn't
game,
get the
but
kill credit,
that
but
was
he's
by
like, I'm
design
getting
from
paid,
FlyQuest,
okay?
so
It's my turn to
fine.
have some fun. Yes, I'm still playing the tank for the team, but nice little combo here onto Cryogen, who's right next to the wall.
Yeah, has flash. but
The
it doesn't-
knock-up
once he gets
into
this first
still
CC,
being,
it's just
like,
a
having it
perfect
reset in
double
time so you
knock-up
could still hit
combo.
the
And
ult
Jose is
pushback.
able to dash through, keep the
Crazy.
damage before Morgan gets the last hit on the Ornn. I don't know if they're going to be able to kill this guy. I'm looking right now. I see a Catalyst and some Swifty boots on the TF. I see tank items on the Kog'Maw.
I
Okay,
see
Renekton's
Gakkos in a
going
1v2
in.
right now, trying to take down Core JJ. He's got Griffin behind him. Flash from Core. When becomes Lightning, sets up Gakkos for the kill.
Okay.
Under the turret, FlyQuest. Find one.
Oh,
Can they
that's
get
not
another
good.
one? Destiny in from Quad. Has the red card. Jan gets knocked up by Griffin, who will walk away.
That's
Double kill
not
to
good.
Gakkos.
Wow.
So all
getting
Enchantress
Renekton ahead
supports are the
is
target.
a...
They just also die.
That's
Poor JJ
really
gets a little
good
taste.
for them.
He gets dove first, and then Yon follows back down to focusing on the bottom lane and get that Kog'Maw some more money to buy offensive items.
Well, the core JJ ultimate was burned in the previous fight at the
Laver
Grubs.
has not beat
I was just
Inspired in a
surprised that
best of
FlyQuest
5
had the
since
tempo
2022.
to make that play. Renekton, Xin, and TF all arriving with the wave crash. Just really excellent use of the tempo that they
You
had
can win
left
best
to
of
get
3s
those
all you
kills.
want.
I will say
best
the
of 5s
cost,
at
though,
the end of the
anytime
year
Quad
what
leaves
matters.
the lane, especially from this
Or,
point
like, in
forward,
playoffs
Quid
are
can
what
just
matters.
shove in so fast on the Victor. He got 2 turret plates there. He got a full wave in, and he is getting a bit of an advantage in the wave department, but Quad getting the kill participation also helps him out. Plus, just the TF passive in general, kind of cheating anyway.
Yeah, FlyQuest pretty consistently getting Gakkos ahead in these games, but you really love to get your Kog'Maw ahead in these games. Because the Renekton, no matter how many kills he gets, I feel like he's not going to be able to move the Victor or the Ornn meaningfully in the mid game. So it's nice if they can use this Renekton to start stacking Drakes, but they really need to find a way to get gold onto Masu.
Certainly do. Jungle being called now down to that area. There's plenty of wards, though, for Team Liquid that are going to see the move, and the Dragon started up.
Castle's not playing tomorrow.
So Griffin will just pull it out of the
I'll
camp.
bet
All right,
bet
is
so
Victor
much on
going to
that.
collapse? Nope, Jose is going topside. So TL made the call.
It's
Fine, you can
spotted
have
on
the
a ward,
Dragon.
though.
We're going to trade plays to the other side of the map.
As long as the Gakkos can
FlyQuest
survive
getting
this,
2 dragons,
decent
though,
play
is
for
kind of
FlyQuest
terrifying.
Here, as it's essentially an unanswered neutral objective. Jose
It buys
looks like he's
them
just going
at
towards the
minimum
clubs right
10
now,
minutes
calling
of
from
time.
Jan to poke out Cryogen and Masu a little bit in that bottom lane, but not enough to threaten a kill. Jose will just take the Krugs, and that is a Drake pickup.
They have
for
1,000
Griffin.
goldie now. You could technically just sit on this and do nothing with it and let your
dive. There's no TF
let your
ultimate
Kog'Maw
up though,
scale.
so it's probably just a bluff versus plate.
Yeah, he's also backing. We saw that Quid was hovering that bottom side. Would have been scary. Quite dicey for FlyQuest to look for that, so said they back off.
I mean, one of the side effects of that gank that they were able to pull off on the bot lane isn't necessarily that Masu got gold, but Yon and Core were denied gold. So even with that, the summoner spell is burned, the minions lost. They're using a little bit of an XP advantage and just kind of
Masu's a bit ahead.
bot lane with the Kog'Maw.
Yeah, and Masu is free farming on the other side.
Now, granted,
So
the item
did
breakpoint
get the
advantage
gold
for
minions. Meanwhile, he's back.
Lucian
We
to
got
really
Griffin
take
here
over.
again, the bottom side.
It's not onto the Raptors, it's onto the red buff, as no smite
this is
from
not good.
Jose means that this should be easy for Griffin. Nice pickup there.
And again, look at this. Twisted Fate Ultimate had a few seconds left on the cooldown, but they're still threatening it.
Yep.
And you know, like, the exact number here is fine when you're, threatening on the general timer of the next ultimate.
Well, the Forge God
All right,
comes in
hold up.
from Morgan into 1v1. Pops the Dominus from Gakkos,
done.
but the
Okay.
Bellows Breath still means Morgan's winning the trade so far. As
Not
Gakkos
great.
will catch the wave and back off.
I mean, really nicely done, I think, by Morgan there. Sunfire Cake completed level 11 to level 10. Gets Gakkos to use the Renekton ultimate early before he ticks over to level 11. Not only removes that cooldown for a while, but gets the wave in to reset.
And this is with the nerfed damage on the brittle
TF is
procs for
tough, so-
Ornn.
Yeah, interesting.
And he's still able to get a very offensive trade there. Nice little look, and the cooldown pretty short too. So Twisted Fate rotated up to match Quad in the side lane now. It's a little annoying because the Twisted Fate then doesn't have like full range to go to the whole map,
Not what I
but
said in the
since
podcast,
Cog has
buddy.
been rotated
What did
in
I say
mid
in the
lane,
podcast?
still can make the move here.
Yeah, it's often where you're going to be looking as the TF anyway, and now it's going to be Gakkos versus Morgan. 1v1 back in the bot
Brother, I
lane
yap a
here.
lot. You
Minute
gotta
and a half
remind me
until
of
that
some
Herald
shit.
spawns. Good see action there, but for now, it actually looks like FlyQuest are sending their bot lane back to the bot lane.
Yeah, last
just
world
hovering
quest
now.
to be completed would be
Didn't I say, like,
Masu,
Castle
so
could
he's gonna
go
wanna
in,
use that
like,
gold. He's a
could
little
go
bit
in?
starved at the
They're going to
moment.
force this anyway. They're going to force it anyway.
Big plays from Quid here on the quad, under the turret,
good
clean
play.
dive.
There we go.
Quid with the kill. Jose will dodge the turret aggro, and
There
that
we
is
go.
a successful dive.
It wasn't
Come on.
quite C9 Rush vibes there,
Yeah.
but you hit the trinket ward, you see it, and you're like, I don't care if that you saw me. We're still
Yeah.
going to be able to force this. I can
Now,
still dive this.
FlyQuest is going to be able to
And
get
he's able to
this
do it
tower
because the
if
Fury
they
can just
want.
drop aggro. Meanwhile, Morgan's like, I am weak side. I know. I'll back off.
Yeah.
So good play there from TL. Quid just forces the trade. Chunks him so low that, yeah, Quad is so low, we can make the dive anyway.
And despite Quad having the Rod of Ages build, so having more HP to work with, a bit tankier as a mid laner, Quid's still able to roast through him regardless. It is Gakkos
Not
that's
able to
trying
get
to
the
race
tower.
for this first turret take, but Morgan's able to get back onto the wave, so it looks like Team Liquid will win the
we
race
get it.
for first brick, and that's gold onto Quid and
There
Jose.
we go.
I realized, Kangas, you remember that
And the gold
Cloud9
lead
rush play when he
flips.
did that on Lee Sin, where he just ran straight past, well,
Cryogen's
never
dead.
mind,
Okay,
Cryogen.
pulling onto Cryogen. Can he get away
No,
from
he's
that
not.
one? He
Ah.
does. Morgan now the target here from FlyQuest. as he will knock up into the
Morgan
wall,
flash
flash
used, though.
over. Bot
Not
lane
great.
gets back to the safety of the turret.
I'm trying to remember how long ago that was.
It was 2015.
So I gave you a little nod and a little smirk, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Nice,
That's
what I thought.
Yeah, started watching 2016.
Rush 1 MVP on Team Impulse, Kobe.
I missed
kind boy.
I missed Balls' pentakill. I didn't even see that.
Nice.
That was
Get
also
that LP.
2015. I've heard the stories. Yeah. Sometimes.
The legends.
I have gone back and rewatched some.
All right.
games.
This is a good trade for
The legend of the Masu Rageblade. Rageblade Kog'Maw with Lulu
Oh, Young might
backing
just be
him up.
dead here. No, Masu walks into the turret range. Young's got
don't
the
like
shields.
that.
He's alive.
The
That was
Ardent Sensor Rageblade spike right there. Masu and Kraujin taking over mid prio. They've had a really high priority on Rift Herald as well, so it looks like they're going to try and just shift over to that as Gakkos is proxying with TP up. So a lot of tempo here for FlyQuest.
Teleport in from Morgan, has the call to Forge God. So the engage and front line is here for Team Liquid. Quid also full health, call to Forge God.
Oh, that's a good play.
Lands
Renekton's
on the
not here.
Griffin has the Crescent Guard, flashes away from the knockup. Now,
shit.
Quad looking for the re-engage.
Now Renekton's
Stun
coming
not quite
in.
landing there. It's teleporting from Gakkos. He got the turret. Arcane Storm goes down, not getting a kill, but
right, we're fine.
chunking out members of
Oh,
FlyQuest,
thank
so
God.
they back off.
I mean, okay, so they end up answering teleport play, and FlyQuest, they're gonna lose
If
out
you don't
on
get the
Rift
initial
Herald,
pop
but
onto Kog'Maw
kind
or
of a
somebody
draw
on their
right
team,
there. TL
they
pretty
can
happy to get the
absolutely
Rift
take
Herald
over
though,
these
since
fights.
you want
Luckily,
to
we
use
chunked
it to
them down
crack the
enough,
mid
so
lane
that's
turret.
good. But
Is hugely beneficial to try and take away that area of safety. And so
who wins late? I think
it's
they
still gonna be
win
quite
just because
nice
they
there.
have a Kog'Maw.
Got to track the cooldowns, though, as the Soul Point has spawned, and we're down a couple of key ultimates. It's the Xin ult is down, but also the Ornn and Melio and Victor ults are down. So I believe this is going to be FlyQuest walking in
we're
Soul
giving
Point.
them Soul
Yeah,
Point
so far, I mean,
Dragon.
Jose's on the other side, so he's going to have to book it there if they actually want to contest.
Teleported
fighting
in, and
this.
they're just
Wait, we're
running
fighting
in.
this.
They're just
Okay,
booming.
maybe they can just push them off. Destiny Pop just to get vision for
Xin Zhao's the
FlyQuest.
only
They
one
see
without
the
ult.
approach from Team Liquid. As
Cryogen,
now
as long as he
Quad goes
doesn't
in.
get
Gakkos
caught out,
as
it's
well,
gonna be a
flashing
problem.
forward, lands a stun onto Jan, but
Okay,
the team
we
is
got
there.
Quad.
Quad's in trouble. Gakkos
They get
has
Dragon,
to
though.
flash away. The Dragon
Oh
is
my
secured
God.
for FlyQuest. Gakkos almost goes down to the bellows breath.
Okay.
Morgan
Good.
finds the angle. Team
pushing
Liquid
it.
drop the Herald and will break the mid turret.
Yeah, they're snowballing. They're going to break this whole game, Kangas. They don't get the dragon, but they do get a lot of gold here.
Here we go.
Driving
Take that
into
full tower.
number 2 as well.
Or not. Okay. Fine.
I don't know. The angle
Fine,
for
fine,
maybe
fine.
the Dragon's Soul could be the savior for FlyQuest, but it did
Yeah.
cost them a decent amount here.
The game's in that really precarious spot now where one team has the soul win condition, the other team just has the gold win condition. Because FlyQuest loses so much off the back of that one. They had to,
Honestly, though,
the
like,
aggression
we
that
gotta
Team
push
Liquid
this
kind of faked
because
their
I think-
contest with. Force
I
FlyQuest
personally think
into a half
FlyQuest
engage,
can
'cause
now just
Griffin
ignore
really
Dragon for the
wanted
next
to take the Drake.
15
He
minutes.
stays down there the entire fight while Gakkos and TF start the fight, so it's a split call by FlyQuest.
Yeah, and they all send everything here onto Jan, but Cora
I think
is
that's
able
the
to keep
last
him safe,
split
and
call
they
that we're gonna get
murder
against
down
them.
Gakkos here. Even
Because
with
from
Kraujin
now on, I
flashing
think
to
they're
get the
just going
Lulu
to make
ultimate
sure
onto
that
him.
they're all
Morgan
together.
is here
They can
with the
ignore
mellow,
Dragon for 15
and,
minutes.
he's able to blow him up, and then they instantly get paid a lot. It's not just like the kills. Because they have the Rift Herald, they can get a lot of money.
And Kog'Maw
out
is
of
going
the
to be a
towers
problem.
afterwards, too.
Second
Big
Kog'Maw gets second
injection
item,
of
we're
gold
in
for
trouble.
Team Liquid, sitting close to 2,000 gold lead. FlyQuest are on that Dragon Soul Point. One more Dragon, and they can pick up a big objective, but Jose's trying to use this gold advantage. Invade Griffin right now. He's got Core in his back pocket.
Okay.
Yoinks the red away
Yeah.
from him. Griffin couldn't smite both the camps that he was pulling together, so
Still
Jose,
only one item
of
each
his
for both
favorite picks,
Masu and
Nefiri,
Yon.
got a nice
1.2k
2-item
gold
power
lead on the
spike now and
Gakkos
really
because those two
trying
early
to
kills that he
advance the
got.
game. Now the Team Liquid has broken that outer ring of turrets in the top and mid lane.
Interesting, too, because Renekton is unanswered right now. So Renekton down on the bottom side, they just, FlyQuest again, we are split push, most of our games, and Gakkos down there does get the wave up to the secondary tower, so those minions just going into the dirt.
Doom.
And TL, we're trying to play on 2 lanes, but FlyQuest try and stay efficient.
And it does feel like FlyQuest has been getting Gakkos ahead, and Team Liquid
He kind of
hasn't
is,
yet.
but in this
So
situation,
in
he's
this
fine
game,
because anybody that tries to
as they
dive
might go for a play on
onto
the Quid.
Chunk onto
fuck.
Masu right there. Quid exhausted. If that wasn't there, might have just taken down the Kog'Maw on his own. As he just stared down 3 members. Now call the Forge God from Morgan. Gonna land onto 2. Masu in some
That
danger,
felt a
but
little
he's
bit aggro.
gotten out of it.
This feels
so
a little
far.
aggro
Morgan's
unless we
still
can
walking
capitalize
forward.
this kill.
Team Liquid not gonna actually find the kill onto the enemy AD carry.
Yeah, gets the ultimate out of
Okay.
Gakkos as well
That's
as
fine. fine.
exhaust out of the Kog'Maw, and Team Liquid keeps the
Yeah,
pressure
C9 game is tomorrow.
moving. And if Gakkos isn't making a play, like, he's got 1,500 gold lead.
Yeah.
There's a 2,200 gold lead for Team Liquid, which means the other 4 are actually 3,500 gold ahead, which are kind of the people that are mattering, because look at these team fights.
Yep.
The Ornn is doing way more work than the Renekton, despite the gold disadvantage.
Yeah, Morgan is getting in there.
No, this is not
game.
finals
Front
weekend. Finals
line, he's
weekend's in the
like,
stadium.
I really want to start forcing
We'll be
these.
live from a stadium next
trying
week.
to get the engage there, but FlyQuest,
Not
they
me,
do
but, like,
avoid 4
LCS will be
now,
live
although
from the
the gold
stadium
here,
next week.
2K in the favor of Team Liquid. It's not anything crazy, but Ornn also gets to start upgrading items. Morgan, level 13 now.
Oh, that's good
Mantra
poke.
right now is
That's
the call
really
comes
good
out on the
poke.
Griffin. Quad's coming from base, has the Destiny available, but not going to pop it immediately. Team Liquid
Right.
just chunking out the enemy jungler.
Have to get this
take the
dragon.
crab,
Keep
walk
pushing the
away.
tempo.
Also getting
FlyQuest
mid lane
is
shoved
going
into
to
those.
be able.
Quid's always making action happen, even if he's not there.
Live
And this
from
is
venue,
feeling
I
like
am
a
not.
really hard game for FlyQuest to win. Team Liquid's applying so much pressure as just to keep FlyQuest back from even thinking about getting set up for this next Drake.
Yeah, this is one of those moments. Maybe you just give this turret.
Oh.
Masu and Gakkos
Oh,
are feeling
yawn's
confident
low.
enough to hold the way for now.
Every time Masu gets a little time to attack, though, I'm starting to think, and I'm
Yeah?
like, FlyQuest,
No, I'm
let's
scared
see
about
if
it.
they could.
Don't
if they could get
unclench.
uptime for
This
the
Kog'Maw.
Kog'Maw to attack, you know, Flicker Blades is done now too, so you get
2
more uptime
items.
for your W. Can get it back quicker.
This Kog'Maw can
there's a world. You know, Kog'Maw Lulu maybe.
Okay.
There's an angle that we can get a 5-game series here, especially because it's kind of just takes one good fight for FlyQuest. That's where Team Liquid is. Team Liquid, I think, has the edge, but needs to do a lot of things consecutively well in order to win this game. Probably getting a couple Ocean Drakes in a row.
And we spent so much time talking about Big G this, Big G that. How about Big M?
Have to get the next
Masu
one.
has the
I don't
ability
even think
to
they're going to
carry
fight it, though. I think
games,
they're
and
just
it's
going to
kinda
take gold
like
around
raise
the map.
puppy here. Started
and just
off
accept
small
that.
Kog'Maw.
We
He's
might
getting
have a
pretty
catch
big.
on
0-0-0
Gakkos.
still,
We're
but now
flanking
2
him.
items. The more
Yep.
items he gets, the less threatening that front line starts to
Oh,
look.
They're
He's
pinging
like,
dive on Gakkos, and so he ults to go for the wave. I like that play.
Oh,
Clear out the
Gakkos,
wave.
you stepped up way too far there, buddy.
As well. They
I
just
don't know
chained
what
the
that was.
knockups, and he's
That
out
was
of
a
there.
bad
He just
play.
ulted to clear the wave, but then walked into the jungle.
Well,
Team's
he's,
on Baron.
he's delaying recall because FlyQuest
Oh.
started Baron when they saw people there, so he's trying to keep people
They're
there.
shredding this down. It looks like
Sacrifice.
FlyQuest should be able to get this. Trading their top laner. Good death for the objective. Quad's walking forward, or rather Quid looking for the damage. Yeah, not able to find it there. Griffin flashing the wall, and FlyQuest get out.
Fine.
That is a way to keep him interested.
Make me fucking eat my words. I'll take that back. That was a good play.
Offer up yourself.
Go
God
right down
damn.
there for the sacrifice.
No,
for the
that's hella
Baron
work. That
play.
stops
Okay,
the push,
FlyQuest.
which
I
TL has
can
been
see
very
it because I
relenting
think ultimately, if they tried to 5v5 around this Drake, they would lose.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they were
but that's
looking
what I
for
said. You were
a
giving up
cross
the
map
Drake no
entire
matter what.
time, and they have a lot of Drake stacked up that allows them to do these cross maps. They're kind of, since they traded their own
now it gives you
gold
2
for the
minutes
early
and 30
Drakes, they now
seconds
need
of
to
just,
trade
like,
their Drakes to get the gold
relaxing
back
and
buy
not-
time from us.
True.
And did you see the timing on that? They got there basically
Not
as
having to
Baron
worry
was
about
dying.
too
So even a couple of seconds extra of the
We
sacrifice delay
need
there.
Destiny
Oh,
on Dion.
fuck.
Flashes early, flash follow, gold card from Quad. They got the damage. Living Artillery sets it up. Quad knocks it down. FlyQuest find a
They got
pick on
Baron with
Dion.
him.
This
dead
is
for 30
huge.
seconds.
FlyQuest
They're
making some
about to
plays. They sacrifice, they
swing
get the
gold
Baron. Now they make the
massively.
pick. Now they can actually use the Baron very
Oh,
effectively. Towers
fuck.
are melting, and Gakkos flanking around.
Do you believe, FlyQuest fans,
Oh,
a
fuck.
big momentum swing for the young roster? As 5v4, they take a turret. They will back off from there. Griffin's in the jungle, taking away Wolves. He has no flash from the earlier play. Not knocked up by Morgan, but Jose looks to follow. Blast Cone gets him out.
At the very least, they've equalized this gold, and Charlie's
Went back
back
in on
in.
that.
He's literally going for the contest again. He's got the team behind him, but it's only Cryogen for now.
Oh, Griffin's
Pops the
crazy
Crescent
for
Guard.
this.
Morgan looks to punish
But I
as the
think
teleport comes in here from Gakkos. Morgan pops Call the Forge God.
no.
Where's he going to throw it? Throws it upwards as Quad's
Oh,
actually
Quad
the one
inted.
bursted down. Focused up by Team Liquid.
But wait,
Gakkos trying
Kog'Maw
to
is
buy
still ramped
space
up.
for Masu
We
to
gotta be
free
careful.
fire here. Big damage onto Quid. Flash from Gakkos.
No,
Can't lock him
Kog'Maw's
down.
big.
Gakkos
Kog'Maw's
is going
really
out
big.
there. Y'all actually want to die. Gakkos survives. Masu free firing on the Kog'Maw. And FlyQuest hold the line.
Masu, the attack dog, with the flash forward. He is spitting right there. They chase him down. This is an absolute banger
Look,
to
this
try and
pl-
push it to
oh,
game number
God.
5. FlyQuest,
Right here, the
they
second he
want
went
the
back in, I was like,
re-engage. Griffin goes in
oh,
off of the blue
fuck.
buff here
Yawn's
because
not
they
there.
know
He's
they
not
have
going to be able to be there
Renekton
yet.
teleport
If
to come in too.
Moss is
And
able
it
to
really
ramp up,
looked
it's a
at first
problem.
like an overforce here as FlyQuest tries
Look at how
to chase into
quickly
this
he's
really
able to
tight
get
corridor.
down.
They
Oh my
can't
God.
get past the
Nope.
Ornn, and Quad Quad dies over on the right side, but Masu just keeps
We're lucky
hitting.
Quad
Rage
chucked
Blade
that,
goes
otherwise
back
that might have
stack.
been
He gets
game.
the Ardent Sensor bonus for himself. And just Yawn presents himself. Flasher says, I see you, I exhaust you. Can't quite get the flash kill. Ends up kind of wasting the flash there before the fight.
Mana guys,
Yeah.
I was too. Very close. Very close, very close. Next on the play.
Yeah, Masu stepping up and exhausting and making the space for Morgan. Saves Morgan's life. He gets to live
wits end.
after investing his flash aggressively. Wow.
But
interesting. Yawn's going to have the third item
At the end
spike.
of the day, I want to highlight what Jad was just talking about. Trading the Dragon for gold. FlyQuest with that Baron have now evened the gold. So that lead that Team Liquid had gotten earlier kind of gone at this point, and Masu now getting some kill participation is approaching that third item.
I do kind of think, though, they got to be very cautious. Look at this. No exhaust, no flash, no heal.
Yeah, no, again,
no rush.
that's
They
the
don't have
beauty,
to
though,
contest this
for
Dragon. I mean,
FlyQuest
they could
of
just
having
wait it out.
Soul Point. You can wait 10 more minutes.
Cryogen.
Yeah.
They're sitting ducks for another Ornn ultimate from Morgan. I think they need to just kind of let Masu continue to get these items, but that's dangerous as well because Kobe, the ornaments are also coming in already. Upgraded Blackfire Torch, upgraded Infinity Edge for Team Liquid.
Yep, Team Liquid with the extra scaling, not on the scoreboard there now.
Oh, they're still feeling confident to make
There they
plays
go.
despite the fact they
Oh
don't have
my
the summoner
God.
spells. They see Morgan, they say kill him.
Okay.
Masu with the kill.
Okay. I said
You're a
corrected.
Kog'Maw believer now?
FlyQuest plays fast. No flashes. It's our time to attack.
God.
And they absolutely
There
melt
was an
him. You know,
Ornn on
it
the
doesn't
screen
even
10
look like a
seconds ago.
tank
Did you
there.
see him? Because I didn't.
Absolutely melted. Good Twisted Fate pick is going to earn them side tower.
Yeah, tier 2 top turret takes 2 plates
We're
worth
going
of
to game
damage.
5.
That's a third now.
man.
Let's see if FlyQuest want to stick around for more as Masu's trying to get some big damage down, but hit by the Arcane Storm. Quid pushing back FlyQuest City Carry, and that will stop the siege from FlyQuest.
Our
but
tank
they already
front
got
lines
the kill
are
gold.
relevant.
They got play gold.
This
They're
is
now
it's going to be a wit's end
1.7K
for
gold
Kog'Maw.
ahead.
It's
And now,
a double
Genghis,
bow
it is
with
time for the dragon. So we got a recall
Nimbus,
set up for the
or
dragon.
cloak, that
Vision
thing.
control first.
You're about to
is
see a
going
purple sword
be
pop
a
up. Yep,
deal
there it is.
breaker here. Team Liquid have a lot of pre-existing wards in the jungle, but FlyQuest, they've got the momentum. It's 3 items done for Masu now with the wit's end on top of it.
Oh,
the
they're
extra
fighting
on-hit
the
damage
dragon.
and
Well, I
plenty of
guess they're in a
magic resist
position
to
they
deal with
can.
all this Victor damage that has been problematic for them.
Oh, we cannot
Yeah,
let them get
A
that.
little bruisery build right there. 123 armor, 99 MR. We'll see if they still have very few flashes in this fight.
And again, they can play patient.
How do we
they
get
don't have
on
to go for it, but if that last play is any indication,
We have to
they might
shred through
just be
some. Like, it
confident
might
enough
just
to
be
do
a
it
kill
anyway.
kill
Controlling the
cryogen
access point
first angle.
currently.
Kill the
Control what's going
enchanter
down for
and
Team
then
Liquid
worry
as they're
about
trying to
killing
get
the
some
damage
poke down.
dealer.
Big laser
See?
on the
That
cryogen
helped.
right there.
Series on the line
Call
here
the
for
fourth guy to
FlyQuest.
use.
Oh, it's
Griffin's
a
the
good
focus
engage.
pressing card. We'll
Really
keep him
good
safe
engage.
For now, dodging a lot of the damage. Gakkos is in the pit.
Not as much
He's looking for his
anymore.
own flank angle.
They
Here's
lived.
Griffin still heavily chunked as now Gakkos finds his angle in, but as he jumps, Griffin has to kite back.
I think we got him. I think we got him.
Up in some trouble here as Team Liquid with Quid on a killing spree will take down Gakkos. They're flashing forward. They want to end this game right here, right now. Wild Growth on Amasu. He is out of there. FlyQuest will get the other 4 to safety.
I mean, we survived
but that
one
dragon
fight.
belongs to Team Liquid.
That's what you got to do. You got to
Team
keep disrupting
Liquid,
it. Make sure
they
that
force it.
Kog'Maw
Morgan
does not get
unleashes
time
the Ornn ultimate.
to be able to
Everybody
ramp up
sends
an
on
auto.
the Zen. Even though you can avoid a lot of the damage during the Zen ult,
That
then
was
they
good.
still chase him down, and he can't get out. They just move on. Frontline focus.
Team Liquid completely dominates right there. Gakkos can never find
we
a
just got
window to
so
go in
much
from the
down.
side, so it's just Griffin taking free damage over on the right, and then
Yeah, we got
even
so
if
much
Masu
down
tries to step
before
up, a Victor laser, there's a Victor ult
they were able to do
behind
anything.
him,
That's fine.
right? It's complete front-to-back dominance by Team
But
Liquid
again,
here.
And the
FlyQuest
gravity
has
fields as well
rewarded
here
them
from
or
Quid
awarded
flashing
themselves
over
2
that
more of
wall
those
at the end
fights.
of the fight too.
They don't have to
so
commit the
there won't
shit.
be a flash on the Victor now, but he's still controlling a lot of the area of these team fights.
And that's what I want to highlight. I think it's very crucial FlyQuest didn't lose more there. They have the time to play with. They don't have to contest these dragons. But now, this next Baron, no flash on Quid. Masu's about to have his back. This is a window they could look.
Really crucial thing happened there, actually.
That Ocean?
Cryogen
Oh, they
interrupted
can.
Jose's R
They absolutely
with the wild
can.
growth.
FlyQuest
Otherwise, I
can
think
100%
Masu might have
shred
actually
us.
gone
We've
down.
already
He
seen
was
a Ornn
still
like go
flashless
from
at the
100
end of
health
that
to
fight. So
0
crucially,
in 2
they can
seconds.
now contest
If you
this
give
Baron. And
Masu
it's kind of a
any
one-fight
chance
game
to
here.
auto,
One more pick could
it's
mean like a
fucked.
Baron and a big push for FlyQuest, but if they lose a fight or Masu steps too far, series would be over for FlyQuest.
Nice shield there from Cryogen, keeping Masu topped off as Jose's walking forward. Dodges the gold card.
Bunch of hot dogs.
Oh, that's good push
game.
up. What a
Shot
good
plus
goal
the
card.
Cole in the mid lane here. Team
Quad's
Liquid
probably gonna
go
die.
forward, flash
Oh,
from Quad.
no, he's not.
Masu has some space, but the Chaos Storm on
really
him.
got
He's
Masu,
got to back off.
but it's not enough.
Griffin and Gakkos are buying the space,
Oh
but
my!
Masu's still ticking down.
They had the flash for it.
Almost
We
died.
can. We win
Grounded
this
with
fight
one
hard.
Final shield.
We win this fight hard. Just go
Will
Baron.
keep
Go
him
Baron. Go
alive,
Baron.
but
Go Baron.
FlyQuest
Go
with
Baron. Go
blinking
Baron.
health bars on multiple members have to get out of here.
They were not dealing with that
Go
Victor
Baron.
ult well.
No.
They were kept going back
No.
into it.
Yes.
And
Okay.
Quid here from the
That's
back
two
line
straight
from
sequences in a row.
downtown, able to push them all
Good.
out. And that's going to be a Baron for free.
It kind of feels like it's Quid versus FlyQuest right now.
And
This
Quid's
mid
winning.
laner,
It is.
He's stepping up.
41,000 damage.
That's
more than
This
double the
insanity.
next
is the
closest in
Quid.
the game.
That's
He is.
Baron
You
to Team
paid
Liquid. Griffin
the
could
big
not get
bucks
in
for
there.
it.
You don't have to kill in the team fight. You just got to get them low enough that they have to reset. Team Liquid pick
When
up
it
the
matters
Baron buff.
most.
Yeah, I mean, because
He
he's
shows up.
zoning out 3 members with both his ultimate and his gravity field there. It's like
Yeah, FlyQuest can't
Quad
fight.
walks back into the gravity
Like, they
field.
literally- you have to
Masu
wait
was walking
at least
back
5
into the Victor
minutes.
ultimate. And
At least.
the front line had to escape.
In FlyQuest case, you take
Yeah,
the next. You
tough.
take the final
Tough
fight
stuff
at like
here.
37 minutes.
As FlyQuest, they got to find a way to deal with Quid. Right now, it's dealing with Jose, polymorphed up as he walked into the line brush. Almost chunked down, but gold card not going to be enough of a setup. He gets out of there.
Yeah, and Team Liquid just staying grouped. Stay grouped around your Victor and your Lucian,
advance for this
and
game?
then just
I
be
don't
close
even
enough to
remember.
Morgan that if they try to spend cooldowns
I thought it was
on
more
him,
jungle bans,
they
if I'm
can
not
return.
mistaken.
They have this Baron buff. I don't know how much they really can use of it with how they don't want to expose themselves to a TF ultimate. So when they can group everyone together in the same lane, which I think is about now, is when they're trying to push them in. Notice how Morgan's like really not pushing that deep
Cogmon
because
just
they don't want to
scales
give
so
the angle
well.
for the TF ult.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Cogmon
everybody
scales
else
so
is
incredibly well.
hugging by the Melio. So
And he's working on
everybody
Jack
stay
Show,
together
which is
by
going
the
to be even
Melio.
bigger of a problem. Not
And we should stay
the
safe.
one mistake that I do
Notably,
think
no
Masu is
flash from
doing
Masu in
is
that
I
last
would
play.
rather
It was
see him
looking
go like
dicey.
Bork
Almost died to the Arcane Storm, but he survived.
or like another
Still has
attack
a
item
summoner spell.
rather than a defensive
so
item.
maybe FlyQuest see a world where they can actually contest.
Because I
at
think
this
it's on
dragon.
everybody else to stay
But then
alive.
Crygen
not
did
him.
have to like flash back
Yeah,
to him
true.
as he was melting it down there in the back line. So it's definitely getting dicey. And
Flash by proxy, yeah.
yeah.
Team Liquid sieging on this tier 2 bottom
Okay.
turret. We'll make quick work of that one. That is now 5 turrets overall for Team
dude.
Liquid, 4 to FlyQuest as FlyQuest look to
saying.
mount their Baron defense here at their bottom inhibitor turret. Team Liquid, Yandrum's forward gets a big chunk on the quad right there as he engages.
no.
Griffin gets onto Quid. Is
Okay,
able to
we
get
survived
back
it.
to safety.
And
No
Crowd
flash
is
on
dead.
the
That's
Victor,
game.
still not
Game.
punished. The call is
Done.
enough to kill
GG.
Cryogen. Team Liquid continue forward.
See
Jan
ya.
with a double kill, and Team Liquid might have just done it.
Team Liquid, they are going to do it, Kangas. The push for
Sorry
the
about
base.
your hopes and
FlyQuest,
dreams,
their
folks.
last hope is Masu.
Masu Gakko still alive. They got him out the defense. Griffin comes out from the fountain, but with the Baron empowered waves, you got to imagine this is the victory lap for Team Liquid. Masu's trying to back off, has to flash. FlyQuest will take 1 Nexus turret.
Come on.
Looking at the second one here is Quid almost just one-shots Gakkos right there. Masu trying to find an avenue in. Griffin
Nope.
trying to buy him the
Masu got
space.
knocked up.
It's not meant to be. The path to Arizona is paved. Road sign reads Liquid. TL 3-1 the series.
A steady performance here in the deciding game. Jose 0010, another 100% kill participation game for him. But Quid did so much work.
Quid
on the Victor.
is
So much work
back
this series
in
too.
form,
Very nice
baby.
performance from
Come on.
Quid and Team Liquid. They've
Come
been
on.
feeling a lot of pressure recently, so being able to rise to answer that pressure, get the win here, and continue their journey in playoffs.
And I'm liking this new look for Quid, man. When he stepped up in pros and said, look, give me the keys, give me the tools, I will carry these games. And he's showing it on the rip today.
By the way, I might have a surprise for you guys with this stream potentially towards the end. A potential TL player coming on. I need to get confirmation, but I might have a surprise for you guys.
Still be around for summer. There is a bright future for this FlyQuest squad.
Yeah, the literal youngest squad in all of Tier 1 League of Legends.
I'll keep you
play
posted.
This year, a very bright future. Because they had success, the expectations started to rise, and so it's definitely going to sting right now, but still very good showing in spring here for this squad.
That was a double-edged sword when you see a squad like that that doesn't have flashes.
Not
still
getting
make
fourth
the play
under
fun.
my watch.
And then they're trying to contest for every last thing. Those are coachable moments that I feel you can, you know, when this young player's in the pressure seat, you can say, hey, you can slow down a little bit. You can take your time with the scaling composition. But this team on screen here, the well-deserved victors of the day as we see Spawn taking some words with his players.
Yeah, a little bit of an exhale before they
We'll
head
have a
to
fun
Arizona,
squad.
knowing they didn't get eliminated here. They will play the loser of tomorrow's matchup between Lion and C9, and then they're 2 best-of-5s away from winning the LCS, which is what's most important to them. And we have Emily standing by with Quid.
Now it's on to Arizona.
Hello, I'm here
And
with
one more
TL
series.
victorious mid laner Quid. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You had said earlier in an interview that you felt like now you could really be kind of the carry, or like everyone would play through you. How would you rate your performance today?
Keep building.
I think we really played well as a team, and
Let me tweet
everyone
this
was
out.
connect around me, so I can do whatever I want. So yeah, I'm really happy to perform well.
Speaking of being able to do whatever you want, first pick Akali can be kind of risky, but you absolutely took over that game. So talk to me about how good it felt, especially since they were making so much space for you in team fights.
I wasn't really expecting we were gonna first pick Akali until like Spawn said in draft, how about first pick Akali? I was, yeah, just do it. I can play well. Yeah.
Nice. Well, you did. Congratulations. Another thing I did want to talk to you about is we've seen a lot of really fun pop-off moments and kind of heard a lot of noises coming out of you in comms. Do you want to talk to me a little bit about that? Or like, it just seems like you were having a lot of fun today.
Yeah.
All right, tweet us out.
I don't know why I'm making those kind of emote things, to be honest, but at least it means I'm enjoy playing the game. So.
Hey.
Nice.
We love that.
Congratulations again. And then now you guys will be going to Arizona to try to qualify for the mid-season invitational. So just talk to me about what you expect from your team and what you guys need to do to win LCS and go internationally.
I think everyone on our team is a good player, great player. So we just need to trust each other, building trust more, and we just need to prove we can be the best team in the LCS.
Nice. Well, I wish you all the best moving forward. Have fun in
playing
Arizona.
in the stadium, baby.
And we will toss it back to the lounge
Playing from the
briefly.
freaking stadium.
Thank you.
Also, low prio victim. Thank you for the follow.
Well, that's congratulations to the big Q. The big Q.
The superior QD mid laner today.
True. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. He
Hell
was
yeah.
actually very scary on the Victor that game.
Yeah, he was kind of 1v9, I feel like, on the Victor. He was doing such a good job of just getting poked down on the FlyQuest carries, pushing them out. And
I'm still waiting to get
wasn't really able
confirmation,
to
but
do
there's a
lot. I felt like
chance
in that game,
that
we were
Morgan
both,
might be joining
you know,
us.
Breath of Life for Emilio cleanse, and then Mikhail's cleanse.
Just a heads
and
up. We might be getting
Quad
Morgan on
is
the
just getting
stream,
chunked
but
out
I'll let
by
you all
Quid
know.
nonstop.
Yeah.
I'll keep you posted.
Quid was, I think, on one. He was absolutely smurfing, and the player of the game is Quid here today. This guy, I think, was fantastic for them in this final game. I think he was incredible in the Akali game as well. He would be my vote for player of the series for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think the biggest stink on Quid's name was like, oh, is he going to be All-Pro? Because he was left off that list.
Yeah.
People didn't really like how his regular season performance was. But the biggest question is how
Oh, I need to end the poll.
The only thing
Shit.
damage per minute.
Shit. Wait, everybody's going up.
That's
Hold up.
actually insane.
Whoa, no. You ain't allowed to swap
crazy.
over to TL
That
now.
No. And it was on
no.
control mages. That was the big question, is if he could do it on control mages. He absolutely did. His Orianna game was exceptional too.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I think this is something that everyone knows he is capable of this level, right? Like, this is an MVP of our league, but he had not been playing like it in the regular season. And I think that had been leaving some of these questions around TL, because if Quid is playing this well, if the whole team is playing to their peak, they're absolutely capable of winning it all.
Damage per minute for this game for Quid was
let me
ninth
just
of
say
all
real
time
quick.
in the LCS. That's
crazy.
That is insane. And how much was that again? 9,000 damage? That was actually ridiculous to be able to hear that. And yeah, he popped off in this game. He did the same thing in the Orianna game. That being said, we're going to be hearing from Emily, who's with Masu for the interview.
Hello, I'm here with Masayu. So Masayu, firstly, this obviously wasn't the way you guys kind of wanted to end your split. Talk me through what went wrong today in the series.
I think, honestly, today we made mistakes that we usually don't do. I think we had like decent early games. I think our plans and the way we moved around the map was honestly not bad. But I think team fights and just like how we wanted to fight and where, we were kind of lacking on that and execution. And it's usually the opposite. I think usually we execute pretty well, even when we take bad fights. So yeah, I think that was one of the biggest reasons.
And then what is something you feel like you can take away, like something good to kind of try to carry into next split and have an even better performance?
I mean, there's a lot of good to take. I think we're a very young team, obviously. And we
Hey, Ryden, thank you for the
especially
follow.
last few months. That's why it would have been nice to go MSI, because I think that kind of experience helps teams a lot. But still, I think we can still improve a lot more on our macro. We can still improve a lot more on our comms and everything. So there's a lot of good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. I'm sorry for the loss. And I will throw it back to the lounge to close out the day.
And we were talking about this earlier. I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think Masu might have been the best performing AD carry in the league in playoffs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
far.
no,
I think
that's a
Berserker
fair
was clearly
point.
the number one
That's
in the regular
100%
season,
fair
but I
point.
feel like Masu, these last couple series, has been playing so incredibly well. I think overall today he was fantastic. The last series he was like completely 1v9 against Sentinels. So
Yeah.
I feel like Masu is having a really good year overall, and this team obviously has a lot of room to grow, but you can see that their ceiling is incredibly high.
And speaking to that ceiling, the fact that they were, I think, really ahead of schedule, expecting this team to be growing at a slower pace, but that has not been the case at all. I think a lot of people were expecting FlyQuest to actually make it over this hump.
Yeah.
So that speaks very highly of what is to come going into the next split. So I'm really interested in seeing that because,
Nope,
like, even from
FlyQuest
the
is
young players, I
eliminated.
thought Cryo
No
did a great
international
year.
events
If you
for
look towards,
FlyQuest
like,
until
Gakkos, that was a
possibly
really big one
Worlds
for him.
later in the year.
Individual players, I thought shown. It was more so, as you mentioned, those team fights that were just like Team Liquid having a good enough edge.
Yeah, absolutely. And TL, obviously, the deserving winners here today. And their player of the series is going to be Quid.
Yeah.
Not a big surprise to me. I'm sure some
makes
other
sense.
players might
The
have
game
caught some
one was a little
votes,
bit iffy, but beyond
the
that,
Akali
fine.
game, the Victor game, those were both massive Quid performances. And you called it out, the Orianna game, that big shockwave that he set up, for himself. It wasn't even off of anyone else in the jungle fight. The 3-man shockwave had some big moments really across the whole series.
And all that matters is if you show up in playoffs.
Again, that jersey
People will
is sick, by
forget
the way.
Anything that happens alongside the journey, if you clutch it up here. You have one more series to be able to now
Jersey
go to MSI.
is
They're already
sick.
locked in for Arizona. So, like, it's going to be fun to see how this team ends up getting the
Just
job
already
done. I
modding
love
on-
the
they're
interview
mad?
from Emily, just asking about, like, the lesson that he learned the
don't
last
tell
time we
me
heard
that,
an
Pitt.
interview from him. It's like, A, the trust has to be there. That was his answer. But also just knowing that now all players are kind of playing to what is expected from them.
And I mean, you got to respect it when someone calls their shot and then follows through. He talked about it on pros that he was sitting back and saying, oh, there's all these good players. I'll just let other people carry.
Yeah.
Now he's saying, I'm going to carry. And in 2 series in a row, he was popping off. So we know he's capable of it. They are going to be our final team that will be in Arizona. So definitely, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, it's going to be amazing. Lion, C9, and TL will be the 3 teams that are there. So we know all of the attendees. Of course, we do not know their matchups just yet because let's take a
people are
look
pretty
at
nice.
the playoff bracket where tomorrow we are going to find out who will be starting in that lower bracket.
I
against
need
TL
Lion to win.
in
Do
Arizona,
you have
and
any
who
idea how
will
hype it would
waiting
be
in the grand
for a
finals with their
TL
trip
versus
to MSI
C9
already secured, which is a
matchup
huge
here
deal when you realize
to qualify
C9
for
has not been to an
internationals?
international since 2023 spring. It would
Crazy.
be an opportunity for them to go to their first international in 3 years as an organization.
On one side, you have Lion, who's the lock-in champion from just last split, and the other side, a team that Cloud9 undefeated this split, was nearly undefeated the last split until Lion beat them in the finals.
Who did they lose to?
Lion beat them in the finals. So, like, anything can happen. I cannot wait for tomorrow's games.
It's going to be really exciting. That is it for us here today. We're going to be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. C9 versus Lion for MSI. Don't miss it. And we're going to head over and say hi to Medios. Say hi to him too.
We got an elimination series today as we've reached our last lap
Hi,
on the
I
road
got an
to
update for you
Arizona.
guys because I know some of you were sticking around because I kind of mentioned it. It sounds I just got the update that Morgan was selected for features like features content and like stuff that they're going to be doing within the broadcast. So he is not going to be able to come on here. However, what is likely going to happen is I'm going to have a conversation with him, not streamed, but include it in the harbor for Wednesday. So we'll have a conversation with him that I can bake into that video. So that's the tentative plan. I want to make sure I got that for you guys as soon as possible, just because I don't want to keep you waiting here if that's not coming. So that's the tentative plan as of right now. Is I'm gonna have a conversation with Morgan either later today or tomorrow. I'm not sure when exactly it's gonna happen, but I will make sure I get everything prepped and ready for the Harbor on Wednesday. Do me a favor, if you have any comments or any questions that you want me to ask him that you think would be good, I'm not promising that your question is going to get asked, to be very clear, because I have like ideas in mind of where I want it to go. I need you, like, put them in the comments of this VOD on YouTube. I'll make sure the VOD is public immediately after I end the stream here in a few minutes. So put any questions you got in there, and I will try and ask some of them within the interview, as long as it makes sense. I think the interview for no, I agree. I generally agree as well, but I do like to do some of this stuff live. Like, some of it's fun, and I could, to be clear, I'm still LCS press, so I could apply for interviews with players and get them, but I don't want to take them. Like, if teams are willing, like if I'm able to get this without having to hog a press slot naturally, then I'd rather do that. Like, because then everybody else gets 3 guaranteed interviews, and that way I make sure that, like, the press corps and beyond get all the stuff that they need. So that's the tentative plan. I will keep you all posted if anything changes, but I think that's going to be the way it goes. So who's the interview of? Morgan. I'm going to have an interview with Lord Morgan, likely, or at least just like a conversation with him. View after recording, because I just found that. Yep. So keep an eye out for Wednesday. Wednesday's episode of The Harbor, I'm going to have Morgan on it, and we'll preview what will be the upcoming weekend's series. So that's going to be it for me from here. I'm going to edit this, and I need to edit the video for Monday and get that announcement out, because then tomorrow I have to edit the 5 headlines real quick before we get into anything. So that's going to be it for me. I will catch you all around. Let's see who I can raid real quick. Let me see if I can raid. Who am I going to raid? We'll raid Paul Belter. Oh, no, that's Paul Belter. That's not Paul Belter. Hey, the low budget LCS is on. We'll raid the low budget LCS, because why not? All right. Y'all have a great time. I'm going to end it here. Stop the virtual camera. I'm going to end TikTok. All right, TikTok is ended. And then we're going to raid over on Twitch. YouTube, I'll catch y'all later. See ya. Probably not tomorrow, but likely after.